Podcast After Hours Edition. We're joined a bunch of lovely ladies. After Hours Edition. Quick announcement, we're getting to the show. Guys, we're only about 1,000 subscribers away from 100,000 on Rumble. So rumble.com/freshofit, because as you guys know, we'll probably get canceled on YouTube at some point. Yep. We're too offensive, too real. So check us out over there at rumble.com/freshofit. Also, do me a favor and go ahead and subscribe to our boys. Rumble.com/Tate Speech and as well rumble.com/Sneeko. Those are our homies, Free the Tate Brothers. Also, check us out at Fresh Fit Locals, freshofit.locals.com. You guys can get some footage of an altercation that went down yesterday, which I will not talk anymore about. But,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Blickies were out and all that. But anyway, check us out also, guys, on Megaphone. If you guys want to listen to the video podcast on the audio version, on there, we drop both the Fresh Fit and the Fresh Fit After Hours. So go ahead and check us out over there. Just make sure you wear headphones so you don't get reported to HR by some crazy feminists. Also, check us out on freshfitpodcaststore.com. Get the hoodies, t-shirts, Unplugged Fitness t-shirts, all the stuff that you guys want is over there. And Chris the Bum shirt probably coming this weekend.
Oh shit.
About time.
Yeah, about time. Well, I guess I'm the bum now. And then also, guys, check us out on our other YouTube channel, Fresh and Fit Clips. As you guys know, we post 6 clips per day, 4 shorts, 10 videos a day on our other YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it. You might not have time to watch a full pod, so go ahead and check out the Clips channel where you guys can go ahead and get the bite-sized portions of the show.
The best parts of the show.
And it's right there. Okay, guys. And yeah, it's doing pretty well, man. Channel's growing well. You guys are really liking the content. We're posting a bunch of stuff on there for y'all.
And
so check it out.
Hit 1 mil on the Clip channel.
We're gonna throw another
1 mil party.
You're gonna throw another boat party
On the boat.
Yeah, we're gonna do another boat party.
W in the chat.
So yeah, that shit is expensive, but I love y'all. So we'll do it again for you guys. And then what about you, Fresh?
And guys, vlog channel is still live as well. We posted a vlog of the party recap and the new car as well. Go check it out. 200K on the way. Let's go.
Wait, new car fresh?
All right, nigga. Yeah. I love cars, man. Come on.
All right, and check me out, guys, on Feta 1811. As you guys know, I put a criminal case on there. So if you guys like true crime stuff, go check it out. Last video I dropped was yesterday on the Nicholson family, CIA spies that actually were spying for the KGB. So go ahead and check that one out. If you guys like espionage, serial killers, terrorism, any type of case, bank robberies, I pretty much cover every genre. So go check that out, man. Feta 1811. Subscribe.
Chris?
And ladies, send me a DM on RNC Poxon on IG. Come on to our show. Don't be late, and let's make it happen.
All right.
And shout out to the lovely ladies in the back, Zena, Red, and Icy. All right.
No, we didn't forget. Ladies on the panel, give us your name, your age, what you do for a living, dating status, and if you want to, of course,
your body count.
And we'll start right here. Welcome back.
Hi. How are you? My name is Annette, Trippy Little Missy. Shout out Carroll City, West P. Ryan. I'm 25.
Carroll City, goddamn. Y'all checked her on the win, right?
AKA now known as Miami Gardens.
Real estate, cryptocurrency, dog breeding. I had my first litter. That was fun. That was an experience.
Hold on, one more time. Okay, what's your first name?
Annette.
Okay.
Annette.
Okay.
Social.
And how old are you?
25.
Okay. And you said you're from well, I'll just put Carroll City, Miami Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you sell dogs? You breed dogs?
French bulldogs.
Okay. Okay. And
cryptocurrency, real estate. I have my real estate license.
Okay.
I just started Twitch.
Okay.
I play RuneScape on there. I want to do GTA role playing.
Okay.
Like T Grizzly server, maybe Kodak Black server.
Okay.
And
status: single, sugar daddy, married, engaged.
I feel like if I disclose my my relationship status, it kind of like affects my career. So I just... All right.
Go ahead. What is it?
Can I be anonymous? Can I say like
I mean,
pass?
we already know already.
He did a bad job. Everybody knows.
Yeah, he did a bad job
from last time.
No, me what? Did some also too.
All right, Kristen, go ahead. What is it?
No. Like what she's saying, that she's like.
Does it matter? Okay, I'm single.
Translation: she got a dude that she's dealing with. Okay, but she still needs the Sims. Okay, cool, fair enough. What about you?
Hi, I'm Melanie. I am from Des Moines, Iowa. I'm Melanie from Des Moines, Iowa. 35.
Wait, 35.
Yes. Yep, I was waiting for that. I'm in business technology sales. And was there anything else? Oh, I'm single.
Highest education level completed?
Some college. So
okay.
highest level completed high school.
Okay. And what about you? What's your highest education level completed, Annette?
High school. My real estate license.
Okay. What about you?
Hi, I'm Khaleesi.
Hey y'all.
I do a little bit of everything. I'm an artist, audio engineer, producer, singer, songwriter. I rap. During the day, I do finances. You need a house, you need a car, you need some money.
Hey.
You work for a bank. You work for a bank, like you lend.
No, I work for a tax agency,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of partner with him. But
Okay.
I'm mainly into music.
Okay.
You do a lot. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
I was born in New York. I was raised in Miami.
Okay.
So I rap both.
All right. Cool.
I have my bachelor's degree.
Okay. What and what?
Recording arts, computer science.
Where'd you get it from?
Full Sail.
Where?
Full Sail University in Orlando.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then single relationship.
Single couple sugar daddies.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Whatever works, bro.
That's the game. At least you're being honest about it. A lot of
Yeah.
girls have sugar daddies, bro. That's like a new thing.
Fresh, she raps though.
Chris, man.
All right, nah. We can skip it this time, man. She does too much, man. She does too much.
Hi, my name is Victoria. 26. From Long Island, New York. I manage a cosmetics counter at a department store. My highest education level, I have a bachelor's degree in history and political science, and I'm single.
Cool. Welcome.
Where'd you get your bachelor's from?
Stony Brook University.
Okay. And then you said single, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. What about you?
Hi, I'm Asia Sky. I think we were asking what we did. I'm a singer and a pianist, and I also I'm a singer and a pianist, and also I produce a lot of my the music. Actually, I'm vice president of a record label, Blue Dream Music Group. So
How old are you?
I want you to guess, right? Just kidding. No, I'll tell you. I'll be honest. I'm 30.
Okay.
30.
And where are you originally from?
I grew up in the UK.
Demand them.
I did, but
You went to high school in the UK?
I did.
Okay.
My dad was Air Force, so I grew
Okay.
up in the UK and both the United States as well.
Okay. Did you go to like an American school in England? Or?
Yeah, a little bit American, but also I did a lot of stuff in Mildenhall
Okay.
as well.
So was it where were you when you were in the UK? Were you in London? Were you in Birmingham? Where were you at?
So if you know Cambridge,
Okay.
it's 30 minutes away.
Okay.
Mhm,
All right.
from Cambridge.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
All right.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Okay. And then relationship status?
I'm single.
Okay. And your highest education level completed?
I have associate's degree,
Okay. And what?
humanities.
Okay.
That's a waste.
I know, but it was a good experience.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I learned a lot, but yeah, you're right.
Fair enough.
I'm sure you did.
What about you?
Hi, I'm Leanne. I am 25. I'm actually from Seattle, so I'm out here on vacay.
Red flag.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
You don't want to know.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
So, okay. What do you do for work?
I do online marketing and I create content. I also do public speaking.
When you online marketing, and then you said you create content. What kind of content specifically?
Motivational content usually.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Like, what's your audience? Like, girl? Like, I'm assuming women.
Yeah, like
Young
women.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then what's your highest education level completed?
Some university.
Okay. Well, I just put high school. And then relationship status?
Happily taken.
Okay. How long you been with him?
8 years.
Nice. Good job.
Wait, y'all ain't married yet?
Yeah.
We will soon.
Did he propose to you?
Stop the cap.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not officially. Not officially.
My nigga winning.
All right. Fantastic. What about you?
I'm Chloe. I'm 19. I'm a student. I currently switched my major. I was going to school originally for dermatology, and I was like, I also braid hair. So I switched my major to business administration, and I was thinking of opening my own salon and having people like braid with me if they either want to have like their own station, or I want to kind of make it different. I want to add a few. I'm still thinking about it.
All right,
How to make it different.
We can
so,
tell.
So I'm assuming, okay, so you're in college right now, undergrad. I'm assuming you're either a freshman or a sophomore at this point at 19.
Yes,
Okay, and highest education level, obviously high school.
Mhm.
Relationship status?
Taken.
Okay. How long y'all been together?
7 months.
Oh, okay.
So fresh.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
And then where are you originally from?
I'm from here. I'm Cuban too.
Miami. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Red flag.
What about you?
Hi, my name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. The highest level of education completed was high school. I decided not to go to college, and I said I'm single, right? Is there another question?
Yeah.
Just
single,
say
all right.
Just one more time.
And then what do you do for work?
I'm a writer.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Serious writers,
She
back.
doesn't want to tell us what she writes.
Yeah. It's not for Vice though, right?
No,
Okay,
no, I
okay.
saw that in the comments.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Vice. Okay. What about you?
Hi, my name is Hollywood. I'm a certified. Yes, I am a certified tax advisor. I specialize in credit. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Queen.
Credit
Yes,
yes, the credit acceptance, credit restoration.
I love it, guys.
I also specialize in getting approvals for apartments.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I'm also 22 years old.
Is it legal?
And what else? Yes, certified.
Go, Queen.
Tax advisor. And I'm actually 22 years old from Miramar, Florida.
Miramar? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Go, bro. We in here, bro.
Yes.
Take care.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Relationship status.
In a relationship.
Oh,
yes. Okay.
Is he in jail?
I'm sorry?
Is he in jail?
No.
Okay.
How long y'all been together?
2 years, going on 3.5.
Does he know?
Huh? Does he know? I'm sure he knows. Right now he doesn't, but right now you know what I mean?
Are you always this loud?
No. Is it loud?
A little bit.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Mario.
Fantastic.
Next to you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank God. Pop some Molly and Swain.
Fucking dickhead.
No, we needed that. We needed that. I love it.
I knew she was off when I got off, man.
Oh no.
Okay.
This nigga Chris, man.
Did it on purpose.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah. All
Right
right.
here, pick care.
All right, here we go.
Wyatt.
Okay, just so y'all know, guys, it's Friday, which means we're gonna go ahead and take your guys' questions. We got a critique earlier today, actually, and they were like, "Hey, y'all need to spice up the after hours, blah blah blah." So, hey, man, y'all go ahead and ask some thought-provoking questions, and let's get into it, all right? And then I got some pretty good question ideas for next week. But anyway, Wyatt goes, "Ladies, please name 3 countries, fresh, no hints." So, you want to give them the spiel on this, and then we're gonna start hearing
Here
the work away.
are
this
the
way.
rules, ladies. So number 1, you can't name USA, Canada, or Mexico, and also as well, whatever she says, you can't repeat.
Oh.
So
I'm
you get to go first. You gotta go.
Wakanda.
3 countries.
Wakanda.
Africa.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 more.
There we go.
Europe.
Okay.
There we go.
One more.
No.
Oh, I'm trying to say it.
One more.
Wait.
One more. You got this. Vacations.
You said no Mexico.
Where you want to go?
Come on, Antarctica.
Ooh, wait.
You got this. One more. That's it.
Egypt.
You got this, girl.
Killed that. Good job. It's
All
worth
right. Can you name 3 countries, please?
Oh God.
I guess it's laughing time. All right. What about you?
Denmark.
Eswatini, Tonga, and Chad, which I personally think should conquer the Virgin Islands.
Oh shit. She's
Nice.
flexing now.
Okay.
She threw
Okay.
that
She's
right back
flexing.
at you.
All right. What about you?
Denmark, Albania, Dominican. Can I say Dominican? DR?
Okay.
I'll say
Cool.
DR.
Yeah, that's her.
Chile, Argentina, and Brazil.
All right.
Are you Hispanic yourself?
Mhm.
You're creative.
Belgium, Luxembourg, Ireland.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos.
Are you a South Asian, specific Asian? Okay, you're just like, fuck it. Go poor Asian countries. All right. What about you?
Tunisia,
Uh-huh.
Turkey,
Oh, look at that.
Pakistan.
Okay.
I
You
think
Muslim or something?
those three. No.
Okay. Naming all them countries, you know what I'm saying? All right, what about
Germany, Italy, France.
you? That was okay. Simple enough.
Himalayas.
What? Okay. All right.
Is that a country?
2 more.
Bali.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
One more. Just one more.
Antarctica.
Yo! Good job! You did that shit, yo!
Everybody here smart. I
This
love
panel was amazing, yo. Good
shout
job,
out to-
panel.
shout out to Africa, man.
Yo, we got Africa, Europe, Antarctica.
Shout out to the penguins, man. Yo, shout out to the penguins, man. Yo, shout out to the penguins, man.
I see someone in the chat used the Anna emoji from Overwatch. I used to play her too. But anyway, Ken Kareem, that is incredible. Yeah, y'all two, bro, hold it.
You slid.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What's the capital of Africa?
What's the capital of Africa?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Think about it for a minute.
What the fuck you just said?
You said wall?
Nigeria.
I can't.
What's the capital of
Antarctica.
Antarctica?
I couldn't tell you. I honestly could not tell you.
Wherever Santa Claus lives?
No, it's iceberg.
North Pole.
Yeah.
North Pole, right?
That's the capital, right?
Iceberg.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Isn't it?
Burr. Gucci man. All right.
All right. For those of you who have male friends, what qualities did they have for them to get that pathetic position? Why did you see them as smash material? Good question. That's actually a pretty good question from King Kareem. So we'll go ahead and start right here. You have guy friends. Why are they friends and not lovers?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why they're friends and not lovers is the fact that I don't find them sexually attractive. I don't like their personality.
Okay.
They probably don't have the same values as me, the same morals as me.
But if you don't like their personality, why would you be friends with them?
Well, I mean, we can hang out and be cool, Doesn't like as a relationship, I don't like their personality as a relationship wise. I feel like
Okay.
So
you know what I mean?
You could tolerate them, but you don't want to be with them. sexually.
Correct. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us what that personality is, to be specific?
I'm thinking of I guess my gay best friend, Omar. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
He's gay.
Okay, like this. Well, I have this friend who's my best friend. His name is. I'm not gonna say his name actually, but he's bisexual, so that's another reason, right? I don't know. I can't. I honestly, I guess I don't have a lot of guy friends.
But they don't like you either, though. We're talking about guy friends that like.
No, if they're my guy friend, they don't like me. That's number one.
So are all your guy friends gay or bisexual?
No.
They're not?
I wouldn't say.
So the ones that are heterosexual, why did you say no to them?
Because I guess I can't think of them at the top of my head because all of the ones that I do consider close are
gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is his name Destiny? Never mind. All right, move on.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
So at this point in my life, I would say I don't really have many male friends.
Okay.
When I was younger, I did. And the reason that it never progressed to a relationship was either because I knew it would be toxic and not a good relationship, but keeping them as friends, just, I don't know, it filled some purpose at that time. But
How would it be toxic specifically? Women use that word interchangeably, and it's not very
well,
specific.
the one person in particular that I'm thinking of, I watched him go through a bunch of different relationships with his girlfriends.
Mhm.
So I could see that he wasn't relationship material, but as a friend, it didn't matter because we would just, party together or whatever.
Was he not relationship material because he was promiscuous, or was it because he just didn't have his shit together?
He didn't have his shit together, and because he just was jealous and abusive towards his girlfriends.
Okay.
And my young, immature self didn't really care about that because they weren't my friends. It was him that was my friend. So
Okay.
I just knew that I would never take it there with him.
So you had guy friends around before because they offered some kind of like value to you, I guess.
Yeah, like smoking weed with them or whatever back when I did that. I mean,
Uh-huh.
in my younger years,
Yeah.
I've progressed past that. I was married for 4 years, so
Oh, you cut them off. After that.
yeah, of course, I wasn't having male friends when I was married or in a relationship,
Okay.
So he was like an F boy, basically.
but without effing.
But he didn't smash.
No, never even kissed him.
Okay.
And there was one other one that I was friends with for a number of years, and it was actually the opposite reason because he was too nice and he was too eager beaver and like would do anything for me and just didn't.
But the
have-
F boy never tried to smash you.
No,
He didn't. Okay.
no, because he was good looking. He had a bunch of girls. But I knew that he would.
That makes sense.
In a way, I knew he would, but he never tried.
Okay.
So
If he had money, would have you thought about him as a more serious prospect if he had his shit together financially and had a stable life? I think the answer is yes.
probably, but
Yeah.
I can't even see him that in that way because
Okay.
he still doesn't to this day. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Fair enough.
Good point.
What about you? Why are the guys in your life that are friend zoned? Why are they friend zoned and never elevated to some type of intimacy?
They're taken, and I'm a respectful ass bitch.
So if they made a move at you, you would take it.
No, because they're taken.
No, but I'm saying if they let's say they became single and made a move at you.
It depends. It depends
what?
on where the friendship is. If we're too close, I'm not gonna fuck you because I don't want to cross that border.
But I'm asking, like, for your guy friends now, you're saying all of them, the reason why you're not, none of them are getting elevated to something more is because they have girlfriends, right? So that's the condition under which why you're friends. So I'm saying that condition's gone. He's single now and he's hitting on you.
It's also a combination of the fact that I really don't want a relationship right now.
Okay, let's say they try to smash then.
So that doesn't, do
So
anything.
it's not the fact that they have girls, it's something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's me, honestly.
It's you.
It's me.
But are you like not talking to any guys right now or something like that? Is that what you're trying?
I got a couple that I'm talking to that I have fun with,
Yeah.
but I just don't have.
She belongs to the street. Okay. So you don't want to have fun with your guy friends. You want to keep them in that friend zone role.
Yeah, they're taken. So I
But
don't.
I'm saying if they're not taken, what is it that's holding you back? Because clearly you're cool with other guys.
Yeah.
So we want to know why these guys can't do it.
It's a certain line to me. If I look at you and I know you and I find out that you're close to my kin and you're too close for comfort, I'm not gonna fuck you because that's like me.
Are they friends with like your family members?
Yeah.
That's why?
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't you just say that?
Well, you didn't ask.
No, I did ask. I just had to ask a million times for you to say that.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the real reason they're never going to get elevated is because they're friends with people close to you, familiar wise.
That's not
family
it,
wise.
though.
Quite literally said kin.
It's like that's a point, but the whole thing is that if I have a relationship with you, if I have a working relationship with you, right?
Mhm.
That's my working relationship with you. I'm not going to cross those boundaries. If I have a friendship with you, right? That's a friendship. I'm not going to cross those boundaries because who's going to fuck it up? I'm going to fuck it up. I don't care about you. You could not
Period.
catch feelings or whatever the case is.
So
I'm going to fuck it
you've
up.
never smashed a coworker or a friend before, ever?
I don't do that. I really try not to mix. I have before, and that's how I know it's messy.
Okay, perfect. Why did you go ahead and do it with that person? What made you say, you know what? I'm gonna drop all my rules. I'm gonna just try it.
Alcohol.
Okay.
So the reality is the niggas didn't get her drunk enough. All right. Fantastic. What about you? All the guys that you have friend zoned, why were they never elevated to anything more?
I don't have male friends.
Oh, you just don't have any at all?
No.
Never.
No.
Damn.
No.
Why?
Why?
I just don't believe they can't really, I don't believe in platonic male friendships.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right.
Oh shit.
Based.
All right.
All right.
What about you? Why did all your guy friends never be elevated from friend to?
So, what's interesting? Like, I'm kind of like the queen of like platonic relationships, like with guys.
She belongs to the streets.
I'm sure I'm keeping it all the way 1,000. Like, like I'm friends with guys and they're like my brothers. Like, I
Okay.
just
Why
talk to
the
them.
question is why did you not never elevate any of these brothers?
because if I like a guy, I'm gonna let him know the first 5 minutes. It's not like anyway this, that, or the fourth. However, I still vibe with people. I still connect with people. We still all benefit each other in some sort of way. I don't have to fuck you. We can just we can make shit happen.
How do you benefit guys?
How do I benefit guys? Well, I'm pretty organized. A lot of men in general have problems organizing their thoughts, getting their just shit together sometimes.
I know you
And
ain't talking about organizing thoughts. We asked a very direct question and you can't even answer it.
okay.
The question was, what specifically is the reason that you did not elevate the guys that are in the friend zone? It can be they don't look good, they're boring, they're too nice, they're lame.
Well, I'm more of a vibe, but I got to be attracted to you in all kind of ways. There's like a checkbox of things.
Give us the checkbox.
And
then.
typically, obviously, like the person's got to be a good vibe.
Okay.
Not too freaking wild. A little wild is fine, but too much is too much.
Yeah.
At least what I would like to find someone that I would find attractive. Personally, someone that at least takes care of themselves. That says a lot about the guy.
So would it be fair to say that the guys that you have, this is so hard for the girls to answer. Would it be fair to say that the guys that you have friend zoned aren't attractive to you and they don't have the vibe that you just described?
I mean, they might not be attracted to me, but to be honest with you, like most guys, I just you have to be connected with me mentally for me to
So
get
you're
on that.
sapiosexual?
I mean,
I am.
I wouldn't say this. I don't want to put myself in a box, but I could be,
Chris,
I
don't
would
steal my
say
thunder,
I
bro.
am.
Okay.
It just as far as attraction goes, a lot has changed over the past years, I would say.
Why are the guys that are friend zoned from you? Why can they not fuck you, bro? That's what it is.
I'm not attracted to them.
Okay. They're ugly?
Fuck yeah.
They're ugly?
I mean, I don't want to say they're ugly. They're just not for me. They're not for me. Okay? Nobody's ugly in this bitch. They're just not for me.
Yeah, what are you on right now?
It's okay. Nothing. Just a little bit of tequila is fine.
Okay.
No worries. No worries.
Jesus. All right. What about you?
I don't really have guy friends like
You don't?
that.
None at all?
If they're my friends, they're usually because they're in like a business with me. But still.
Okay. So they're more associates.
Is it because of your man, or you just chose not to have friends?
Yeah, most of them are like his friends that I would be like friends with.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Did he tell you not to have guy friends, or you just kind of
Automatically?
I just like having girlfriends.
Fair enough. What about you?
Any of the guy friends that I have now are usually from like childhood, like up until middle school.
Okay.
And like they're all in college now.
Why are they
so,
stuck in the friend zone? Specifically.
Childhood, family, just family ties.
Okay. So you're like her.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But also because I'm in a relationship too. So that never went any further. Like never looked for guy friends.
But I mean, prior to your relationship, it's only been 7 months. But the main thing is the family ties.
Main thing is like family ties. Yeah, and then after that, I just never. Gotten into it.
What about you?
I don't have many guy friends, but the ones that I do have, it's either because they're effeminate or we just don't have the same values, so we'd be totally incompatible if we dated.
Okay. When you say they don't have the same values, what specifically?
Well, they don't want the same things. Like, I want to live in the countryside. I'm looking to settle down. For me, like, outlooks matter very much.
Okay.
So I couldn't be with somebody where philosophically we're totally different.
Okay.
All
right.
Yeah.
Fair
pretty
enough.
much.
So they're effeminate and they don't have the same, I guess, ambitions that you do
Yeah,
relationship
but
wise.
I also just don't have many guy friends.
Okay.
Like, I have, like, maybe one or two.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, can you reiterate the question?
Stupid. The question is, the guy friends that you have, guys that are stuck in the friend zone that you have, think of them. All right, now that you have them, why are they there and why did they never be elevated to something sexual?
Okay. They're not elevated for something sexual because if we're friends, I have a lot of fun with you. So meaning that like I don't want to have that type of fun. If I wanted the type of fun, it would have been initiated on the first like altercate, like the first instance we met.
Okay, I understand what she's saying.
Sometimes
She
it
sucks at
doesn't
saying it, but
occur.
what she means is
Yeah.
fun for her, not fun for the guy.
Yeah.
She enjoys their company because maybe they pay for a table or whatever the hell it may be, or they're showing her an experience, and she's having fun, and she don't want to get rid of that by making it sexual and losing that opportunity. Is that what you're trying to say?
A little bit, somewhat, but me personally, like when it comes to like the using of men, like I only like you know what I mean. But like when it comes to the using of men, I only allow.
I'm just using
like,
the table as an example so the audience can understand.
Yeah,
But-
I only allow what they allow.
okay.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You
No,
know
that's
what I
fine.
mean? But you know what I mean? When it comes to the men, it's like, you know what I mean? It's cut and dry. Like you can know exactly what they want as soon as it's mostly like, you know,
Give us
just a
an example of using men.
well, using men. Well, I used to say I am not a practitioner of using men.
Okay.
I'm not a practitioner of using men.
She goes as far as they're willing to allow her. So let's say he gets a table, she'll join in.
Yes,
Because
and
he's already doing
if he
it.
invites me, then you know what I mean. Like you want me at your table, you know what I mean. But like when it goes to as far as you know, like
What if he says, "Yo, after this, shorty, like I'm feeling you. Let's go back to the crib." What are you gonna do?
it's up to my interpretation. I feel, you know what I mean. Like if I am attracted to that person, then maybe I do want to go. But sometimes I don't get that attraction, and then you do become a friend.
Okay. So the guys that you have in the friend zone, they offer you some kind of benefit, and you don't want to lose that benefit by making it sexual with them.
No benefit from my friends. My friends are purely for fun. My friends are purely for fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Which is a benefit.
yeah, that is a benefit, but that's the only benefit I use them for. You know what I mean?
Just for fun.
Like,
So not dates, not dinner dates, nothing like that.
Why would we go on dates if we're friends?
So she wants to have a good time. But, I mean,
But she's the one having the good time because women think that their presence alone is fun, and it's not. And that's a very, and then she gave a very female answer, which is cool. Hey, like I said before, typically for one gender to get what they want, the other one has to concede on what they want.
Yeah.
If a man wants to get sex with a girl, she has to concede a bit and not necessarily get a relationship, and vice versa. My thing is that most of the time, girls are winning way more. They're getting the attention, they're getting the resources, they're getting the experience, whatever it may be.
Security as well.
And this is maybe some sort of security, while the guy, a lot of times, doesn't even get sex, or if he does, maybe it's starfish. So what she's saying is, I'm not willing to give up my fun, translation. I'm not willing to give up certain experiences, right, with this guy and make it sexual because, you know, once you fuck a guy, everything changes, right?
Yes.
That's what she's trying to say.
Yes.
You just suck at articulating yourself, but it's okay. We got you.
Period.
Yeah, yo, I don't know if y'all noticed. That experiment was very difficult for the
tough.
girls to say because I'll just keep it 1,000. If you guys say what we want y'all to say, well, not what we want y'all to say, but what you really think directly, it'll make you look really bad. Which that experiment kind of just displayed that.
Yeah.
If you had said the real reason why you don't want to fuck with the guys, well, some of y'all were honest, like her, he's effeminate, they don't have the same thing. Someone said something along the lines of maybe family or whatever, but y'all were being around the bush a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was very interesting to see that.
But you said that he was too nice, which is a good point as well.
Yeah.
That he was too pleasing.
Yeah.
So
very
okay.
interesting.
Good
I
point.
didn't feel he
I
was
think
like
there's a reason
real
behind
with
that,
me, you know?
Also, that's actually another good point as well. He said he was so nice that you didn't think it was real.
I
He was
didn't
too
feel
nice,
he
right?
was real with me. It was just to like win over my affection or my admiration for him instead
Nice
of
guy
just
game.
being
Yeah. When you're too nice, it backfires on you.
instead of just being himself. If
Yeah.
he was just himself and just let me saw him and see him as he was, really
For who he is.
Yeah.
Well, this is exactly why, guys. I think I'm carrying around to say this shit. This is why women deserve less. Book coming out very soon, niggas. And the reason why is because when you pedestalize girls and you're too nice and you give them this bullshit, they don't respect you. You know,
That's
when
so
you
mean.
that's the reality, huh?
That's so mean.
What does that mean?
Why women deserve? I mean, you know, I feel like if you're
Merch.
not a good person, you know, I understand if you mess up, but however, you know. I
Well, the
think
reason
you-
why
you
women deserve less is quite literally because of your answer before. Oh, I didn't find him attractive, whatever.
It
The
really
reason
wasn't
why-
that. It's just more so not about the attraction. Me, when I meet people, I don't even necessarily look at them as a sexual type of thing in
Right.
general.
It's mostly
Like I'm just
men.
like meeting people. It's not like I'm trying to fuck them because obviously, you know, it just
Okay,
it's
well,
not
here's
my
the
thing.
problem. I love how you looked at it only through your lens.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you got to look at it through the men's lens. When
Okay.
they deal with you, they're looking always at sex. Men only talk to women for sex, bro. So what I'm saying is that if you're looking for sex, you're trying to get laid. Women typically deserve less. They treat you better when you give them less. This is why nice guys finish last, bad boys don't do well. So if your goal is to be good with women, you need to give them less for them to actually respect you. And then they must earn everything else. But a lot of guys give women more up front and they don't respect it.
And also, if you don't care about being with men like that. Just buy a dog and die alone. Rest in peace, Cass.
So, do you have something? Go ahead.
Yes, I was just going to say that you're basically just saying to men by saying women deserve less, kind of like how girls tell their girlfriends, like, if he's going to treat you like that, just move on. Like, don't give him the time of day. Don't give him your energy. You're basically just saying the same thing to guys. If she's not interested in you, don't try to keep winning her over by being fake and doing all these things. Just move on. She doesn't deserve you to keep giving her all these things if she's not interested in what you're interested in.
I'll be very blunt with you guys. It's because when you pedestalize women, they become terrible people.
Well, you know.
Anytime a woman's with a man that she feels she's superior than, that pedestalizes her, she starts to disrespect that man. She starts to treat him poorly. She starts to abuse him.
Yeah.
So for a man, he must be on top of the girl as far as like hierarchy. She needs to respect him more than he respects her. She must like him more than he likes her. Because women, when they're in a leadership role and they feel like they're being pedestalized by their man, that inherently makes them think, I'm better than this guy. And when a woman feels like she's better than her guy, she'll want to take him seriously. Women only want men that are at their level, but preferably better than them. I see you shaking your head.
I think it's your upbringing, because at the end of the day,
Whose upbringing specifically?
it's based off of you yourself, your experience yourself,
The man or the woman?
each to each,
Both.
right?
It's both.
As a female,
Okay.
my family's from Jamaica and India, right? Listen,
Bad man, that's
I
straight.
cook, I clean, I nurture, I do all of these things. I can help you double your money. I'm good around the house. I'm good everywhere else. Listen, right? But if my man treats me like a queen and he's putting me on a pedestal, I'm only going to treat him like a king 5 times as
As
more.
you should.
You have to stay
Really?
desirable.
you should.
And that's
Stop
what
the
makes
cap.
me simp. That's why I'm
Desirable.
single
You
right
should
now.
teach them
Stop
better.
the
Because
cap.
I know
Treat them
how
better.
much I give to the
Exactly.
man when I love him. So I'm very,
But-
very selective.
Hold on,
with-
stop the show. You're telling me you cook and clean for your sugar daddy?
I do.
You do?
I do.
You have sex with him?
I do.
Okay.
my God,
You
Dad,
give him
sorry.
everything he wants?
I do.
Okay. But you're seeing other men. So
And
what
he
do you mean by
knows.
that?
And he knows.
Do you think he likes that?
No.
He
The answer is
if he
nope.
didn't like it, he wouldn't fuck with me, because the thing is, men that have money like that, they have options, right?
But here's the problem. This is a perfect example of what I mean when I say women deserve less. If he gave you less and told you, yo, I don't deal with girls that go out and fuck other guys while I'm dealing with them, you would respect him more and you would stay inside and not do that. But
My
the fact that he gives you
situation-
all these options is quite literally against what he wants. It's just that he doesn't have the balls to tell you that.
My situation is quite different, though. My situation is different because the type of person that I am, I'm very open, I'm very blunt, I'm very honest, right? When I start fucking with somebody, I need you to know exactly who I am, where I come from, and where I'm going. And I want to know all of that shit about you, too. And I feel like the niggas that I fuck with respect that. There's only 2 of them, and they both know about each other. No one else is entering that circle. Nothing is coming out. At the end of the day, I respect them, and they respect me. But the thing is, I don't associate myself with people who believe in shooting down women. You know, it wasn't fun being a woman until
Misogyny.
recently. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun being a
Misogyny.
woman until recently. And to be honest, I don't really agree with a lot of the things that feminists put out there, right? But at the end of the day, we wasn't really winning back then. So we deserve a little bit of glory. I agree. If you give them too much, some females take that inch for the mile, but it depends on your upbringing. Me, when I see you giving me less, I look at you and I say, what's wrong, baby? You need some more nurturing? Let me take a titty out. It gets different,
Here's
right?
the thing. Women must invest first. The problem is that guys invest in girls first, and girls don't respect that, and they think that they're better than the guy. So what I'm saying, I'm not saying that you treat women like shit. What I am saying is that you need to have the girl invest in you first before you invest in her. The problem is that guys come in, I'll buy you a bag, I'll travel, take you here, take you there, and women don't respect you when you do that
I
shit.
agree with you.
So
I actually
that's why I
agree
say
with you
women
on
why
that.
women deserve less. So guys
not
need to
that.
stop simping.
So imagine a celebrity, right? That's fans. They'll
Yeah.
do whatever they can for the celebrity. He's like, all right, this person's a fan. That's it. Same thing with girls. You treat them like a celebrity, they'll treat you like a fan. So we're just saying, look, on some level, if she's into you, obviously you can do things for her. But if that is even on a table, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So-
To be honest, though, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, I'm Caribbean, so I was taught these morals from young, right?
Sorry, Twitch.
You
What?
What happened?
That's it.
Oh, all right, yeah, go, yeah, okay, yeah.
Who said it?
Yeah, keep going, that's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
So, I'm Caribbean.
You're
What-
You're Caribbean, you're tossing
Your
your morals.
Your morals.
So basically,
Fucking
with,
2 guys. My bad.
Oh no.
Go ahead. All right, go
with the
ahead.
fucking of the 2 guys, my whole thing is I have the understanding of it, right? There's no disrespect, right? I understand where you guys are coming from, where you give women, right? You give them too much, and sometimes it's misunderstood, right? But from where I come from, right? You deserve what I want from you. It's the golden rule. So at the end of the day, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you who I am. I'm going to show you that I can do these things, right? And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt so you see what you're looking at. And you could decide how you're going to treat me. If you treat me wrongly, I don't mess with you. If you treat me rightly, I know that there's something good. There's potential in this because I showed you my best.
Okay, you mentioned morals and mirrors in the Caribbean, right? I'm from the Caribbean as well, Barbados. However, you being sugar daddies isn't moral at all. So that premise right there is faulty.
I didn't say I follow all of them.
All right, so well, you know what? How about this? Since you're going to pick and choose when you want to go ahead and exercise morals, I'm going to pick and choose when women deserve less. And most women deserve less.
I guess.
That's the reality because modern day women are no longer traditional. They make their own money. They have their own jobs. They have their own careers. And a lot of them, by the time you date a regular 25-year-old girl, she has bodies.
It comes with the culture.
So,
truthfully, you know,
comes with the culture?
Like just in general, like, you know, how you say women deserve less.
Yes.
It's because
Modern day women deserve less.
now here's the deal. It depends on the type of woman that you, because if she's giving out less, if she's talking to you and she's not giving you a whole lot, obviously you're not going to give back. But if she's like, hey,
but the problem is that guys give too much.
Okay, I understand. But the thing is, if you're meeting them and they're not putting out enough, what, you know, and putting, you know, at least showing you the same kind of energy that you're giving back to them, don't waste your time. However, if this woman has a lot of skills, a lot of capabilities, a lot of talents, a lot of things that she cooks, she does things that are high value for the man as far as him living, that would be good. And that's where the culture comes from.
Let me ask you a question.
Women
Are you a man dating women?
My man dating women?
Yeah.
What?
It's a rhetorical question. It's no. And what I'm telling you is that most modern women are not going to do what you just stated. They're just not.
That's what I agree. I agree. There's something wrong with this culture. And it's just, and it starts with how we think about each other, how we think about men, how we think about women.
Yeah, most women don't respect most men.
Right. That's the only way it's going to change.
The reality is most women don't respect
and
men.
They shouldn't look at a man just for money. That's
okay,
so
so
wrong.
since most women don't respect men, I'm telling guys, in general, women deserve less. That's why the title of the book is that way, because most girls don't respect men.
An undesirable woman deserves less. Sorry. I'm so sorry for interrupting you, but undesirable woman, an undesirable woman deserves less.
Okay, but guess what? That's a majority of modern day women today. A majority of modern women today are undesirable to men in general because they don't have feminine traits and they're not traditional. They want you as a man to be a provider, to be a leader, to be strong, to be masculine, etc. What do we get in return for that? Well, we get a girl that's used up, a whore, masculine as hell, fat, bitchy, rude, abrasive, etc. That is the modern day woman. And she doesn't respect you because she thinks she's equal to you because of feminism. So my thing is, I'm not going to be a traditional man to a typical modern day woman because she's not traditional. That's a bad trade for me. Well, am I going to go ahead and trade in my success, my masculinity, my protection, my provisioning for a girl that, quite frankly, doesn't give me that femininity in return?
It's a misinterpretation.
It's not a good trade.
It's a misinterpretation.
I'm telling you that most of those women don't exist in the West.
I think it's where you
Go ahead.
look. I think it's where you look. It's a misinterpretation and it's where you look, right? Maturity doesn't necessarily go by age, right? But it goes with on your mental, what you do, how you act, how you move, right? It depends on where you look. If you look in the right places, you're going to find some ratchet bitches, right? If you look in the other right places, you're going to find some well-spoken, professional, great young women.
You have
right?
a point. Back in the day, I would say you're correct. But because of social media, the current TikTok pandemic, it could be, you could be anywhere in the world. It could affect you. We're just saying, look.
Yo, most women are not wife material, dude. Like, I'm just going to be extremely blunt about that. Most women are not wife material. Most women are not worthy of a long-term relationship. Most women, quite frankly, want you to pay full sticker price for a used up vehicle. And I don't mean to compare you guys to cars, but it's a very simple analogy. High mileage, yet they want you to pay full price. And I'm telling guys not to do that. The car, the dealer, and women deserve less. Because if I'm going to go ahead and trade in my resources and time for something that's used up, I'm not going to go all the way.
How
And
much
why
less?
should I?
Yes, good men are scarce too nowadays too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
men also
women-
think-
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
No. Let me correct you.
Themselves.
There's plenty of good men out there. The problem is that they're too nice. They're not tall enough. They don't make enough money. They're not attractive enough. They're not ambitious enough. There's plenty of nice guys out there that would love to date you and take you seriously and make you their main girl. But the problem is that most women want a guy that's in the top 2%.
Social media.
But hold on.
Yeah.
You said earlier, right? They're out there, good women. Please tell us where they are.
The good women.
Yeah, please tell us.
You gotta pray for that.
Bookstore.
honey.
You gotta pray
So thank you.
Yes. If you believe in manifestation, which I have
manifest. Manifest it.
Listen, at the end of the day, honestly, there's certain
Manifest it?
bars. There's certain bars.
Bro,
There's
hold on.
certain-
Stop.
Think real hard.
Only women get to say nonsensical things like manifest it. You think I'm going to sit here and be like, I'm going to manifest that I'm going to be rich and famous and
What
it's
is
going to happen? Like,
manifestation?
Yes.
no,
I mean,
like,
you could.
listen,
about it
bro.
real hard.
Listen. There's a difference between men and women. Men must actually take action to get to where the hell they want to go because success, performance, it's our burden. Okay? Y'all can live in a Disney fairy tale and say, I'm going to manifest it. The signs, astrology, blah, 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 all this other stuff. We got to live in reality, man.
Listen,
There's no one to save us.
I'd had to make real money, had to get up off of my ass. I had to pray, been in situations that was terrible,
Yes.
that was hectic, that was crazy, right? And my manifestation is the reason why I'm here
Yeah,
today.
you manifested 2 sugar daddies.
I
So the point
manifested 2
is-
sugar daddies,
all right?
a few businesses, a
But
whole
you're
lot
mi-
of
hold on,
money.
hold on. You missed the point. You had the ability to get saved by 2 men that have resources. We don't get that privilege as men.
Because
No one's saving
you guys
us.
can have cougars.
Well,
No
Okay.
one's stopping you
I
from
think
having
so were you
cougars.
genuinely
Jobs.
asking where you can
very
find
good.
quality
No
women?
I've never heard
Men
of
have
a-
become more
An
feminine.
average
and
woman,
women have become more
an
masculine.
average woman can easily find a simp to pay her bills. An average man has no fucking chance. Even a model guy, he ain't gonna get no cougar to pay his bills. She might fuck him because he's like a Chad, but she ain't gonna sit there and pay his
Just might
bills and
use
support
him,
him.
though.
Like, come on, bro. Let's be
it's
honest
the
here.
proper approach. It's the way
think-
that you speak. You can get anything by the way that you approach and the way that you speak. You could be a short ass. You could be 4'2". You could have
Stop
no
the show.
money.
Stop the show. Would you support a man financially? Would you support a man financially? Yes or no?
No.
Would you support a man financially? Would you support a man financially?
Temporarily.
Okay.
Well,
that's
actually,
good. That's a good
yeah,
answer.
temporarily. 'cause
Okay. Would you support a man financially long term?
To help out, but overall, we have, it's a team.
Yeah.
Would you support a man financially long term?
My husband or
A guy that you're
In
with
general,
that, yeah.
dating.
no?
No. Would you?
Temporarily.
Okay. Would you?
Not long term.
All the girls here on the
You didn't
panel.
ask me.
Well,
Well,
I'm showing to prove you because
Yes.
you're saying, oh,
But you,
cougar.
if you would have given me the chance to answer, I would have told you that I have twice, 3 years
Yeah.
max.
Where are they now?
And I've been,
Hold
and
on.
I've been.
Where are those men now?
That's why I don't do that no more.
Oh.
That's why I don't
Yo,
do
what are
that
you
no more.
arguing? What the fuck are you
What I'm
arguing?
arguing is the fact that I tried. I tried to
It
be
doesn't
with
work.
somebody and it didn't
It clearly
work.
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
we're
Why
telling
are we
you.
arguing?
You're defeating your. See, you're
We're
arguing.
on the same page.
No, yo, you literally said, I said, men can't get saved. You respond, get a cougar. I'm telling you.
You
it
wanna know
doesn't work.
why he
Yo,
didn't
stop
get
interrupting.
saved?
Stop interrupting. That's the problem. You're not listening to understand. You're listening to respond. I said, men can't get saved by women. You responded, a cougar can save you. So I said, how many of you would take care of a man? All of them said no. Even you. I did, but then I got rid of him because I was supporting a man. Thank you for proving my fucking point. Women don't provide security for men long term. So we can't manifest this bullshit that you're talking about.
If you-
We got to go out there and perform. We
So-
can't get 2 sugar daddies.
If you didn't approach the situation properly, you don't get what you want. The reason why those men were able to get 2 to 3 years out of me helping them out is because the dream that they pitched
Yeah.
was actually something I believed in.
Well,
I was like, you know what, we
broke
could do
men
this. But
deserve
guess what he
less.
did? Guess what he did? He went and fucked around on other people. If I'm paying for
Yeah.
all of
I
your shit,
deserve
right?
less.
That's
Hold
what
on.
happened.
I think-
Hold
so
on.
all that did
Broke
was
men
teach
deserve
me
less.
not to do that.
So
Do you see where it goes?
So
He
tell
taught
this
me
to
not
all the short guys out there that have a good speech and a good plan to these women, but they say, "Oh, sweetheart, if only you were taller." Tell it to all guys that are fat out of shape and like, "Yo, nigga, you're too fat." Listen, I get what you're saying, but it makes no sense.
You're looking in the wrong place.
Where should we look? Please tell us.
Because the guys, I think where they're looking at social media. They're looking at,
No, no,
damn, I
where
want a
should we
bitch
look?
that looks like this. I want this, and that.
Where should we
So
look?
they're
Where should we look?
they're reaching for females that aren't even giving themselves to the
The
public
Where
anyway.
should we
Okay.
look?
What
Please
do
enlighten
you
us.
look
If
like?
I
You know,
knew,
for example, if you're
I
on
would tell
Tinder,
them because you
you're
look
on
like a nice
Tinder.
person.
Yo,
I would tell
you just be talking to talk, bro.
Yeah, literally.
You literally just be talking to talk.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Can we
yeah,
actually tell
incredible.
you? Can we ask like where people
Yo,
think?
somebody sent me a
They'll
meme
find good
about
women?
manifestation that's so good. I can't find it on my phone though. Damn it.
I mean, if you have some suggestions, go ahead, shoot.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
curious to where people think that you can find good women.
Yeah.
It depends
Do
on
any
what
do
you
any of the
look
girls
like.
know? Any of the
Here's
girls
the
want to say?
problem.
I know.
Here's the
All right.
problem.
Hold
I
on.
would start by saying
we'll
like
start here and then we'll work our way.
You're
Go
right.
ahead. Work it.
Yes. If you do not look like you have, like, you need to look like you deserve a bad bitch. If you don't look like you deserve a bad bitch, you need to go look for somebody in your category.
I don't think the question was fair.
That wasn't a
Nobody
question.
needs to
That wasn't a question.
overextend. Oh, what was the question?
That wasn't a question.
What's
Bro,
the
you
question?
talking to talk too.
Church.
What about you?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't leave the house that much, but
We could
when
tell.
I do, I listen to live jazz music.
Okay.
I play sports on the beach. I play
Okay.
a lot of sports.
Okay.
So maybe I go to the farmers market on Sundays.
Okay.
I go to church.
Nerd.
Don't give too much info.
She's
Okay.
telling you
Yeah.
where to find them.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
telling you where to find
Regular
them.
places. I
places.
don't know where to find them.
The
Okay.
library.
What about you?
Wait, what was the question again?
Incredible.
Stupid.
Where can you find good quality women?
I think what she just said right now. Also, if you're well educated, I think if you come from a good family, I think like a stable family. I think if you have a stable family, you kind of have a good example of a good relationship.
But how are you going to find a girl from a stable family? Is the
Well, it
question.
depends who you know. Like, if you don't know them, then oh well, you don't know them. Like,
Interesting.
They're mutual.
it's whether you know. I guess.
Okay. You asked the question, so go ahead. Your
Oh,
turn.
I was just gonna say a bookstore, like somebody who's like developing themselves.
Barnes and Noble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are going
Right on.
extinct.
Borders. Is that
Yeah, I don't
is
even
that
know if
over?
they're still around.
I know. Is that over?
Yeah, I
Am
think they're
old?
gone too. What about you?
Well, I guess guys are gonna start off with Tinder first. So if you wanna
don't go there.
if you do look, I'm just gonna I know what you're gonna do. So if you're gonna get on Tinder, I want you to have a respectable Tinder profile. I don't want to see any bullshit. I don't even want to see. I don't want to see your Instagram because if you have your Instagram in the bio, you're for the streets. To keep it 1,000. I want to see that you're at least trying to do something, but also you're working on yourself and you're working hard. At least something, because even with women, like men want to see that we're working as well.
Do you know what the question is?
Yeah, you're saying where we're gonna find the women. So I'm trying to.
You're saying Tinder?
Yeah, you can find them on Tinder. You can go to church. You can go wherever.
There you go. Check out.
Yeah, just try it out. Everybody's like, no, I'm anti-church. Well, just try it out. Have you ever tried it out? Like, try it out.
All right.
Yeah,
Try it out. It might be lit.
Try it out.
Or
Yeah,
look,
lit.
Eventbrite.
Try it out.
Eventbrite has a lot of events. You can just go out, check out new events, and just make the eye contact. It's all
clubs.
about the eye contact.
Anywhere but
You're
the
trying to
club,
pick up a girl.
basically.
Look at him like with those eyes.
Do you think as a man you can pick up girls?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Say yes.
Okay.
If I was a dude, heck yeah, I
Gotcha.
can pick up some chicks.
I'm sure you can. On Tinder, of course.
What about
on
you?
Tinder.
Where should guys go to find girls? Wholesome women.
Good
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Community events. I feel like the list of where to find bad women is much longer.
Facts.
Community events, outdoor concerts.
Outdoor concert.
I don't know, I think of country concerts.
Oh, that's a terrible place to meet them, but okay. All right. What about you?
I'm gonna say it again.
Well, you didn't even know when we asked you earlier. So what about you?
The
I would
word
say-
of the I'm sorry, darling.
No, go ahead.
The power of the tongue is so important. And people who are not spiritual
can't
won't
find
be
this
able
video,
to
bro.
feel it. Right. But at the end of the day, I've spoken everything into my life. When I wanted a man, I prayed. I was like, please send me somebody who's not dumb. Please send me somebody who's not going to take all my money.
Amen.
Please send me somebody good.
No
And he did
substantial
for the
network.
time.
All right. What about you?
I would say first and foremost, people just need to get back out into the world again,
Uh-huh.
like these
Yeah.
ladies were saying, out from behind the computer and the game consoles and just go places. I think the more important thing, not where, but how to vet the women. Because you can find a good woman anywhere. You just need to know how to identify that woman as a good woman and
Or how would you vet her then?
respect. If she respects you and if she is giving you the attention and energy back that you're giving her. But if she's kind of blowing you off and just not giving you the time of day, don't continue to pursue her. But if she seems like, shy or interested or whatever, I mean, that's the very beginning stage of it. But then it just builds from there as it gets more serious, if you're able to call her out on her disrespect and if she's able to correct herself and appreciate your perspective.
Give us 3 traits that make a girl immediately unwifeable. Since you're talking about vetting.
Unwifeable, I would say someone that's not willing to see your perspective or take it seriously and see your perspective as valid. Or thinks she's always right.
Okay. 2 more.
Someone that's not willing to I actually agree with you guys that a woman should be sexually available whenever her man wants that. So if she's not willing to do that, and then I would say someone that won't follow your lead. Period. I mean, if she wants to be the leader of the show and run the show, I would say it's not going to work out long term. And I would say I made a lot of those mistakes in my marriage. And that's one of the things that helped me paradigm shift, was because it was very painful for me to go through that. And I wanted to do whatever it took to make sure that I fixed the issues that were in me that caused it.
Accountability?
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Do you think feminism kind of told you to take a more leadership role in your marriage and relationship, and that's what caused it, or
Subconsciously, it's the culture.
Uh-huh.
I think it's brainwashing women, and I think that we don't even realize it. We don't even realize that we're like that, because culture tells us that they're basically like,
you can do more?
yeah, like that we need to. We don't
Yeah.
need to compete with our man. We don't need to be anything you can do, I can do better. We don't need to do that because we're not the same. We can
Hence
be,
why women deserve less.
or yeah. I mean,
That's the title of the book, but
Would y'all
I
prefer
talk.
to be,
I go
would
into
y'all prefer to be alone?
I
Like,
deep dive
come
all
on,
this
right?
stuff.
Like, if y'all, we deserve less. I mean,
Left with
you
butt.
can just be alone. That's fine.
Did you not?
Yo, it's
Did you not hear what she was saying?
No, I get what you said.
What's the book called?
It's called Why Women Deserve Less.
You should
But
put why most.
Why most women?
Yeah, I think that's why people get mad.
It sounds nicer. It sounds nicer.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because
But-
that's probably what you mean too, right?
No,
But remember,
Well.
it's a book cover.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want people to read
Yeah.
the book.
And to be honest, if you go,
Marketing.
if I line up 100 women today and I go talk to them, like 95 of them are going to deserve less, because a lot of them are on a pedestal. A lot of them have Instagrams. A lot of them have their DMs blown up. A lot of them have their
Yeah.
egos in the sky, think that they deserve more than they really do, and they think that they're better than you. The average woman nowadays does not respect the average man.
It's like
If a
you
guy
find
makes
them-
50K per year, 5'8", has a blue collar job, most women would never give him the time of day.
I'm not really sure who would be a role model for someone to be like, the ideal woman. Like, who would I look like? Who would I look at right now? And
Who's
be like,
your ideal? Who do you think is a female role model? That will tell me a lot about you. Go
a
ahead.
female role model
Give
for
me,
me?
give me a female role model. Yeah, that you think
I
is
would
one.
say Beyonce.
Incredible.
Go
yeah.
Queen.
I would have to.
Okay.
Because that's the person I want. Like, the person that I strive to be is somebody that's discreet. And I also you know what I mean? Somebody that's
See, here's the thing
discreet
with
and,
Beyonce, because I talked about this in my book in a chapter. She is probably one of the biggest con women ever. She tells y'all strong and independent. She tells you guys, all the single ladies, she tells you guys, I can have another you in a minute, blah, 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 blah. But guess what happened? She went ahead and married Jay-Z, who has a higher net worth than her, okay? When he cheated on her, she ain't going fucking nowhere, right? And she's still with him. So she tells you and sells you the lie of feminism and being single and you can replace and all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, when it actually happened to her, she folded. So Beyonce is not a good role model. If you're gonna follow her mantra, if you follow her actions, maybe that's one thing. But what she sells y'all versus what she does are two different things.
I believe 75% of men cheat.
Along with Cardi B, I don't cook, don't clean. Offset has recording her dumbass cooking and cleaning, right?
City Girls.
Nicki Minaj, terrible example. City Girl. Kim Kardashian. She's paying right now the consequences for being a hoe, having sex on camera back in 2006. She got the fame, but it came at a cost. And I predict that we're going to have a bunch of other women that are going to be in that predicament thanks to OnlyFans.
All the OnlyFans girls.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Sad.
So, hey, man, I'm not saying that women are terrible people, etc. But what I am saying is that your guys' decisions have very strong consequences.
True.
So
Well, you don't have to be completely naked on OnlyFans to make money on OnlyFans.
That's not the
Post 'em
point.
up- Yeah,
It's the stigma, though.
Yeah, it's
if,
just
if
a
a guy is
thing.
OnlyFans, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, she a hoe. Oh, so smash though.
Yeah.
But would he wife up?
Association.
Maybe not.
here's the thing: that fast money comes with slow problems, and that slow
Yeah.
problem is going to be that men are going to objectify you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And not take you seriously because
Exactly.
you're always going to be on the internet naked, and you're always going to be looked at as a sexual object versus be looked at as Annette.
Absolutely.
That's the difference.
I'm still curious though.
Yeah.
Where do you find good women? Because y'all ain't answer
Yeah,
questions
they
yet.
can't even answer it.
You said
So-
Tinder. That shit's trash, bro.
I mean, no,
I
Tinder was like
didn't.
the worst. That was the worst thing. But I
Cooking
don't know, maybe try
class,
Hinge.
Your church. I don't know.
Cooking class,
Alright.
church, the bookstore.
What
come
about
on.
you? Where can a guy find a good woman?
Activities.
School.
Botanical
Yeah.
garden.
School is a good one. School is a good one.
That's not bad.
Library,
All right, okay. Put it this way. I will finish this part and then we'll go on to the rest of the chats. The reason why I say modern day women deserve less is because modern day women today have the easiest existences that they've ever had. They have all the same rights and privileges as men, and they also have rights and privileges that men don't have. Okay, so you guys have the easy, and I get it. It's overcorrecting for with feminism, and that's fine. But that's why I tell guys to approach the dating game nowadays, where you have to give the girl less for her to respect you. The days of being a gentleman up front and getting good treatment for it, it doesn't work. If a guy goes on a first date now and gives a girl flowers, she's gonna laugh at him, put it in the group chat, and not take him seriously.
Yeah.
That's the
don't
problem.
do too much.
So being
all
a-
at once.
Well,
All at once.
but-
That's what I was gonna say.
Thank you for
At
proving-
least do something, but
Here,
not too much.
Stop talking for 2 seconds. The fact that you even had to say don't do too much
Mhm.
goes to show the dating mindset that we're in now. It used to be a gentleman would come pick you up, open your car for you, give you flowers, etc. And women used to respect that.
Mhm.
They don't anymore.
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying women deserve less, because if you give them that treatment, which you're calling too much, but it used to be the norm, and then girls come back and cry, why are there no nice guys anymore? Where'd all the good men go? Where'd all the gentlemen go? Y'all killed them off.
Well, you can still do nice things, but not too
Why
much.
wouldn't you
No.
Why
I
would
think
you?
what you mean to say is if you're into the guy already and you've proven his worth, then if he does
okay.
things, it's different. But if you didn't invest at all, he's doing it for you off rip, it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I described used to be the norm, but now girls look at it like too much.
Yeah.
So since girls are saying that's too much, I'm saying women deserve less. So thank you for proving my point.
And
also-
as long
and
as
also-
you're
I still enjoy a
devaluing
good
isn't like to the point where it's disrespectful and it's for the duration of the relationship.
Where did I say we're going to
No,
call it?
I didn't say that. I said as long as.
Nigga,
It doesn't
why
do
even
that.
bring it up? We didn't. Nobody said that.
I know. I just said as long as.
No, it's because, see, here's the thing. I said that, and she automatically assumed that's what
The
it was,
worst.
and that's how
I
she
did.
felt.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, fuck your feelings. I never said that.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
how I felt. That's why I
Like,
said
what-
as long as.
But how you feel versus what's real are two different things. Nowhere did I say abuse women, treat them like shit, blah, blah, blah. I just
Okay.
said women deserve less. You interpret it that way. Whose fault is that?
It's the way it's
Hold on,
your
hold on.
approach
Hold on,
and
hold
how
on.
you say it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Whose
It's how-
fault is it for interpreting it that way?
So anybody else here, the way that he speaks, does he come as though he is trying to tell you that women deserve less because of how they are making men devalue, or is it? Does it feel like it's coming from a
Here's
personal
a problem.
stance?
Here's a problem. You kept saying feel. All right. I conveyed something. You, instead of listening to what was said, you cared about how it was said. That's the difference between men and women.
It's both.
We communicate directly. I say this, you interpret it that way because it was said in a certain way.
Okay.
How I say it is irrelevant. What is said is what's relevant.
Me understanding you and you taking a chance to understand me is us communicating, and that is the issue that causes a lot of issues between men and females. At the end of the day, if I respected your opinion and I sit down to listen to it, I'm gonna feel you out. A lot of females don't do that. But I feel like your approach, instead of saying women deserve less, how about trying to find a way to teach women men's value because they don't see it? And it's not our fault. It's what's been pushed into our faces. Literally, you're as a child, you grow up seeing this shit the way you see it. You cannot fault the population for that. All you could do is try to be the example and spread the word.
Here's the problem. We can't change a millennia of what's been going on with this feminist movement over one episode.
I
What we
agree.
can do is tell you what we can do actively right now to kind of combat that. That's what we can do right now.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. We change the whole mindset.
Here's the difference.
But
You're listening to respond. I'm listening to
Yeah.
understand. The reason why I'm able to refute every single point that you've made is because I listen, I understand, and I'm able to come back. You're more concerned with how I say something versus what is said. What's important is what is said, not how it's said. But
Really?
you being a woman and interpreting everything through your emotions, like normal, which is why the show's so
Misogyny.
entertaining, is you immediately reacted like, you're devaluing women, blah, blah, blah. Nowhere did we ever say that. But you automatically assume women deserve less. That means abuse. No, it just means you can't pedestalize them anymore.
You asked me
and
about
I made that
my
very clear in the
opinion.
beginning.
You asked me about my opinion.
Your opinion is incorrect.
And the thing is, you said
Your
you
opinion is
refute.
incorrect.
Right? He
Your
said
opinion is
he
incorrect.
refuted. All I did was present a suggestion.
Yeah, well, your opinion is incorrect.
You can't. Opinions can't be wrong.
They absolutely
It's
can
an
be
opinion.
wrong. If I say my opinion is that 1 + 1 is 3, I'm
That's
incorrect.
your opinion. A fact is wrong. A fact is wrong. An opinion is an opinion. They teach you that in school. An opinion cannot be wrong because it's physics. It's what happens inside of your head.
You're from the islands?
Right?
Definition of fact is
I'm
debated
ashamed.
reality.
But
I'm
what I'm
ashamed.
saying
Yeah, we don't
is
claim
that
her,
a
bro.
fact.
We don't claim her, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, a fact can be true or wrong. An opinion
Holy.
is perspective.
Can I please say something?
Yo, this
Wait,
is
me
this. You
too.
know why? Now I see why this isn't making sense. You don't live in reality. A fact is real. That's what. You both y'all, I guess, aren't living in reality.
Manifest.
Now it makes sense why you're arguing with me, and when I'm saying things that are true, and you're like, blah blah blah. We're not even operating on the same like frequency. A
So what
fact
you're
is
saying-
a fact. An opinion can be wrong.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
you're trying to say
I think
something.
she's trying to say perspective, not opinion. Like everybody has their own perspective, but
But a perspective can be incorrect.
correct, right? Yes. But what I was going to say too about the title of the book, it's a catchy title. You are coaching men. You are not here to coach women. You're using the women on your panel to help coach men on how to be better men. It could also be titled.
Women don't listen too. That's another reason too
Right.
why we specifically don't really like coaching women, because they think they know it all and they don't want to hear the male's perspective, which is why this podcast is so entertaining, because very rarely do men tell women the truth about how the world really works because they want to have sex with them
Mhm.
and they don't say anything. So guys rarely tell girls, no, this is how it really goes, or you're wrong, or whatever, or telling a girl her opinion is wrong. That's why girls come in here like, no, you're wrong, blah, blah, blah. No, an opinion can absolutely be wrong.
But it can, the message coming from a woman to other women is better taken because they're not as offended by what.
But
what
women aren't honest with each other.
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
why we have the
that's why I
problem
want to try
now.
to change it. That's why I want to try to help change it too, because your book could also be called "Make Her Earn It." It could be called "Make Her Earn It" instead of just giving her everything, trying to earn her. How about you make her earn the things you give her by the respect that she shows you? It's the same thing that you're saying by saying women deserve less. It's just when women hear that, they're immediately, because their feelings, because we are emotional beings, their feelings get triggered by that because they're thinking of it in a derogatory way, like they don't matter or like they're never going to get
Well,
it.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah, you guys are putting women down instead of lifting men up.
Let me ask you this. Who controls their feelings?
Well,
everyone.
We should.
Okay.
But men can help
So
with that.
if you can't control your feelings, whose fault is that?
Well, I'm not saying it's not their
So
fault.
I'm not saying
saying
you,
it's-
but you're taking the accountability off women, like, oh, their feelings and their emotions.
No, I'm just saying the message that you're trying to give women is better taken coming from a woman. But you're not here to teach the women. You're here to teach the men.
Well, because like I said, a lot of women don't live in reality. So I'd
Yeah.
rather, it's better for me to just teach men because men are the leaders anyway.
Right, exactly. And they have the power. They have all the power. If they are a competent leader, they can lead a woman out of disrespect by how he treats her and how he will not accept it.
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom.
Oh my gosh, I've heard that before. That's funny.
Yo,
positive
okay, so
reinforcement?
you mentioned the book cover, Make Her Earn It, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
merch.
You're devaluing women by saying they don't deserve it up front. What's wrong with you?
Ooh.
Well, why? I mean, nobody just deserves something.
nobody deserves it. You see what I did there?
already does
No,
that.
you see what I did?
Yeah,
What I
everyone's
did
gonna
there?
be mad. Everyone's
So
gonna be mad. No
the
matter
moment
what.
you put a title on a book, they could put it anywhere, spin out how
Yeah.
they want to. So
Oh,
his
I
title
see. I
could be
see.
bad
At
or
least
good. Yours
try
too
to
as well.
make a connection.
It's perspective on how they take it. But honestly speaking, the facts are the facts.
And somebody said you got to put women down or whatever. Yes, you in today's day and age, you have to put women down to get them to respect you. Sorry.
No.
Because hold
But
on.
isn't your book for men?
Hold on. It's for men. But the thing is that for women to for modern day women to respect modern day men, men have to put them down to a degree because women's egos are up in the sky. You guys don't understand this because you don't date women as men.
You're
Most
right.
men are virtually invisible to women. Most
Yeah.
girls don't respect most men. So you got to knock her down a couple pegs to bring her back to reality and let her know.
I'm
Listen,
really sorry you
you're
feel that
average.
way about a lot of women. Truthfully, truthfully,
It's
I
reality,
know
though.
it's reality. I'm sorry that you feel that.
No,
I want to know where y'all went to
how
literally
I
can't
feel.
stand
Listen.
men.
how I
saying.
feel versus what's real are two different things. I wish it wasn't that way,
Well,
but that's how it is.
I've met a lot of really good women, truthfully, that are.
What does that have to do with the
have-
conversation?
I know. I'm just
literally
saying. You're saying
can't
modern day
stand.
women
Yes.
are that, and I agree. You're so right. However, I've met a lot of modern day women that actually have husbands that they care about, and they have families, and they're actually dedicated. Like truthfully, I can
That's a
call them.
minority.
They're wiped up already.
I mean,
That's a minority.
you know,
Most marriages end in divorce, and
do you
it's
want to
initiated
know
by
why?
women.
Can I keep it 1,000 with you? Like the people that I know that have stayed like married, like is truthfully like I'm just gonna keep all the way. Like they like grew up pretty religious. Like truthfully, like you know they went to church, they made it, and they understood the role. Like I'm just gonna just keep it transparent. There's roles in the Bible. And I'm just teaching you because this is what they taught me.
And the Bible be saying women deserve less too.
I didn't grow up.
Every religious text,
really Christian
every religious
background.
text has
But what
said
I'm
women deserve
saying-
less.
They
Okay,
need to
but what I'm
submit.
saying
They need
is-
to submit to their husbands. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
they're saying there's a role between the man and the woman. The man should have his own role. The woman should have her own. And it's a guide. You don't have to follow the Bible per se. I don't, but I'm just saying, like, it's just the guy. I keep it in perception. So I would just say,
It works.
try it out. You know, it might be, you know, people don't really actively try to do anything like that. People want to do their own thing. People just want to fuck around. I mean, you know, this is what it is in this society.
What's your argument here?
Well, what I'm saying is there are good women out there, but I'm just saying the women that I know that have stayed in long relationships.
But that's a minority.
Okay, well, they're a minority, but I'm telling you that worked for that particular group of people.
Okay, so we're not making arguments for the minority here when we're having
Okay, so for
conversations
the
about general
majority,
public.
we do need a culture change between the women. It's
That's
sad
what
how
I'm
the
saying.
women are.
That's what I'm saying.
It breaks my heart how the women
So-
are. It breaks my heart
So
how
if
the men
most
are.
women are being pedestalized, if most girls think that they're better than most guys, and if most girls have egos up in the stratosphere, it would be irresponsible for me to say, oh, well, there's a couple good ones out there. No, I'll tell guys, you need to prepare yourself for the majority. And the reality is you have to put women down
You
to a
don't
degree.
want to date the majority,
You can't
though,
be not-
truthfully.
Okay.
Do you have to something else or just call her out on her disrespect?
So you saying that, I'm confused because most guys are going to meet the majority. The minority you're talking about, they
You
probably
have
wanted
to
to see.
look, if you're a man of high value, you have to conserve yourself. You do have to look for a woman that also looks
How
like
you going to tell a man how to
Yeah.
consider himself?
A woman,
High
a good
value?
woman, and a good,
But there's
and a
not,
good woman and a
there's
good
not that
man.
many high value guys. Like that's a minority. I'm talking about the general masses of men. The guy that's 5'8" that makes $50K per year.
Okay.
Okay. See, you don't even think about that.
The average guy.
Like you don't that doesn't even come into your mind because that dude is invisible to you.
Not at all.
Well, not a.
When I stated that, you were like, wait, what? Oh.
Well, I might have been thinking in my own way, but I don't believe that person's invisible at all. I think they should just try to vibe out and just try to be friends with somebody first before they, you know, at least invest that much time and money into
Terrible
it.
advice. Terrible advice.
I know
We just-
couples that have stayed together for years and they be off the shits together. Like if you know what I'm saying, I don't know if I could say it on air, right? But they be lit together and they stay together for the full duration until somebody dies, right?
Mhm.
It's toxic as fuck, right? To the outside eye. But would you say that man found a good woman?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just because he's staying there doesn't mean that she's good for him, and vice versa.
Okay.
Listen, man. Let's do some more chat here because this is crazy, bro. First the BBC. Y'all asking them to name 3 countries. What you should be asking is 3 ways they could satisfy you in the bedroom because most times they put in no work. Trust me, I would know. Fresh educate you 3 or 4 on how it's done, bro. Cool son says that's weird. I don't trust that girl from Canada in a red dress. Something off, bro.
No, but someone else said she's the most feminine woman out there, and that's what she comes off as to me, as the epitome
No,
of
but
femininity.
he's saying that she's so perfect. Something has to be off.
Oh, okay. I thought he
you
was
wanna,
saying.
you wanna
Thank you.
respond to that?
I think that's a compliment. So thank you.
Possibly. Maxwell says, question for to ladies. What is one thing that will make you respect a man and follow his lead without a doubt? Be honest, please. Okay, very good question. So ladies, name one thing that you would look for in a guy. So you know what? I respect this guy after what he's done or what he's accomplished. What'd you say?
I like intelligence.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Let's start here because you started last time.
Definitely protective. I feel like.
So if he can protect you, you'll respect him?
nurturing. Yeah.
How would he show that though? If there's no like danger, how would he show that he's protective? Because he's big or like in
Like
shape?
simple things, like for example, making sure you're on the right side of the sidewalk and not the left side of
Okay.
the sidewalk.
He holds your hand across the street. He's like guarding
Yes, guarding you. Okay, like, oh, I see this guy's looking at you weird. Like, you know, oh, just protective, nurturing.
Okay. So protecting you is going to make you respect him. Got it.
Mhm.
What about you?
I would say just him demanding his respect will make him respect me. For example, I dated a guy once that would not take any of my bullshit. And if something I did or said, or I rolled my eyes at something he said, he called me out right in that moment. And he said, I don't like what you just did right there. That was disrespectful. And I was like, whoa, like at first I was kind of like, but I liked it because I think as women, we actually crave that. We want a man to.
You crave being put down.
That's not being put down. That's not being put down, in my opinion. Being put down is calling you names or being mean to you. That's not being mean. That's just him stepping up in his masculinity and demanding respect.
That's what my point was. I never got to say. Women have become more masculine because men have become more feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it above.
Yes,
That's
they
really what it
mimic our
is.
And that's the
behavior.
culture.
How
That's
did
the
that
culture
happen?
that's made everything backwards because men are more like women and women are more like men and everything is backwards.
Let me ask you a question. When he told you don't do that, he was the authority figure doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of modern day women don't respond well to authority. They look at it like you're putting me down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
you might look at it like I'm saying that's putting a girl down. You're saying, no, it's not. No, it's not. A lot of modern day women will look at that as being put down because the man is speaking from an authority. I am the leader here. But a lot of girls think that they're equal to men. So they look at that as being put down. So that's why I'm saying you have, because here's the thing. You understand that as a guy asserting his masculinity. A lot of modern day women will look at that as he's putting me down.
Right.
That's
And that's the
toxically
problem.
masculine.
That is the problem.
Hence why I say tell guys, yes, you got to put her down sometimes because a lot of girls.
I hope you make the
have
message
egos up.
clear, though, that that's a distinct difference. I hope that it's clear
Actually
because
makes sense.
putting someone down, in my view, is being mean to them, calling them names, doing things that are just outright not right. But when you correct a woman and you demand your respect as a man, I think that's actually helping her.
Well, you
That-
got to knock her off her pedestal, which is by definition knocking her down, putting her down.
They don't like how you're saying
They
it.
don't like you. You guys are more concerned with me how I'm saying it versus what it is. But if you look at it quite literally, de-pedestalizing her is putting her down.
I don't believe
Quite
in that.
literally.
I see, now I
That
understand what
opinion
you're saying,
causes
and
a
that's the
problem.
difference between men and women.
That opinion causes a problem because you took that, like people will take that same opinion
Interpretation.
and then they'll take it and then they're not understanding
What's
it.
my
as-
opinion?
think of it
What's my? Tell me what my opinion
You're
is
saying-
specifically.
Like if you're saying that, like if you're saying that something that like, oh, I'm gonna tell you, like I don't like if my hair is pink, I'm gonna tell you that I don't like your hair that is pink. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting you down like
Myra,
that.
I
you
feel
know
like
what
you
I
beat a
mean?
bitch down.
Yeah, you know what
I feel like you beat a bitch down. I feel like if she came to you and she was angry, I feel like you would just,
What are you wearing? Take that
yeah, I see it.
Okay, I think the difference here.
No.
First off,
number one,
we
I never
never
put my hand on a girl. Ever.
Put hands on women.
Number two,
ever.
I'm very honest. If I don't like her hair, I will tell her. The hair is terrible. It looks awful. If my girl gains weight, I'll tell her. Go to the gym. You're fat.
Okay.
See, the problem is this: women don't like boundaries. Also, women don't like being told the truth if it makes them feel bad. But my thing is, I have a certain image to keep. My last name means something. You want to be seen with me, you can't look like shit. Period.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go to the gym, bust my ass to be around some chick that's fat as fuck. That's unacceptable. All right. So
I just
that's
had
how I
to
look
ask
at
that
it.
because you
Can
look
I-
like
But
you
see-
might.
but see-
so
No, I just don't tolerate fuckery. And a lot of girls come with fuckery, and I dislike fuckery, and I tell them that's some bullshit, and I don't like it. But that's what you have to do as a man. You got to de-pedestalize these girls because they literally think that they're better than you.
Women crave
think-
that actually.
I
They don't
Yes.
even know they crave it.
I
They
think
don't even know it.
I
Hold on,
think
get
it's
a point.
I think it's because like you're saying de-pedalize them when the problem is that you don't want to take them off the pedestal. You should leave them on the pedestal. The problem is that they're probably falling off of it doing something wrong, or they're getting fat or whatever you're saying, and they're falling off of it themselves, and you should correct them and put them back on the pedestal where they should be.
Yes. I like that. I love it.
No.
Yes,
Here's the thing.
It sounds good on paper.
Yeah, that sounds good on paper, but so does communism, and we know that doesn't work. Women cannot respect or be with a man that is not better than them.
Yeah.
So by default, you can't pedestalize women.
Celebrity and
Do you
fan.
mean like everyone is, do you mean like only the woman's on the pedestal and the guy's here? Or do you mean like we're all on a pedestal? Like
No.
he's a king, she's a queen, we're on a
Most
pedestal.
guys put a girl like this. You're my savior. Whatever you want, girl.
Okay,
that
yeah,
right
that's
there,
not right.
you're a fan. That never works.
I agree.
Pedestalizing women makes you unattractive, period. You must be on the pedestal as the man, not the other way around.
Can we both be on pedestals?
No.
You guys can be higher?
No.
By the way, we got Eric. $500 says this one's for Big Mo. Psych that he's so involved with Roger Tomarso. Ryan Stone making fun of Rolo. I need the ladies on a panel to define what winning as a man means and what winning as a woman means. health and wealth to you
Yeah.
and all those you care about.
And by the way, another one on Rumble.
Eric Fisher, he's W. God damn. Appreciate it. Second one for Big Mo. All right. So Mo, anything you want to say to him?
Somebody winning.
Yo, thank you very much, Eric. Yo, big shout out to you. I seen you when I was in that episode of Rule Zero. So big ups to you. Why they hate we create, buy real estate, we lose weight.
And Mo, how do you say the last part? Tomarso?
It was making fun of
Tomarasi?
Yeah, making fun of Rolo.
Okay. Okay. Shout out to Eric, man. Cool. You had a point.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, but sorry, you had. We'll let them finish their points.
Yeah,
We can
and
ask
then
that after.
this next.
Yeah, we'll let them finish their
So
points.
to answer your question, what will make me follow him is if he keeps to his word. If you show me the proof in the pudding, I have so much to follow because I know you actually gonna do it. You say it, you mean it. So
So being a real man, which means, for example, if he says something, he's gonna do it. Okay,
yeah.
that's respect for you.
I'm sorry, would you repeat
So the question
please?
was, name one thing a man can do or say or be about that'll make you respect him. One thing.
One thing I can think of is them not being afraid of being chivalrous. I mean, the man that I'm dating now, he picked me up at my house, brought flowers.
Really?
Yes.
Question for you: when he did that, I guess like act, right? Did you like him beforehand or you liked him after the fact? Like before he came to your house, you're like, you know what? He's hot, attractive. I like him.
I liked him even more after.
Okay, so you liked him from the very beginning.
Yes, that was the first time I'd seen him in person.
So I'm just curious because what if you didn't like him at all and he did that for you? Would you still feel the same way?
If I didn't like him at all, why would I say yes to a date?
Some girls do. Free food, good times. It's on the house.
I wouldn't want to waste a man's time like that.
Okay.
Or mine.
Maybe a little bit different.
Interesting.
I think
I
that's
mean,
where it
let's be
comes
honest here.
in.
How many of you guys have been on a date with someone that you had zero intention of having sex with? Raise your hands. Oh, so y'all fucked everybody you went on a date with?
Damn.
Y'all fucked everybody you went on a date with?
No, savage.
Exactly. Yeah.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah. No, the question is because a lot of the
I
point
was
we're trying to
gonna
make here is
differentiate
that girls
with
go on pointless dates with guys that they don't like all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh no, I just wasn't.
I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm 22. I did at 22, like that's scary. Going on going on a date that you know that you have no intention of talking to that person.
What if
Like,
I told you
if they
those guys
find
that you're in
out-
that you have in the friend zone probably thought that it was a date and then you friend zoned them? How about that?
I don't tend to do that. I feel like that. I honestly feel like that's scary. Like you can go on a date and then they accidentally find out that you're not playing them. Like they can have a neurotic, you know what I mean? Like neurological pop in their brain, and now I'm gone somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that's not
I don't know
I
what
don't
you
like
mean.
to play with people's emotions.
With the crazy part is we don't know what you mean.
You know, no, I'm saying basically if I go on a date and they're like they're like, because you can obviously tell unless you're you know what I mean, at a certain level, you can obviously tell if somebody doesn't like you. So it's if you're somewhere and you're like, oh yeah, cute, I want to eat your food on the you know what I mean. You obviously know when somebody doesn't like you.
Period. Period.
There's no way you're sitting there thinking that they like you. They don't.
Okay. On some level.
Oh, I meant
Alright.
to take mine back because I wouldn't go on a date with a guy I'm not interested in, but I don't have sex outside of marriage, so
yeah.
I wasn't gonna have sex
Wait,
with him.
you're a virgin?
Obviously. Yeah.
Aww.
I just wanted to
Stop the
clarify
cap.
that because that's not
No
like-
way. You're a
yeah,
virgin?
I'm a virgin. Yeah.
That's
Stop the
what your
cap.
buddy pointed out on the thing, and we couldn't figure out she's a wholesome woman.
Yo. Chat. We need a test, bro. Who's gonna do it?
What?
Oh my god.
No, but for
It's okay, love. They're not.
That's dope. If you are, that's really dope.
I am.
I'm proud of you if you are. If not, you can't.
We have
We've
another
got
one.
two. We've got
Not-
two tonight, actually.
You're virgin too?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome. Love that.
I made sure to get her okay before I said that.
Oh yeah, no worries. It was gonna come out at some point.
Hold
so-
on. So guy that picked you up, right? How long you
Wait.
guys been talking?
Hold on.
month.
Got it?
A month?
Mhm.
So you don't want to smash?
He knew I was waiting until marriage before the first date.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Hell yeah.
Yo, shout out to that nigga.
Like-minded people
wait,
never
wait.
have problems.
That explains her not having
Yeah.
guy friends.
Yeah.
See, the dots are starting to connect.
And also,
here.
Does that
the
also-
chivalry
Yeah.
means something because
The
she's
chivalry
out
means
there
something to her.
because she's a virgin.
Man,
That makes sense.
nigga, goddamn,
There's also
bro.
a reason.
See, girls appreciate
Yeah.
men, right, when they're not sluts.
Facts.
Right? When you do flowers, you give them certain things, and
Yes.
you treat
And
them
they
like a
appreciate
gentleman.
it back.
Yeah,
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes.
What was that?
And she appreciated it back.
Yeah, she appreciated
because
that.
it didn't make her not like him.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
what girls y'all think will get flowers and not appreciate it. What are you talking about?
Yo,
What
you don't
females-
date girls as a guy. I'm telling you,
Yo,
there's niggas out
bro.
there that go on this all the time. Tinder, especially Hinge. Oh, she's cute. She's awesome. You know what? I want to make a big impression on her. I'll pick her up, give her flowers. She's like, nigga, I'm just trying to smash. What the
Bruh,
fuck you doing?
Like, I don't think women
Look at her
understand
profile.
that you
Read her
don't
profile.
ask. You don't ask the fish how to fish. You ask the fisherman. You guys don't know what it takes to be attractive to women as a man because you are not a man dealing with female fuckery when you're in the dating game. Okay?
Fair.
Like, so therefore, no offense, the advice you guys have dispensed so far has been terrible. If any guy followed what you said, be friends, just catch a vibe, I'll be stuck in the friend zone. It doesn't work. All right? Like,
Well, it should start there. That's what I'm saying. I
No,
think
it should not.
start with the
Absolutely not.
You should be clear on intentions.
You know what's funny? You're eating your own words right now because you quite literally said earlier at the top of the show, I know right away if I like the guy. So why the hell is he gonna be your friend?
It's not like that. It's not. It's more
Contradicting
so,
yourself.
it's-
Hold the L, bro. Like, yo.
Gotcha, bitch.
Like, you just said to yourself earlier, like, yo, I know right away when I like the guy. So if you know right away you like the guy, why are you gonna be friends?
That's not. I mean,
Thank you.
as far as a connection goes,
Adrian.
that's what I
Yeah.
meant.
This is what I mean.
As soon as you set eyes on somebody, you should know like if you like them or not.
You know,
like,
obviously, if you see, you're gonna see a dude,
relationship, like
you're gonna see a man.
boyfriend.
Like if you look at
I mean,
a man,
there's
you're
attraction
not gonna
and
be
there's
attracted to a
connection
man
as well.
if you look into a man.
So
So it's like more than one thing. Obviously, working at one time, but obviously, you're looking at another dude. You're not gonna be attracted to another dude, obviously, because that's not your preference. But obviously, like women, we're just designed in this way to like
soon
you
as you
know,
set
man.
eyes.
And
Just hold it up.
Here's the difference,
Hold
bro.
L.
Let me. You guys want to know why you're so clueless? I'm gonna break it down for you guys. You could call me an
Excuse
asshole, sexist, whatever it is. The reason why you guys are so clueless, right, is because women have the privilege of not having to understand men to be attractive to them. One more time. Really, like, let this sink in. The reason why you guys are clueless is because women have the privilege of not having to understand men to be attractive to them. You exist, men come up to you. You exist, men email you. You exist, men DM you. You exist, men match with you on Tinder. Us, on the other hand, not only do we have to understand you guys, we have to be attractive, we have to be charismatic, we have to be charming, we have to be chivalrous, we have to understand women to get laid. We have to have our apartment clean when you come in. We have to make you feel comfortable. We have to plan a date. We have to know, okay, is she gonna like this? Is she gonna like that? I have to touch her a certain way, etc. Men must understand women to get laid. However, women don't have to understand men to get laid. So that is why your advice is pointless because y'all don't know anything. No offense.
All of those things that you just named,
Go ahead.
when you're trying to get a woman of a certain caliber, yes, 1,000%. All of those things that you just named. However, if a man was going after
just sex,
no, Shisha off the street, right? And Shisha off the street is down if you got a bed to sleep in. She down if you got some food. Shisha gonna make sure that you're lit. She's gonna make sure that you have a good relationship together. You didn't have to buy her flowers. She was happy with your smile. You didn't have to put food in the cabinet because she was happy with that.
See, again, what you and this goes to show how little women really know. No offense. You do realize that even the biggest hoes want something in exchange for sex?
I'm not a big hoe. so I don't
No.
know.
Okay, cool. So let me, because you're trying to insinuate that a girl that's a big ass hoe, it's that easy. No, the guy still has to go over there and talk to her.
No, I'm sorry.
He still has
I'm
to
not
have some
talking about
game.
a hoe. What I'm talking about, I'm trying to like censor what I'm saying. I don't know what I can and can't say. I'm talking
whatever.
about
Just say it. It's fine.
Okay, a bitch that's on some real drugs. I don't know if y'all have ever been around a bitch that's on some real drugs.
Homeless
right?
girls?
No, not homeless girls. College girls. I don't know where you would find these girls, right? These girls are normally your tree huggers. These girls are the ones that will subdue to you. You tell them what
It's
to
really
do.
not that hard.
Like it's not that hard. You don't have
Hippies?
to have money. You don't have to have certain things.
just
So
gotta be smart.
I'm listening to what you guys are saying. You have a lot of points, right? But what I'm correlating it to
I mean,
is the type of woman that you're talking to. So the thing is, what I think you're telling is men, the short men, the men that can't get the females, right? If you want to get this bad bitch, this is what you got to do. It's what you were saying earlier.
If
It's
you're-
go and look in your area.
If you're ugly, you have to stay ugly.
You should be the best version of yourself. Be the best version of yourself.
Once again,
that's the only way you can get a girl. Truthfully,
like you're saying, okay, just go get a promiscuous girl that does drugs. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, there's these promiscuous girls that want drugs. You still have to go buy the drugs, smooze her over. Hey, want to come back to my place?
You don't have to buy
I got some weed.
You don't have to buy Birkins. You don't.
Yo, you're trying to take it to the extreme. The point I'm trying to make is the man still has to understand the woman to a degree. He has to find out that she likes weed. Go buy the fucking weed. Come back. Talk it to her into, hey, you want to smoke pot about my place? I got a Netflix and be charming to a degree. He still has to put work in. Versus a girl, all she has to do is exist. A girl can walk into a nightclub and go, ah. Someone's still gonna want to fuck her, bro.
It's like you want the word high, and the word high to be let me put my dick in you. Instead of saying high, it's let me see what you feel like.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Men, that's the difference. Like men have to understand women to get laid. Women don't have to understand men to get laid.
It's it's not hard.
You want
It's not hard.
I like females.
Are you a man?
I like females too.
Are you a man?
Are you a man?
I fuck females too.
I
I'm
think-
sorry,
No,
Daddy.
no. Are you a man?
I'm not a man. I have male
So
tendencies.
how would you know if it's easy or not?
But what I'm saying is when I talk to females,
You're a woman talking to another woman.
You don't know shit,
Okay.
bro. Yo,
Okay.
look, yo.
not
look,
that I don't know
look,
shit, I don't know
no,
shit from
no.
a man's perspective.
Then why are you
okay?
talking?
Why are you talking
But
about
you
it?
asked me
Why are
my
you talking?
opinion.
Your opinion is wrong. Your opinion is
Again,
wrong.
It's perspective, right?
Your
It's
perspective
how
is
you
wrong.
view
No.
something. You cannot tell me my opinion is wrong.
It is
It is wrong.
absolutely wrong.
I'm sorry.
Look,
That's your opinion. That my opinion is wrong. Your opinion is that my opinion is wrong.
Myron.
yo, literally, here's the thing. Yeah, look.
Like what?
An opinion can be incorrect. The crazy thing is that we live in this world where everyone thinks their opinion is valid. No, your opinion isn't always valid. We need to go back to telling people that they're stupid when they say stupid shit. That was a very stupid comment. 1 in 3 men right now doesn't get laid.
It's a virgin.
What are you talking about? It's easy to get laid.
Because
There's
like
I
between
didn't say
18.
that. I didn't say that. I said it's easy. I said what was easy. What I said that was
Myron.
easy is it doesn't take that hard to understand a woman. I walk in, right? And I see you. I'm not being weird, right? But I'm looking at you. I'm like, she's quiet. She's reserved.
it's your
I'm
own
gonna
fault.
go and I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna see what things you're into. And I'm gonna try to make a relation in my head. Like,
All right,
you
I'm
like
stopping
those
this,
things?
bro. Yo,
Yo, we gotta go in. Let's go to Rumble.
Yo,
I'm gonna
she
let
said a
loose.
fact isn't real and
Yeah.
opinions can't be wrong.
well,
That's the most
No.
nonsensical
I said facts are the only things that can be wrong or right. Opinions cannot be wrong. That's what I said. Your opinion cannot be wrong. A fact is wrong or
A
right.
fact cannot be wrong.
No, a fact can be wrong or right. An opinion is not wrong or right. Your opinion is what goes on in your head. It's you subjective as a person. It's your actual perception of what's going on. A fact is what I can look up on what is it called? Encyclopedia, Wikipedia, whatever that shit is called. I can go and look it up and see this is a fact. This is what happened in 1943.
Proof.
Bitch, you're wrong.
Proof is
Okay,
a
that's
fact.
a fact that is wrong or right. My opinion is that I look good in my outfit today. You could be like, damn, this bitch look dusty, but I look good. And guess what? My opinion is my opinion.
No,
I don't care
it's
what you
perception.
think.
You know what you call that? Delusion. That's delusion
If
right
you
there.
want.
No, it is
Can we
delusion.
ask Google?
If you
I
want.
have a for your book.
Yo,
Can
a
an
fact
opinion
is
be
something
wrong?
that can be independently verifiable through multiple sources, and it is true and correct.
So
Yes.
does it?
And
So,
it cannot be wrong, as you stated.
so are the
That's
guys
number
just
one.
trying to bang?
That's a
or
fact.
Just
An opinion can be right or wrong. You can give an opinion that is true,
Can we look at
or
it?
you can give an opinion that is incorrect and not true.
Yes.
Can you
I
give me
actually
Google?
want-
Yeah,
I
is-
actually want to Google
I just
what
want
is a
I wanna
fact.
Google
Google the
it.
The
definition.
fact that we have to even Google it tells me volumes of you don't even know what you're saying.
Because I trust that you believe very strongly in what you feel, and I respect that.
No,
But
it's
I
not what I
trust-
feel. The
Good
difference is
faith.
you trust in what you feel. I trust in what I know that
I
is
trust
true.
in what I know too, but you don't know that I know what I know. So what I'm saying is for me to know what you know, like, can we look it up on Google?
That's why people are delusional. Because if
Let's
you have good
wait,
faith,
wait.
you can be
So
delusional.
let me get it straight. You
Come on over
understand
to Rumble,
what-
guys.
yeah.
Rumble.com
Rumble,
/Fresh
guys.
Fit. Come on over to Rumble.
I'm about to go in, bro. So you understand, right? How it is to date women as a man, right? You say you know what we're talking about
No,
right now.
I don't date women.
Oh, so what are you arguing?
I said I've been with women. I don't date women.
So how can you tell us how to get women?
I didn't tell you that I know how to get
You
women.
just did.
I
You've
was
been
giving
arguing
you an
about that the whole
opinion.
time.
well,
No, but that opinion that you said is backed by what?
And this is what I'm trying to say to you. If you go on Google right now and look up opinion, you're going to see what the definition of an opinion is.
I'm asking you personally. How does your opinion help guys achieve their goal if it's not true?
My opinion, perfect.
What I said is that it's not hard to try to understand a woman. What I was trying to do is show you how in 3 seconds I could break down what I think she would like, right? And it would get me into a conversation with her. I didn't have to buy her no flowers.
Yeah.
I didn't have to buy her no whip.
Yeah.
We had to go out on no date.
Are you a man?
Yeah.
I'm sure as hell talking like one that could get some pussy.
So you have a date.
Listen, it's not about. I'm not discrediting men. I love men, and I do feel like
Right now you are.
I do feel like men do get
Bro,
downplayed.
we're gonna move on. You're gonna move on. Like she's not. You're not even operating in reality here.
He didn't give you a chance.
Go ahead.
Your book. So your book says women deserve less.
Why women deserve less?
Why women deserve less. However, you were just finished saying that men have to figure out. They have to clean their apartment. They have to make sure the woman's comfortable. They have to this. They have to that. They have to this. So it kind of is confusing when you say, and you're here trying to ask us like, how does a man get a woman? And you're saying your women deserve less. However, in the same sentence, you're saying that men need to do this for women and men need to do that and men need to do this. Like it's harder for you guys, which I understand, but it's kind of taking away from why women deserve less, right? I'm a little confused. That's why I just wanted like more clarification on it. Cause it's,
it's
privilege is invisible to those that have it. And what I'm saying here is that men have to understand fundamental rules with intersexual dynamics to be able to get women, right? So outside of these fundamentals, I'm telling guys not to go out and beyond. But you wouldn't understand that because you've never had to be a man to attract a woman. It takes a lot of work. Even though she's trying to say it's easy, what she doesn't realize is she said, oh, I'm going to find out 3 things about you. I'm going to start a conversation, blah, blah, blah. Easier said than done. You got to actually figure it out, have the conversation, be entertaining to a degree, have a
isn't that
charisma,
going above and beyond?
charming.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. That is still difficult, but guys will go above that even.
Okay. I understand.
Honestly,
Also, so going above and beyond.
We have to get our hair done. We have to get our nails done. We have to get our toes done. We have to
you
get
don't
a
have to.
new
No,
outfit.
But you don't have to.
You don't want to. A trend low quality man.
But the point is that you don't have to do that to attract the opposite gender. Versus you can exist and the opposite gender will approach you.
If we don't do that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
However, for men, we have to approach the girl, be charming, be charismatic, have all these things in place to even get a chance.
That's a lie.
No,
That's you faking it.
no.
Be yourself. If the girl didn't have her hair did.
If you're like smelly,
let me
like,
you know what the average guy's gonna do? He's gonna walk up to you.
Cut and dry.
Yo.
Have you noticed that, like a
Being
lot of
yourself
men in
doesn't
Miami
work.
smell?
If a guy walks up to you and tells
They
you,
need cologne
yeah, I
here.
like to play
True.
video games. I like to watch
Truthfully.
sports. Let's talk about Halo or Call of Duty. The average girl's gonna be like, what the fuck? You're boring.
Yeah.
Guys have to be very well versed in
I think
different
a
things
good
to be
man has
entertaining
to
and
appeal to all
interesting.
the senses, smell, all of that. Like,
But notice,
I
right?
think
A little
just
bit
somebody
better.
that's just well put together. Anybody that's well put together, it doesn't matter who you are, is always going to get what they want.
I was told before I came here to smell good.
Yeah.
So whoever told me
I want to tell you
here to
something.
smell
good.
My issue with dating in Miami,
thought that
man,
my finger was
to
broke.
keep it real
I
with you,
was
95% of y'all breath stink. When y'all try to talk to me in the club, it fucking stink. And I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. Yeah. Y'all need some Tic Tacs before
So, all
you
right,
talk
let
to
me finish because she just randomly interjecting about breath.
Yeah,
Does that answer your
I'm trying to
question?
help y'all out.
No,
That's
yes,
it.
that answered my question. When you said that you have to go above and beyond, because you guys already feel like you go above and beyond, is what you're saying.
The point I'm trying to make is that the courting process for men is significantly harder than it is for women. I don't know why you guys just don't understand this.
Smell
Like it's
better.
very, very simple. Men must become, women just are. Guys have to go out there and learn how to be attractive. Women don't have to learn how to be attractive.
Yeah.
You can accentuate your attractiveness by getting your hair and nails done. But look at her. She has no makeup on. She's 100% natural.
Yeah,
And she's the most
pretty.
attractive
And
girl on the
beautiful.
panel.
She's
Yeah.
pretty.
So-
but what
so-
if you're not pretty?
So please, well, here's the thing. Most guys will take an average girl.
Facts.
An average. What is an average girl?
No makeup.
Can I say
No,
Fresh out
but
the shower.
Incredible.
I'm saying though, like
Go ahead.
Okay, so I
She's
think the problem
pretty.
is
She's
that
not
this culture
average.
and this society has taught women that men are looking for the wrong things. Like you're saying, like nails, makeup, all these things are not what you guys require, and you're basically just trying to tell women what it is that men want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
And so, but where does that conditioning come from? I think if we take it a step further, it's a much deeper level. Like women want to be attractive to the opposite sex, and why are we conditioned to believe it's in our nails and our hair and our makeup and our ass and
Watch the TV shows,
Everybody
the
wants to
movies,
see what
Exactly.
well
social
put
media.
Now
together.
you want to know the truth?
True.
Because women don't give a fuck what men want.
Yeah.
but I don't think that's necessarily
That's
true.
not
Oh, that's not true?
No.
Well,
Hold on.
maybe it is true.
How many
Maybe
times have we been telling y'all how it really works, and they've been arguing with us when we're
My
like, "What the
opinion.
hell?" Like,
I think that's the problem is that women are so quick to get defensive without even really knowing what they're arguing about because they don't even really know truly what they want. They don't even know what they want. Like I've seen your show a lot, and a lot of women don't even like when you say, we don't care if you're successful, and they're like, well, I make tons of money and blah, 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 and men don't care about that. Do women even ever sit there and think to themselves, like, do I want to be a stay-at-home wife and mom? Like maybe I do want that. And it's just never even crossed my mind because it's like impossible in this society. Like it doesn't get shown to us anymore because we're taught that everybody goes to college, gets a job, becomes successful, becomes rich, men and women. We're taught that we should be competing with men when really we have our place and our role. And if every one of us got true with ourselves and got in touch with our feminine selves and our hearts, do you think that maybe a lot more of us would actually want that and we don't even know that we want it?
So you know what's scary? We do the show night after night, and we tell women, listen, here's what guys want, laid out straight facts, no bull crap. This is the honest truth, right? You know what they do? Oh, you think you know what we want? No. I know what men want. And as a result, they come up with this fabrication of, oh, you know what? If I have money, if I do my hair and nails, all that stuff, I'm gonna get the guy they want.
for arguing niggas.
And we're like, yo, like, just take a step back, listen to what we're saying, and say, you know what? Try it, see if it works. The women that try it, like, damn, you guys are right. The other women that are so arrogant and above the pay grade and on a pedestal is like, oh shit, this shit doesn't work, but I'm gonna keep living in a lie and delusion. And that's the problem. If you say, you know what? Let me take a step back, humble myself, and say, you know what? This might work. I'm gonna give it a try. That's it.
Mhm.
That's all we're saying. Give it a try.
And I bet, I bet a lot of them go home and actually think about what you said and maybe it hits them different when they're not triggered. I mean, that's the word, triggered, when you're in the amygdala hijack and your brain is like taking over and you don't even really know why you're fighting.
Nobody here voted for that women working shit. We would all be fine with being housewives.
What?
And nobody here voted for that shit.
What?
So we just a product of our environment at this point. Because I would much more rather to be that. But I live in 2023.
Yes.
So
I
here
would
we
love
are.
to be in a
strong.
traditional
So it's
woman.
hard because it's just like finding the balance of being a woman and also, being what we're supposed to be taught as being a strong woman as well. So it just comes with that. And it's just our problem. We're broken as women because of that. So I definitely feel like a man should at least like lay out just sensible things that women could at least follow as a guideline. And that's where I believe it'll start to change.
Really lead.
Truthfully.
I really think that like there was a point in time like when I was like 20 years old, like I used to go out and with my friends and like niggas would cater. Like we would be able to drink, we'd be able to smoke as much as we wanted, go like as many places as we wanted, and it would be no problem. But when I turned 21, men were really mean. Like, oh, I don't want to pay for this unless you're fucking, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go to the club. Like all that stuff was like men inflicted, but it was mostly because you're mad because you were overusing your resources at the time that you were. Like, why are you mad that you overused your resources? You're taking it out on me. I just used it. You know what I mean? Like I just took you up on your offer. Like
Okay, and now
I
they pulled the
accepted
offer away. Why are you mad?
I'm not mad.
Now there are a whole bunch of niggas in the club at the section with just niggas in the club.
Yes, I'm not
You're
mad.
just looking
I'm
around
bored.
and it's just dicks.
I'm bored. I don't want to see any more. I don't want to see any more hoes. I'm a hoe. Myself, I want to see no more fucking hoes.
Oh my gosh.
And
Just so you know,
be for real.
Beyonce would never say that. Yeah.
No, like not as a whole, as in like, derogatory, as in like I'm a female, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to see any more. I don't want to see more me's. Like I want to see men. Like I don't see any more men anymore. You know what I mean? It's just
I
like
do not want to see more of you.
I want a hookah. I don't want a hookah with you. What?
I don't understand. What was the point of that comment?
What, the hookah thing?
Was it just to say basically that men no longer want to share their resources? Was the point of that? Was that the point of it? What you're saying?
No, it's like when you go on the conversation of like women deserve less.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like you can't like that. All like it still boils down to like how you like you're like men started that. Like I'm mad because of like, the resources I'm overusing. Like women never had a problem. Like we were still women at the end of the day. We were women yesterday and women today, and you're mad because we were women.
Have you ever had a dream?
You said a lot without saying anything. You made 0 points. The only thing I got from what you just said was that guys no longer want to share their resources in the club. That's the only thing you said, basically.
So it's men's fault, is what you're saying.
No, it's not men's fault. I'm just saying, like, the problem, if you want to know what the problem is, like, if you want to know where the problem lies, like, women don't have a problem. It's like, you know what I mean?
So
like,
it's
not a fault. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a fault. It's like,
let me make this very clear,
you know what I mean?
because
like,
you
want
really
to fix a problem, you have to
stop
find out where the reason is.
Stop talking. I'm going to make this very clear. Man, you're not entitled to a man's resources. If you want to go ahead and sit in the section and pop bottles with a guy and he expects to fuck and you're like, I'm not fucking, he has every right to say, get the fuck out of my section. Simple. That's how it goes. You want to live a certain experience, a lot of times guys are going to want something in exchange for that. And if you're not willing to deliver it, they're going to kick you out the section and find a girl that is. Sorry.
It's not even.
Anyway,
it's not even
that's what you quite literally were complaining about.
But
somebody
no,
else, somebody
I'm not
else something?
complaining though. Like that's
Somebody
not my
else something?
problem. But it's
Yes,
cool.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You were saying that, we usually can't tell girls the truth, and they get really defensive and things like that. But I feel like a lot of women, appreciate honesty and being truthful because I feel like it helps benefit a woman.
Really?
Yeah, like, oh, your hair looks like crap. I'm gonna fix my hair, and I'm gonna, you're gonna help me out by doing that. So I feel like women do appreciate
Women can
honesty
handle the
from
truth?
men.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
Hold on, stop the show. I want to have sex with other girls while you stay at home and be loyal to me. You can't talk to other guys. I don't want you showing your ass on the internet. I want you to stay at home, be a dutiful girlfriend. Don't embarrass me. But I'm going to go out and do what I want to do, and you simultaneously stay loyal to me. Also, I expect food all the time, house clean, be my girlfriend.
Can I fuck them too?
Hold on, stop.
No.
What's your thoughts on that?
What is they?
If they're honest about and they're laying it out on the table, then that's awesome. The choice is mine then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Stop
you're
the
missing
cap.
the point that a lot of girls are not willing to hear that, and they don't want to know that.
What?
Hence, women can't handle the truth in
That's because
general.
they were taught to be strong, and a lot of them took that way to heart, took that way too far to the point where they're now men.
I don't give a fuck about the why.
You know?
I'm telling you, women can't handle the truth.
Yeah,
But
I'm
then
just
you
telling
also
you.
said-
I'm just telling you though.
That's irrelevant.
but
And
then
what I'm
you-
saying, because she said, "Oh, men should be
I know,
honest." I just said what most men want in general. Multiple girls,
Mhm.
you stay loyal to him. Don't sexualize yourself. Don't be a whore. Obey what I say, and we'll be good. But most modern women are not willing to accept that, and they don't want to hear that. So most guys
That's
sell the
their
dream.
problem. Yeah, if they don't like, if they want to be a whore and still have a relationship, how is that gonna work? How is that gonna work
do it every day.
if she lives that lifestyle? It's not gonna work out. She has to make a sacrifice. He has to make a sacrifice to make the relationship
Okay,
work.
did you not just hear what I said?
No, I heard what you said.
What did I
completely.
say?
You're you're just saying how do you make it work?
No, that's not what I said. What did I say?
Go ahead.
So you don't even know what you responded to.
No, I no, I'm just saying why I'm saying
What did
this-
I say to which you responded? Because you responded to something that has no relevancy to what I just said. Thank you. You're talking to talk. Anyway,
But
going
you-
back to you.
but you
Most
also-
women can't handle the truth.
Okay.
I just told you the truth. Most girls are not going to take that.
Okay.
So men can't be honest with women.
So they should lie,
you-
even though that's what they want.
I'm sorry. But you also said
Right
that
now. So
I'm
you're
gonna
saying
tell
that's
her,
better
I'm
for
gonna
them to
tell
lie.
I'm gonna tell my woman when her hair looks like shit. I'm gonna tell her when she needs to go to the gym because she looks fat. You said that too, right?
Yeah, but most girls can't handle that.
Okay, but you said you would still do it.
I
So
would.
that there are
Well,
some
majority of men won't.
Most men won't do it.
Yeah.
They'll just lie to you. Oh, baby, you look good in black.
So
If most-
either you
if-
tell me the
if-
truth.
If most men were like me, we would not have body positivity.
Yeah.
If most men were like me, women would not be the raging bitches that they are a lot of the times to men for no reason. If men were like me, girls would be in line and operate and be with good men.
And the
But they're
women
not.
would be happier too.
But
So
they're
are,
not.
so are you saying that your book that says why women deserve less
Yes.
basically means tell them the truth?
To a degree,
Pretty
yes.
much, yeah.
To a degree, that's a part of it. But most women can't handle the truth.
What is
what do you suggest from all of this? You say we can't take the truth. What do you feel, in your opinion, is the perfect setup?
What do you mean, as far as men go? From what
As far
perspective?
as men and women go, you know what I'm saying? So you're saying that women we deserve less out the gate,
Which is telling them
which
the
is
truth.
is How should we act when how should
So you're
people
asking
act?
how should the woman and man act to make it work?
True. Yeah, exactly. Because
the man has to be in a leadership role. The woman follows him. She's submissive, and the woman has to like the guy more than he likes her. That's how it goes. That's the only way a girl's truly going to respect her man is if she feels as if she's got the best deal that she can get.
The problem is love is a feeling that fades. Respect means the foundation is built. If you love somebody, today you love them, tomorrow you don't. Respect though, oh, you know what? My man won't like that. He might leave. You know what? I'm gonna think twice before I go on a girl's trip. Fuck other dudes.
And also, I'll give you proof right now that women can't handle the truth. We don't tell women that they're fat. We say body positivity, love your curves, girl. You're special no matter what. But we don't tell men that, do we? Advertisers, they target women. They lie in the ads. Oh, take this per shake and you'll lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Even advertisers understand that lying is more profitable than telling the truth. So we've been lying to women for decades. Feminism is a lie. She just told you that a second ago. It hurt her marriage.
Yeah.
So we've been lying to women for decades because it's more profitable to lie to women than tell them the truth.
If you had a woman, right, two women, right? I'm just gonna give you a scenario.
I
you
do.
have one female, right, that was kind of in a household she didn't have to pay for anything. She was coddled almost, right?
Yeah.
And you have a female that has been taken advantage of in many different ways, if you know what I mean.
So she paid bills and took care of men?
No. Taken advantage of without me saying.
Sexually.
Yes.
We're on Rumble. You can say it.
Oh, so for someone who's been raped, right?
Okay.
Somebody who's been taken advantage of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you, with your book, Women Deserve Less, would you treat the both of those women first glance, first interaction the same? The woman who's been abused, right? The woman who probably is a virgin, right? The woman who probably she has no self-confidence because she's been broken down from so many different places versus the woman who, you actually right, does deserve you deserve less treatment because she has been given everything from the beginning. You're going to give both of them the same treatment?
See, this is why it's very important as a man to understand women, and you have to vet them for a year before you take anything seriously.
Okay.
And I get what you're saying here. The woman that has issues of being affected mentally, physically, his problem. Let's say I do give her the most in the world. She can't appreciate it. She doesn't know what it feels like. So each person has their scenario, but at the same time, the baseline is, hey, respect is on the table no matter what.
Society already kisses women's asses. Her man's not supposed to do that. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm so happy that you just said what you did, though. Not to cut you, Myron, because whether you know it or not, right? 3 out of 4 women, that's her.
3 out of 4 women?
3 out of 4 women.
Hold on. Where'd you get those stats from?
3 out of 4 women. I'm talking about, it's not nothing that you can find out of there. This is based off of me and who I talk to.
Facts come
3 out of 4 women have been either raped, have been sexually molested by someone, either
it's
someone
like
in
1 in
their
7.
family, someone in their, right?
It's more like 1 in 10, 1 in 7.
In my world, it's 3 out of 4.
Your world, girl.
I'm giving you my perspective. And from what I've seen, these are people, we're women that I've spoken to. So to be honest, I feel like that's why it's a little difficult for me to relate. Like in certain situations, I'm one of them. So that's why it's difficult.
All right, look.
Emotional damage.
All right. I did a whole podcast on this with Rollo Tomasi. It was called Rape Culture is a Myth. It's not as common as prevalent as mainstream media wants to tell you, because a lot of these stats that say, oh, women are raped and all this other stuff, it comes from faulty CDC polls where they ask the girls, did you feel like you were being assaulted? And they asked them, well, did you have a drink with the guy on a date and you guys hooked up? If they said yes, that would be considered sexual assault.
Yeah.
So a lot of these stats about rape and sexual assault in the United States were done improperly. But when you look at the official Department of Justice statistics, it's much less.
Yeah.
My statistics are coming from 2007 when, I'm sorry, my statistics come from when I was 11 years old.
What?
Okay.
When I was 11 years old.
That's an experience.
Look.
We understand.
The females, it was probably about 8 females.
It's a real problem.
8 females.
We understand it's a real problem.
Listen,
we're just saying
you cannot attribute your own personal experience to reality. Okay? Like something might happen to you. That does not necessarily mean that's a reflection of what's going on in the greater society.
Yeah, I believe that all the facts
But you
that
said
have been
opinions
said
are
all night.
wrong. And if something happened to me,
Opinions
if something happened to me and I have an opinion like men are bad because they hurt me,
That's my opinion.
But that
But
doesn't mean all
he
men
just
are
told
bad,
me
though.
my opinion was wrong.
But that doesn't mean all men are bad.
He told me my opinion could be wrong.
They
It
could
could
be right
be
or
wrong.
wrong.
My opinion of me hurting so bad because a man hurt me could be wrong because he doesn't know my experience. That's fucked up.
That's
What?
a fact.
That's fucked up.
What are you talking about?
That is a
You
fact.
don't want to acknowledge the fact that if I just said that I was hurt.
No, we get it.
We get it.
We're just
Oh,
saying
okay.
your experience may not be her experience. So we're just saying, generally speaking, the stats have to prove the majority of what people think.
Okay.
And also, your experience is not necessarily reflective of what's going on. You said 3 in 4 women is sexually assaulted or raped. Well, that's not true.
Yeah, it's not
That's
true.
factually not true.
And
at all.
actually, you know who hurts?
And then she said, in my reality. Like,
But
what?
the thing is, what you guys don't understand is that this is so sensitive. It's not talked about.
No, it is.
It's
No, we
hold
talked about it.
on. Let me
We
tell you
talked about
something.
it. We broke
You
it down,
guys talk
researched
about
it.
it. You guys talk about it.
And
But
we
what
actually researched
what
it.
I'm saying to you is that the female that has been taken advantage of, sometimes she don't talk about it. So sometimes she goes around and nobody knows that happened to Shorty.
Yes.
So my thing is, your statistics are great. But what I'm saying is, from real life, like real suicidal situations where I had to come up off of my own and talk to other women and actually realize how many
Miss
the other
Jamaica, in general reality,
What
okay?
not? Listen, what I'm saying, mid general reality, I said. Stop hyping me up, bro. Why are you hyping me up?
Bro, like the world doesn't revolve around you. I get it that you had your experience, and I'm sorry that you had that, but
You're not.
Your experience does not reflect what's going on in the greater world. The problem is that you're extremely solipsistic, and everything that we talk about, you attribute right back to yourself, thinking that the entire world is everyone is operating and living the same way that you are. It doesn't go that way.
It's so funny because I'm looking at everybody's eyes, and everybody's eyes is looking at the
If
female
I'm a
next
bad
to them.
bitch,
Like,
the
Yeah,
whole
and
world
they're
is
like,
my
because they're like, yo, this girl is weird. Why does she keep talking about herself?
We're thinking about what you're saying, bro.
No, because you keep attributing everything we're saying when it's a general conversation about what's really going on back to yourself. That is solipsistic, that's narcissistic, and quite frankly, it's a weird way to live your life.
Y'all think I'm a narcissist?
100%.
I really don't.
100%.
Thank
Me
you, Jay.
personally, I have no
You're an
issue.
alcoholic, so no one cares what you think. You've been slurring your words all night. Yeah, you want something. You want something, bro. You want something. You're on something. You're on something. Does anyone else have anything?
Any other opinions here? Because I
don't know how we just turned into that conversation,
Opinions on
but
what?
rape culture is a myth. It's been debunked a million times. It's not. It's 1 in 5 girls getting assaulted.
It's because
on
you've
college
never
campuses.
been raped, so you don't know what it feels like.
Well,
So-
You know what? You know who hurts the most? The women that are actually being raped. Because those women don't talk a lot.
Wait,
Thank
are you telling me?
And the whole thing is, I would have been dead right now. The whole thing
No,
is,
bro,
this
this ain't about you.
conversation,
This ain't
and
about
it's not-
you.
But the thing is,
This
there's
ain't about
other
you.
females that are in my
This ain't about
situation.
you.
I just had 3 females look at me and told me that the same shit happened to me, and you talking about 1 in
Yo,
7 is
yo.
mine. I just picked out 2.
Yo,
We don't have 14 people here.
This is not about you. And for you to say you're not a victim, so you don't know, that's a terrible argument.
Bro, you just told me I'm not a man, so I can't tell you about dating advice. You've never been raped, so you can't tell me about rape advice, okay?
Actually, men are raped
Okay.
more than women are. If we're gonna
Okay.
go down that road.
Have you been though?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
But
so don't talk to me about
because
that because
'cause-
I've been raped more than once, and I have a real situation with that. So please don't go there.
look. You're the one that brought it up. So,
I know.
yeah.
Emotional.
You started
That's
it.
the
Yo, stop yelling. You started it. I'm going to finish it. I'm telling you that rape culture is a myth. I've studied this extensively.
It's a myth?
It's a myth.
You don't think people get raped?
I said rape culture is a myth, which is what you're trying to perpetuate. That all girls are getting sexually assaulted and
I
raped
didn't
out
say
here.
that.
You literally
didn't say
said
that.
3 out of 4.
I said
3 out of 4.
I think this
out of
isn't a
4.
good I think this is too
Yeah,
this is
well,
not right.
I think it comes back
She
to the
brought it up.
book title.
She brought it up.
The book
You
I think
started
you're
it.
invalidating women by saying that. You're
He's saying women
invalidating.
deserve less, but you know,
Rape
it
culture.
really- okay.
Rape culture is a myth. It's a
But
myth. It's not as prevalent as people want to say it is.
I think a lot of just issues, like you said. Okay, that's a whole other.
The problem is that you guys are
Okay.
arguing with feelings versus facts. I'm arguing with facts. Fuck both your feelings. I don't care.
Hey,
How is it even relevant? How is that even
If
relevant?
this hurts the girl's feelings or whatever, yo, y'all can
She
leave.
wants to leave because of feelings.
Then you guys can leave.
Well,
she's the one that brought up the conversation. I'm going to correct you. You started.
It happens.
Respectfully,
it happens.
if she's been through a bad experience, then she's feeling it because with my memories.
It's very
However, at the
sad.
same time, arguing that same 4 to 5 is ridiculous.
problem-
'Cause
yeah.
that's not true.
I don't think it's
But,
even
just
relevant to the
talking
main
about it can bring up, like,
It had nothing to do with the conversation, but she wanted to bring it up, wanted to be the victim. She wanted us to sit here and feel bad for her, and we're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's PTSD.
Like, bro, like, yo,
know,
you started this conversation.
Some people have had a
So-
hard time,
No, but it's not like the conversation. You know, like I think it actually just touched the actual.
But the thing about it,
This is incredible.
we need
Like
to
you said,
rebuild.
right? Women
We
deserve
need
less.
to
Isn't that an
rebuild
example?
of the men
Listen,
and
man.
the women.
Listen.
That's where it comes from.
Let me make this extremely clear. I don't give a fuck about none of your guys' feelings. I'm telling you, rape culture is a myth. That's
Okay.
a fact. I've debunked it a million times. It's
All
not as
right.
common as you guys want to say. You cannot attribute your personal experience and say, "Oh, I've been raped." I get that. You have. And I'm not trying to invalidate that, but I'm saying it's not as common as people think. Your personal experience doesn't reflect reality. And if this conversation is too hard, you get the fuck out of here. This is not a conversation about feelings. Period.
Yes, but I'm saying that.
Stop. So if anybody feels uncomfortable and wants to get up and leave, you can leave right now.
Here's your chance.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Don't bring up a conversation that you know nothing about and try to bring your personal experiences into it. Rape culture is a myth.
Because you've been raped before.
It doesn't matter. Rape culture is a myth. I've broken this down a million times.
Do you know
don't
anyone
what you're
who's
talking
been
about.
raped? Because I've never been raped before.
Look, just because you got raped doesn't mean that a majority of women are getting raped. Okay?
Okay, but why are you telling me I don't know what I'm talking about if you've never been?
You
don't know me.
don't know about rape culture because you're trying to say it's common out there and it's not.
What I'm trying to say to you, you can't fathom because you can't go
I'm
and
not saying
look
you're not
it
a
up.
victim.
You
I'm not
can't-
saying you're
I
not a
didn't say
victim.
that. I said what I'm trying to tell you, you cannot fathom because you cannot go and look it up online.
There's statistics on this.
Your statistics
No,
are
no.
great.
There's
what I'm
meticulous
saying,
statistics on
what
this.
I'm saying
There's
is that
meticulous
every
data on
female,
this.
you just said a female
hold
that's
on.
been taken
Hold
advantage
on.
of isn't
Hold on.
going to speak.
You
What
have
I'm
to-
saying to you
have to
is
ask his prior job though and ask him what he did before. His experience is gonna
I'll ask him
explain
that after
what
I
he
finish.
knows is a myth.
Okay, I
So-
will ask him that. But what I'm saying to you is that I'm not discrediting what he's saying. All I'm saying is that you can go and look up whatever you look up online. I'm saying that based on who I've spoken to in my life, right? It's helped me to see that other women have been raped.
I think that
because it allowed for me to pull myself out of a selfish state of mind thinking I was raped.
That's
This
not the
only
topic.
happened to me.
That's not the
right?
topic.
So
That's
the
not
whole
the
thing
topic.
is I'm trying to say
That's not the
based
topic.
off of the women that
You're
I
diverting.
know,
You're
the
diverting.
most
You're
women
diverting.
that I know have been raped.
Okay,
Most
because
women that
you
I
probably
know.
went to a trauma center where all other girls were
I never
victims
went
and
to
y'all
a
talk
trauma
each
center.
other.
I'm Jamaican. So what are you
okay,
saying?
Whatever. The point is,
You're
is
saying
that
all
you
Jamaicans
went
have
ahead-
been raped?
I did
You
not
never
say
said
that.
that.
at all.
Okay.
Are you fucking retarded?
Huh?
Seriously,
Don't talk to
get
me
the
like
fuck
that.
off the show, bro.
Yeah, don't
Get
talk
the fuck
to me
off
like
the
that.
show. You're
Because
retarded.
I want you're
Get the fuck out of here.
retarded, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like you was
Get the fuck out of here. You're stupid as fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
As fuck, bro.
You're dumb as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Dumbass bitch making a show about her. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You're fucking dumb. It's my reality. You're retarded. Get the fuck off my shit. I'm not making fun of nobody. I'm making fun of you. You're fucking dumb.
Focus.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I thought we were gonna have a
Dumbass hoe.
Aw. Man, she's
Fuck
traumatized.
you. You're two sugar daddies.
You know.
You dumbass bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know,
Fucking idiot.
like women,
You're
like I
retarded.
said, we're broken. Like you know, it just is what it, some women like their backgrounds, all kind of things happen.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
And it makes them react.
That's
But-
what I meant by being triggered. Like,
Yeah,
women
people-
get triggered by stuff and then they
Myron?
can't hear the message.
Yeah, it's
Byron?
hard because you know when people do get triggered, it's hard for them to hear. You know, so
Myron, can
so
we ask the question?
yeah.
Can we answer the question
How
that
about
we
that?
weren't able to?
Which one?
Okay.
The one around.
That was a long time ago, but it
I
was
don't even
something
remember
about
what it was.
like
It was
something about what
it
you
was
see in guys.
It was about
Oh,
like
winning.
what allows you
Yo,
to let
Yeah,
a man
no,
lead.
we can switch.
Oh,
That dumb bitch
yeah.
wanted to bring it about some dumb shit about her, and it's like I'm not gonna let her sit here and give misinformation and attribute everything back to her experience. Like, bro, no one gives a fuck. Like, you got raped, cool, but like that doesn't mean every girl's out here getting raped. Like, what the fuck? Like, it
It's,
is what it
it's a
is.
very sensitive topic,
Sad.
and we
Yeah.
don't know what people have been through.
Right.
But at the same time, like to me, that stat was definitely not cool
there's
either.
no sensitivity in the topic at all. You didn't put any sensitivity in.
I don't need to put sensitivity in shit. I'm talking
Yes.
facts. What did I say at the beginning of the podcast?
But you said
What did I
cool,
say?
not
What did I say in the beginning of the
feelings.
podcast? I said facts over feelings.
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm not here to feel sorry for y'all. Like I'm not.
You don't have to, but
Like-
cool. Okay, you've been raped. Cool. Okay, I feel like that's
Because she kept making it about herself versus what the actual topic was.
I'm just
She
saying
gave
that's
me some
what
permission.
that's what would probably.
I don't have to be sensitive to
Like,
shit.
I'm
If
saying
you
though,
don't like it, you get the fuck out of here too. I'm not being sensitive to shit. This is
Alright,
my
bro.
shit. We talk facts over here. This ain't a female podcast. We don't go fuck about you guys. Oh my god, I'm crying my feelings. I'm telling you, rape culture is a myth.
What? Like,
I studied this extensively.
It's
we
not
move
making
on?
sense. Like,
Rape
it's
culture's
just
a
saying,
myth.
like,
So,
Rape
so
culture's a myth.
like,
okay, if it's a myth, then what next?
But you can't be
Yo,
pressing
yo,
on
get, yo, get the fuck off my shit too.
I
Get
don't give a
the fuck
fuck.
out of here.
I don't give a fuck,
Get the
bitch.
fuck off
Like,
my shit,
bitch, you
bitch.
ain't
Get
shit
the fuck
like
off my
what
shit.
I have,
Get the fuck
bitch.
off my shit, bro.
Oh,
Get the fuck off my shit.
Deep for world,
You ratchet
bitch.
ass hoes. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Bitch, you're a hoe.
Okay.
Stupid.
You look crazy. You look like a Teletubby.
Bitch, stop playing
You
with
got
me.
pink hair. You got a wig on. You look wild.
Oh.
Your weave smell too, bitch. The fuck out of here. Or your wig or whatever the fuck that is, that hair hat you got on. You look wild.
Oh my god.
Incredible. Always the black girls making everybody look crazy, bro. Always. Fucking wild shit.
Wow.
Fucking embarrassment, man. Fucking
Thing is,
embarrassment.
I think people have a lot of trauma. True.
Because they're hoes. That's why. Like, yo, the two, I guarantee you those are the two most promiscuous girls on the fucking panel, too. Guaranteed.
We were having a weird
Yo, get her the fuck out of here, bro. Let's get right back into this shit.
That was just so.
Like, bro,
I thought we were
put
gonna
your
have a
shoes on
boring show.
outside.
Yeah, no,
Yo,
not what I thought.
put your shoes on outside, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. Why are you still in here?
Oh, they were.
The fuck out of here, bro. Put your shoes on outside, you fucking bitch. What the
Oh
fuck?
my god.
You yelling for no reason, man, with your hair hat. You look wild. The fuck out of here, man.
Oh my god.
The fuck out the spot, bro. You a fucking clown.
She's
Oh my
something.
gosh.
She seems
Yeah, she on that Zaza, bro.
I
No,
wonder
it's
how many
definitely
times the
not.
neighbors have heard
Yeah.
this.
It's definitely not weed. I think she drank and she mixed whatever she took with her drink. That's not just alcohol.
Elementary school teacher.
An elementary school teacher.
She roasted your ass, nigga. Okay.
Oh my god.
Ladies, okay, we're gonna go back to normal. Apologize about what just happened earlier. That was a little bit intense. I'm gonna lie, hold you.
Yeah.
It was for no reason. Like it
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
You got
I
deep
I don't know
real
why
quick.
she brought that up. You know, that powerful.
You know what?
yeah, like it was just,
She was.
There's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
just projection.
Other
Yeah.
You know,
have ever
people
been that
project
way.
themselves. You know,
I
with
just
their
think
trauma.
personally,
True.
you know, her experience is traumatizing,
It
but
is
to bring it
traumatizing.
all
Yeah.
to us is kind
It's
of
so
No,
raw.
it's
It's
not
not
the
like
right way.
no.
No.
That's
Real quick,
how
real
it
quick.
works, dude.
You know,
Real quick.
so
I'm gonna
life
tell y'all
has
why
what
she
it
did that.
is.
She did that because she knew we were making her look stupid on the show, refuting her argument. She's saying facts aren't real, this other shit. So she's like, okay, let me talk about something where they're gonna feel sorry for me that I can get some like validation. And then when I said I didn't want to give her that validation, I told her what you said is incorrect, blah, blah, blah. She didn't expect that. She tried to argue with emotion. I was like, no, we're gonna keep it factual. That's why she mad.
all
It is
right.
what it is.
We got some chat.
I'll move the mics down. We got more room, ladies. Y'all can.
Okay, so let's do no more grape talk. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, please.
That's intense.
Okay. Big Mo's auntie says, ladies, you're on a dating show with two doors. Door one guy is $200K a year, will take care of you every way. Door two, $75K a year, expects you to grind every day. You choose door one only to discover he's 5 foot even. Do you regret your choice? Why or why not? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Big Mo's auntie. Christopher Vibe says, yo, man, FNF, want your advice. I'm living with my parents while I'm in college, working full time, saving money, so I'm not struggling when I move out after graduating. Should I focus on dating now or leaving home? Leaving home, bro. I mean, that's paramount, bro. Dude, getting girls at home is an L. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have here Fresh's balls.
Yeah, fresh read it.
Fresh's balls. Unacceptable, Chris. We only want baddies. What the hell are you? What the hell are we meant to do with Captain Caveman next to us? What the fuck? I think you meant the girl that just left.
No, you fresh. The girl with the pigtails.
That's it. Fucked up.
Nah, bro.
Moving on.
Moving on. And then Robert Val Francois says that girl red behind Chris is gorgeous. 10 out of 10. If I ever see her in real life, I'll capture her, have my way with her in my basement. Joke.
Yeah.
Put the camera on her and have her melt my soul with that beautiful smile of hers. What the?
I don't know what
He
that's
made
supposed
a
to mean.
weird, dude.
Melt my soul, baby. Yeah.
All right, so it's red. Red.
Jillian, you wanted to say something, didn't you?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I'm speechless now.
That's so sweet. They love you.
Okay.
That was creepy. Not
That's kind of weird, guys.
Yeah.
Jesse Benton says, "Do you think there's a lack of women's empowerment and equality, or do you think women and men have equality, bro?" There's so much women empowerment now that like anything masculine or anything bringing men up is pushed down. So it's just crazy. Travel Tribe Ross says, "Dropping by to show some support, fellas. Myron, I'm currently traveling the world with my 3 of my women. We're polygamous. My buddy has mentioned you're poly too. Could you have your ladies on the show? Give an example of quality women. I don't think he's gonna bring them on the show, bro. At least not all of them. This is Eric again. Cool.
Nope.
And Rumble Rants.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yo, so this guy was like, "Yo, I'm polygamous too. You should bring your girls on for a show. All your girls to talk about like being polygamous." I was like, "Bro, he wants to bring all your girls on to talk about being polygamous because he has it too. He's traveling with girls." Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why that was. Good idea.
All right. So what topic were we on before? The
great
question. No. We ain't talking about that.
The guy said something about winning or something.
No, it was about.
What would it
take
that was a good
to-
question, actually.
Yeah.
Well, okay. What's winning for women versus what's winning for men?
Yeah. But everyone asked a question about one thing a guy can do to make you.
really wanted to answer it. Jillian did.
Okay, so who was last?
She didn't go yet. Oh yeah.
So one thing a guy can have or do or say to make you respect him and be with him.
Well, I would just say that it starts with him knowing himself, his talents. I think just really knowing himself. I think that's really key to me even being attracted to him. Because at least that lets me know where I would fit in with his life, as far as what he wants, his goals, things like that. And I could just find out if he needed my help, I would be able to help him in that way.
So him knowing who he is as a person kind of grounds you. Okay, that's good. What about you?
I think mine's kind of similar. I think vision. So like a man who has like a vision for
Ambition?
his life. Yeah, ambition, vision for something bigger. But also with like the action. What's the action behind it.
Does your current man have vision for you and himself?
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. What about you?
Sure. Simple.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. For you?
I would want someone assertive, but the main thing that I look for is somebody that is free and not in a way where they do whatever they want, but in a sense where they're not enslaved to any desires, in the sense like I don't want somebody that has a substance problem. I don't want somebody that
That's in debt?
that's in debt or that is like enslaved to their desires of like very easily fooled by women. I would want somebody whose judgment is very clear.
So you want a monk?
Someone in
monk could be
control of
cool.
themselves. Someone in control of
Yeah,
themselves.
just someone in control of themselves, someone well adjusted.
All right, you want a monk. Awesome. All right. And the next question is winning. Does I remember the question directly?
Yeah, it was what defines women winning versus and what defines men winning. So we could go ahead and take it from here and work this way. So what is winning for a woman and versus what is winning for a man?
Basically, like in life.
Yeah.
How can she be
In life.
winning? What does that mean? You think for a woman?
And I
to
guess
win
that
in
might
life?
be different for every woman in general, but
maybe career, kids, life, traveling. What makes a woman win?
I would say I would want to find a long-term relationship, a husband, and have children and explore my passions, like my hobbies, as well as really take pride in having a garden and that sort of thing. My
Okay.
domestic duties. I
Is it
guess.
hard in the current dating market to find a guy that doesn't want to smash right away? Is it hard for you?
Yeah, so I guess what I have is like guys like that I'm a virgin, but they don't want to wait until marriage,
Mhm.
which is kind of a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah. You would have been good back in 1950, but you kind of fucked in 2023.
It's gonna be tough.
You know, because and it goes both ways, right? Kind of like you got traditional girls that are like want to wait or whatever, but like the guys are like, because here's the thing, there's no way that you're gonna find a guy that's like I mean, the guys that are virgins, you don't want them anyway.
Yeah.
But like the days of like a guy being able to be a virgin and still be attractive and find a virgin wife, like those days are done because guys understand that like if I'm a virgin as a guy, I'm not going to be as attractive to women. No girl wants a virgin guy. You know what I mean? Unfortunately,
Yeah,
well,
I mean-
we'll take virgin girls, but we're not going to. No girl wants a virgin guy.
Yeah, and I know now that like I don't need to have a virgin guy, and I know the society we live in, and the chances are that he's probably.
Would you
not
prefer a
gonna
virgin
be-
guy? Out of curiosity.
Yes.
I mean, ideally, I know statistically it will make for the best outcomes in marriage, but it's not a requirement.
You can imagine them trying to figure shit out. Oh shit, where's the hole? That'll be fun. Yeah.
But he said, would you prefer that though? Not statistically, just
Yeah.
yourself.
I mean, I think it would be really beautiful to have with my future husband
Yeah.
for us to only know each other like that. But I mean,
It's okay to
doesn't really
want that,
matter.
girl. It's okay.
Is it in yet?
Yeah, I think she's living in reality though. She wants it, but it's
Yeah.
like, all right, it's probably more than likely not going to happen. And luckily for you as a woman, men don't, I guess, suffer from the same debilitations from a high body count that women do. Like when a woman has a higher body count, the rates of divorce go up significantly. But if a guy has a higher body count, like obviously there is a point where it starts to fuck with them too, as far as divorce.
Yeah.
But the number is much higher. It's much harder. Men rarely initiate divorce in the first place. So
Would you like a guy that could teach you certain things? Probably.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. So a little
mean,
experience
yeah.
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
All right,
but
fair enough.
but to what you were saying, there was actually a study that said because men are naturally like more they want to sow their seed.
Yeah.
There was like a certain amount of bodies that he had
Mhm.
where if he, let's just say, had like 10, he's actually more likely to be monogamous within marriage because
Yeah.
he knows that women are more or less the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Yes, I also read that.
W
Yeah.
Canada.
Sexual experience helps men, but it hurts women typically.
Wait,
They're gonna wonder like, wait, what about her? What about her?
wait.
Damn.
So you're saying you never give a blowjob before or a hand job?
No.
So Chris would ask that shit.
I mean,
He's got to know how virgin you are.
No hymen, no diamond.
Yeah. No, but okay. No, I mean, yeah. But yeah, well, sex affects the genders very differently. But girls think that they can sport fuck like guys. And I'm like, well, you can if you want, but it's going to cause you issues later.
Some bad issues later.
Yeah.
What about you? One thing, I guess you could say, winning in life for a woman. What does that mean?
Winning in life for women, at least, well, aside from having your shit together, you can.
Define having your shit together.
Okay. You're not getting just okay. I guess
Your
not
focus?
taking things the wrong way. I think that's one thing that. Okay, I wouldn't. Damn, I have a bad time articulating.
Got you.
Have you ever had a dream that
Are you saying that they're more focused on like what they want out of life? Is that what you're saying?
I think if you are, that's when you have your shit together. Like if you don't get distracted by,
have you ever had a dream
We'll move on.
yeah, just move on.
I think she's a little bit
Okay,
shaken
so
up
it's the question is what defines winning for you?
as a woman.
Oh, as a woman. I think definitely just being happy. So having a family, living in a nice house, a nice lawn, like literally, I mean, every woman's something else is gonna make her happy. So whatever that is, having her man like provide that and living in love like that.
Okay. Are you happy right now?
Mhm.
Let me ask you this: your happiness, is it internal or is it depending on what your man does for you?
It's internal, but it's both. I have my own happiness and he adds to it.
Okay.
Okay.
So what?
Winning as a woman.
Winning as a woman.
What does that mean for you?
I think just as women, it's hard to battle our own minds. So if we're able to conquer our own minds, our own emotions, that's a big win for us,
Shout to Rocky.
right? But also, we're all born, right?
Chris, what'd you
with
say?
Talent.
Shut it, Rocky.
Yeah.
Shut it, Rocky.
Adrian. All right, go ahead.
I think we're all born with special abilities, special talents. So if we can,
I'm psychic.
you are. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Prove it.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Who said that?
I did.
She did.
I'm just curious. I can.
Divorce.
No.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my god. I don't think anyone's married here. So. Oh my god. Yeah. So like I said, somebody that's just really follows their passions with their talents, their abilities, and just can kind of keep up with it. That's really special, as opposed to like following what everybody else sees, like on Instagram or wherever they look at stuff. Just someone that just really knows themselves and then can be emotionally intelligent and conquer their mind.
What does emotional intelligence mean?
Emotional intelligence means that you are aware of your emotions. However, the proper way to act. There's a right way to act and a wrong way to act. And we do get triggered, but you can't always react when you're triggered. Sometimes you have to, bite it. It's fine. Because if you don't bite it, imagine the greater reaction.
It'll bite you.
True. Bite you in the ass, right? So you don't want to set yourself up. Yeah, I know. People make fun of my laugh, right?
I like your laugh.
I like it.
I appreciate that.
That was a joke.
Actually, I had a brain injury, so like I'm actually coming back to normal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did, but I'm fine. But like I said,
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I know that. So the funny, yeah, right. So that's exactly what I mean, though. Just being able to conquer your mind, because going through that concussion and just dealing with that, I actually broke my tooth too. Like in the whole thing, it was tough. But you just can't focus on the things that really bring you down, and just try not to. It's hard, but just try not to.
Well, I'm glad you're still here.
Thank you.
So, but never mind.
Winning for a woman, security not self-produced. I think it's important to feel that security from the man that you're with, both emotionally, financially, physically. I would say that's winning for any woman.
All right. Damn.
I was actually going to say the exact same thing. Safety and security for a woman to feel safe in her relationship.
Okay.
And and just the freedom to be able to focus on her passions and what makes her more feminine, because I believe that's how you become more feminine.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like winning is honestly being able to be truly feminine and not have to bring out your masculinity, because
And how do you get that?
The man,
It's through a man. Okay.
yeah, he gives security and stability. And winning for a man, I guess, would be. Well, I guess I can't speak for that, honestly, but I know that was a part of the question.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to get their. Let's get their takes on it to see if they know.
I don't think they do, but okay.
Yeah. What's winning for a man? Go ahead. Shoot.
I feel like for them, it would be financial stability and freedom to do whatever they want, whenever they want. That's what I feel like is winning for a man.
Yeah. I feel like winning for a man is feeling respected and admired, and feeling like he respects and admires himself as well, and proud of his accomplishments and proud of his ability to make his family secure.
Interesting.
Options. A man being of a status of a certain degree where he can choose whatever he would like.
Okay. Cool.
I'd say definitely a man just being comfortable with himself, and whatever it took for him to get there, that's what he would need to do.
Okay.
Comfort?
I think a man winning would be financially successful, emotionally successful relationship. Basically, just like check all the boxes of like top tier.
Interesting.
Top G.
Secure with
Free take.
Free take.
secure with themselves and kind of a little similar to hers, where secure with himself financially every single way, and also having a relationship where he can where he doesn't feel like where he has to like go the extra mile, I guess. Or
Is your man that person you just described? Is he fully secure, successful, or is he on the way up?
on the way up.
Yeah.
I figured. That's good.
What about you? What's winning for a man in your opinion?
Somebody that's respected, prosperity, and someone with a strong, loyal support system.
It's very interesting because when we asked the girls what's winning for a woman, it was typically contingent upon an outside resource, another human being, because women tend to be interested in people. But when we asked them what is winning for a man, it was external. It was being successful, making money, etc. And I would add to that like The guys want to make money, be successful, have respect, and have a bunch of chicks. No guy wants to be monogamous. Like most men are monogamous out of necessity, not necessarily out of wants. So let me ask the two girls here that want a long-term relationship that are virgins. Would you be okay with your guy being, you know, we go around the table on this one. We'll make it fun. Would you be, oh, my bad. Would you be okay with your guy having options, having other women? Or would you expect them to be monogamous to you?
It would depend. It would depend on the guy. If he had
Okay.
everything I was looking for,
Okay.
but there would have to be like rules around it. Like I wouldn't want to. Like if I was married, I wouldn't want to get any diseases.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to see or hear from
Okay.
them. And I did this before, but it didn't work because like it just caused so many problems. Not within me, but just like externally. And I don't know if I want to
With the other girl? Or
yeah, with the other girl.
Oh, she got mad.
There was a situation, yeah, because like I'm not gonna go in detail on it here, but it was a situation where I had a lot of responsibilities that I would have to fulfill, and because of age at the time, that it just wasn't good. So I was like, okay, and because I'm a virgin waiting for marriage, I was like, okay, maybe we can have sex with like this girl for a certain amount of time until I'm ready to fulfill those responsibilities. Because I didn't think it was fair. He supported me.
Okay.
And was monogamous to me. And then that it was a certain amount of time. I knew he loved me. It was no problem. But then, yeah, it just caused so many problems with her.
What about you? Would you be okay with your guy having other girls?
Honestly, no, but no, like no.
You'd be okay with it?
I wouldn't be okay with it.
Oh, you would not be?
No,
okay.
I would not be.
You'd
okay.
would not. Okay. Okay, your guy's monogamous to you, or so you think?
I know.
Yeah, you know. Okay. What about you?
There's just always an imbalance. So polygamy, the idea is lit, I guess, for a lot of people, but it doesn't work out. And truthfully, there's always somebody going to be more jealous. Somebody's going to get mad. You didn't beg me more. You didn't hang out with me more. You didn't spit. You bought this for her. You didn't buy. It's always something. I just try to keep it as much simple as possible. Like if I can just be in a monogamous relationship where we both trust. I don't care if he hangs out with other girls. I don't care. Just don't fuck him. That's it.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that chaos that you're talking about in polygamy actually makes the women more attracted to the man?
I'm
Hence
not
they stay?
attracted to a dude in polygamy, me personally. Now, other girls, they might think that's cool. For me, it's not gonna work for me.
You might say that, but the reality is that you're attracted to men that can be polygamous.
I not really.
Really?
True.
You're not.
I'm not. It's not in my.
You don't like guys that are tall,
If
in shape?
a guy tells me he's polygamous, I'm like, all
no,
right,
he's
have
not
a
going to
good
tell you
day.
that. But I'm saying you're attracted to men that are capable of being polygamous. Is my point.
Anybody could be polygamous.
No, absolutely
Truthfully.
not. Only a minority of men can actually pull it off.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Maybe that's just me because I don't really like look at a guy as, oh, this dude's can be polygamous or not. It's just not going in my brain. Obviously, like
Because you're looking at it through a female lens. Like I said before, women have the privilege of not having to understand men to attract them.
Yeah.
But men have to understand women to attract them.
Mhm.
So what you don't realize is that the guy that you're attracted to, I promise you, he's probably attractive to a bunch of other girls too. Because the things that make a man attractive are hard to come by. Tall, handsome, money, status, charisma, charm, etc.
It's
These
not
are things
even
that
all
women
of that for me. For me, it's not all of that. But for a women, I guess the modern woman, I guess you're right.
So you don't like any of the traits I just mentioned?
I mean, they're cool. They're not everything though.
Yeah, but I'm saying that women are typically chasing the same archetype of man.
Yes.
Do they get them? No, but they still want it. It's biologically hardwired in you. Like you're not that special. No offense. Just like men are biologically hardwired to like certain things in women are biologically hardwired to look for certain things in men. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just wondering what the point was
The point of what?
of what you were saying.
Because she's saying I don't want a guy that's polygamous. And what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that the men that are attractive have the capability of being
She said she
polygamous.
wouldn't
want
want
her man to be
Yeah, me
polygamous.
because for me personally, if
Well,
I
we're gonna talk about that
I
here in
haven't
a
been in
second.
a relationship for a long time, but when I do eventually, I want to be my best version of myself, but I want to be the best woman possible that I can be for him. Whether I connect with him,
Let's say
whether
you
I
get with a
give him
guy.
the time that he needs, whatever he needs. That's why I feel like
Okay, he needs
we
another
need-
chick.
Why would he need another chick though? What is it? Is it his ego? What is it?
Because you guys are not as special as you think you are. Men always want other
So
girls.
we could say the same thing about men.
No,
Like
because women typically want to share security with one man. All of you guys said, I want a relationship with a guy, marriage, and children. Men don't think that way. We want a main girl, but we always want other girls.
And what is it about the other girls that y'all need? What are you missing?
Men like variety.
They like variety.
Yeah.
Men like variety, period. You will
Okay.
never, ladies, I want y'all to know this, especially you, Miss Long-Term Relationship, because it's going to come down the line for you as well. I promise you it will. You will never sexually satisfy your man by yourself. I promise you. You guys are going to have that tough talk eventually where he's going to say, I want to have other girls, or you catch him cheating. One of the two is going to happen. I mean, he hasn't married you yet. Y'all been together for 8 years, so something's up. So
I'm not ready to get married.
Yeah,
that's cute.
there's certain things that we
It
know
is.
that's
Yeah,
right and
that's cute.
wrong, you know, sometimes. And, you know, we want to do wrong a lot, but we don't have to do wrong.
Okay. It's not about that.
Haven't you heard about like
Go ahead. Sure.
monogamous is like not it's or sorry,
Monogamy?
polyamorous, whatever it is. How do you say it?
Polygamy? Yeah.
Polygamy.
What about it?
There was like a study done that shows that if everyone was poly, then like the society wouldn't sustain itself.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Countries that practice polygamy tend to be less stable. That is true. But that does not change the fact that from a biological human evolutionary standpoint, women are wired to be to be in a polygamous relationships because women are willing to share higher status men.
No.
Most women would prefer to have a high status man and share him than to have a loser to herself.
You think so?
It's not that I think so. It's this is the way it's been since the beginning of time.
not me.
If you look at like kings, sultans, powerful
I guess
men.
most women.
Yeah, powerful men
Most
have always had a
Not all.
multitude of
most
women.
but that's where the brokenness is, and not every woman is broken. But
No, I call
you
that
know,
intelligent, actually.
But I just don't think a high quality woman would.
You know, okay, for
would allow that,
example,
but
you know, Nick
most,
Cannon.
maybe.
Well, here's
like Nick Cannon has a lot of
Yeah.
kids. Okay,
Yeah.
he's obviously had a bunch of babies from a lot of women.
Yeah.
The problem with that, you know, it's cool to be fruitful and multiply. However, those children are the ones that's going to be suffering at the end of the day. They're not going to have their father. Their father might come or call every 6 months. That takes a lot from someone growing up. So that's why it's important for men and women to be in harmony with each other so that we can create better families. And it starts with us making the right decisions and fighting against the things that we know are wrong and right.
Well, here's the thing: a man doesn't have to be in his child's life every single day. That's
Yeah.
a mom's job.
Yeah,
number
he
one.
doesn't.
No,
but
yeah, that's number one.
But,
Number
no,
two,
the kids, if he doesn't hear it from 6
number
months,
two,
that's a problem.
if he's providing, he doesn't. He sees his kids all
More
the time.
often than not, yeah.
They all live in the same area. He sees his kids all the time. The other thing too is that he's providing the resources, taking care of the kids, giving them a stable home. The dad doesn't have to be there every day.
Mhm.
So that's kind of that's one
He
thing.
doesn't have to be, but you know, sometimes everybody's different. They
No,
might
and I
need
get that.
They might need that support. Like Akon doesn't want to go to his children's, you know, recitals or whatever. That kid, that might mean a lot to them. Somebody showing up, being there for them, that means a lot to people. It does.
Well, here's the thing. That's tough. Life is you're not always going to get what you want. The mom can be there. The dad might not
No,
be
but
there
you
all
want
the
to
time,
try
but
to
that's
do
fine.
the right thing as much as possible.
Here's the
You
thing.
don't think it'll affect the kids at all?
Kids need to suffer.
They need.
You want your women to suffer? I thought that was the whole thing is that you don't want your women to go through trauma. Isn't that like a thing?
Boys need to suffer. Like if a man doesn't make it to every single recital, every single game, that's not the end of the world. And if a son doesn't get every single thing he wants from his father, I think obviously the daughter's got to get everything, right, to a degree, of course. But sons, he's got to suffer. Men need to suffer to become.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I get that, but I'm just talking about like, let's say he has girls. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean, a girl?
As in
As
girl
kids. You're saying that it wouldn't matter if the father's not there.
Go as much as you can, but like he's realistically speaking, a man that's out there making money, being successful, he's not going to be able to be there all the time.
I think we're also forgetting as well, if the dad is a good role model and he's actually working, putting food on the table for the family, that him being a role model does a lot by itself.
But
and him
wouldn't
coming,
it be better if both of the parents were together and they avoided
I
all
mean,
of that?
it's ideal, but let's be real here. In the real world, nothing's really ideal. So really, I get what you're saying. It doesn't make sense, but I'm just saying most people are not going to be in that scenario. And just to be real with you, they're probably going to break up anyway. So ideally, the guy's a good role model. He's doing what he needs to do and visits periodically. It's going to work regardless.
Now, but going back to the whole monogamy thing, you know, men are typically only as faithful as their options. So a guy that's like in demand, that's attractive, that has things going for him, he's going to want to exercise options. So I tell girls, just get in front of it and accept that at some point you might catch your guy cheating, or he's going to want to have that talk like, yo, I want to have other girls. Men always want variety. We don't look for security like you guys do. We provide it.
Well, then now you're gonna make women just boss up themselves and start becoming masculine because they just want a guy who's gonna love them a lot and not cheat on them.
Yeah, and there's
Okay, how about this? If I tell you it's raining outside and here's an umbrella and you choose to go outside and get hit with water, whose fault is that?
What does that do then?
The analogy
I don't know
is,
I don't know where you're comparing the analogy to.
the analogy is I'm telling you that men are only as faithful as their options.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's a high likelihood that your man will go ahead and exercise those options, especially if he's attractive.
But just because you want to
So,
bang
can you stop
somebody
interrupting?
doesn't mean you should.
Can you stop interrupting? So I'm telling you, here's an umbrella. It's raining outside, so that you could prepare yourself. Whose fault is it if you don't take the umbrella and get wet?
No, but I'm just saying that women are going to go get their own fucking umbrella and become masculine and not have to worry about guys
That's
cheating
fine,
on her.
but,
And that's the problem, right? It's too many masculine women, not enough feminine women that the guys are looking for.
Here's the thing: they can go ahead and make their own money, as you would say, but that doesn't fix the problem at all.
Yeah, and
that
they'll go
doesn't do
find a
anything.
loyal guy. They'll just play a bigger.
I'm telling you,
part of
men
the
are
role.
naturally not loyal. It's not in our DNA to be loyal to one woman. No guy wants to sit there and say, "I'm going to have sex with you for the rest of my life." No, men
I
are
think
only.
there are. There are.
Really?
Yeah, there are.
You think so?
Yes.
If I line up 100 dudes, 95 of them would prefer to have more than one girl.
It's because social
Okay,
media and
but I'm
porn.
telling you, with the right
It's been
girl,
that way since
with the
before
right,
social
with the
media.
right girl,
What
with
did
the
Kanye
right
say?
wife, the man will be faithful.
No, he won't.
If
Where-
you,
yo,
you know, it's
yo,
funny. If
what
you
the
told your
hell?
man,
Well,
come
good
on,
girls.
if you told your man, right, yo, babe, you know what? I respect you. I care about you. I love you. You can have any girl you want and me. You know what he would say? Yes, that's what I really want.
Okay.
However, because he respects you, he doesn't want to challenge you. But you know what? I love only you. But I guarantee you, a hot chick down the street, 9 or 10, he's gonna go for it.
You know what's fantastic?
It's
You
not
guys,
a
how you
sa-
guys
it's
are,
not a
see how you
safe
guys are fighting against what I'm
lifestyle.
telling you?
But it's just not safe. That's
Okay.
why we're just saying it's not a good
Look,
idea.
Look,
You know?
look.
Because if you have babies by
Adrian,
other
look,
women,
Adrian,
all kind of
look,
things.
Look,
Adrian,
look,
listen.
look.
Asia.
This is the perfect quintessential example of what I mean when I say women can't handle the truth. I'm telling you guys, bold-faced, biological fact. Men are quantitative in their mating or quantity based in their mating process. Women are quality based. Men want other girls. You guys are sitting here trying to fight me on it, and I'm telling you,
Society,
guys, more than
society
likely.
wouldn't sustain itself. So how would it be built
agree.
Wait.
biologically that way?
So tell me.
What do you mean by
If
society?
society couldn't sustain itself if all of the guys just got to be whatever poly.
No, but they can't.
But most men can't be poly. Is my
can't.
point. Most men don't have the status, income, ability,
so
frame.
then why does it
etc.
bother you guys that we don't want a guy who would cheat on us?
No, we're just saying expect what may come.
But
and if
you're
it
saying most
happens,
guys don't do that anyways.
They can't, but they want to.
They want to.
So if they get the chance, they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
Oh wait, fresh. So you've been with your man for 8 years, right?
You know, you might want to rob a bank.
Oh,
You don't
8
have
years,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you married?
Not yet,
Why not?
because I want an extravagant wedding.
I mean, is he trying to marry you, or like, did he tell you?
Planning
8
to
years,
get
he would have
married,
married her
yes.
by now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sun's off.
Yep. Something's
I'm
off.
keeping 1,000 with you. Sun's off. If he didn't,
I just said that I don't want to get married because I want to have an extravagant wedding.
That's on him.
If he really wanted to, he'll find a way to do it.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Sun's
He
off.
borrows some money. You do a favor.
Fiance?
I'm telling you.
I
Sun
don't
off.
think you guys understand what I want in life. So
I mean,
You want a wedding?
You want him?
I want a massive wedding.
No, you want him.
I could go elope if we really wanted to, but we don't care. I don't care that much about marriage to get married because I already know I
You
have
care
a
enough
solid
to have an
relationship.
expensive wedding, though.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I want to have a big party someday to celebrate how long we've been together and how we're going to be together forever.
A
What does
big
that
party doesn't cost that much money if you plan for it in advance and you
Yeah,
save
8 years
for it.
would
Okay,
have
so
been
I'll
enough
invite you to my
time.
wedding in like 5 years when I'm ready for it.
But
Okay.
8 years, you should come on.
8 years. Come on.
Do you know how old I am? I'm 25. What do you mean 8 years? You want me to start planning for my wedding when I was 17 years old? Really?
You're at your peak.
If that's
right
what
now.
you want
Huh?
with your guy, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's your dream wedding. Dreams come through over a period of time.
Okay, so I've been working on it. He's been working on it. What do you mean? My extravagant wedding will come
Is he
when
broke?
I'm ready. Huh?
Be honest, is he broke?
No,
So he has money, right?
Yeah.
So why is he not doing the wedding?
because it's not what I want yet.
What? No. Take
He
that back.
doesn't have enough money to pay for the hundreds of thousands of dollars of a wedding that I want, but he will soon.
Why would you want to do that to your man?
What do you mean? Why would I want to do that to my man? That's for me. It's a celebration for me.
You think he want to spend that?
I have my own money too.
Yeah, but do you
No,
think
no.
he wants to spend that on the wedding?
No, he doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
So
Wait,
you're
wait, what?
prioritizing what you want over what he wants.
In a wedding, yeah.
That's messed up.
What do you mean? Have you ever heard of Bridezilla? It's common. The guy is there to get married, but I don't think the guy cares that
The
much about the
money
actual
you
wedding
spend on
itself.
that wedding could go towards your kids, your future, a vacation.
And I'm
you
gonna
both
have
can
a lot of
enjoy.
money to go to all of those things. That's my point.
All right, man.
Yo, man. Yo, real talk. She
don't
wants to
wanna be
get
saved.
she wants to get married. She don't want to be a wife. That's
Yeah.
what it is,
I'm already a wife.
bro. If you were a wife, he would have wifed you up by now.
Yeah, you would.
A guy doesn't date a girl for 8 years and not wife it up. That's a huge red flag.
I'm
Come
telling
on.
you,
That's a
niggas
huge red
will
flag.
literally sell their watches, chain, their soul for their girl if they really want them. And then to get married, to find that price.
But he doesn't have to. I'm not telling him to.
Come on, Jenna.
If I was like, I'm desperate to get married, and he wants to get married, yeah, we would go get married. But I'm not desperate to have a wedding yet. Like, it doesn't matter to me that much.
So then don't have a wedding then.
But I do want to have a wedding eventually, which is why I'm waiting.
That he has to pay for,
Huh?
and not you.
We'll both pay for it.
Nah, he's paying. He's paying the majority.
Ay,
That's why it's taking a while.
All right, man.
All right, chill Wednesday.
Yo, man. Yo.
So you guys have nothing to say, but it's fine.
No. We know.
We are
know.
shocked.
We're dudes.
And
we
we're
know.
like-
8 years with a chick. And here's the other thing too. You gotta remember, you're at your peak now.
Yeah.
You're at your peak now.
25.
So typically, you want to leave the casino when the cash is up. You don't want to leave the casino when the chips are down. In 5 years, you're going to be 30 years old. Most of your eggs are going to be gone.
Wait,
the
30?
ability to bring a child to term is going to be significantly diminished.
Yeah.
So if he's not going to marry you now at your peak, what makes you think he's
He
going to
is
actually?
gonna marry me now. We've
When?
pretty much already married. I don't understand. Like,
No, you're
you guys
not.
don't get about that.
You have a ring on
legally?
your finger.
Huh?
What's
You
the
married
ring?
legally?
Actually, in some states, there's like the year if
Common
you've
law?
been together,
Common law?
common law. Yeah, we basically have that.
So then why have a big wedding then?
Because I want to have a party and celebrate.
No, you do, but does he want to have a party?
I'm sure he'd love it, but he doesn't care that much. But he cares about me making me happy.
But
so
see,
of course he's gonna do it.
that's selfish though.
Yeah,
selfish. You know why that's selfish?
How is it selfish?
He's about to spend maybe $100,000 on one day, right? When realistically speaking, what does man want to do? Make sure you're happy and kids happy, the family's happy, right?
So
But that one day you're spending all that money for is for what? For you
What
to
is-
just say, "Oh, I got married."
Wait, hold on, fresh.
Well, eventually it's not gonna be that much money. That's the goal.
Wait, so question. Do you have kids
No,
with them?
no,
So why the fuck you spend that much money on a wedding, on a party when you spend on the kids?
I don't have kids.
No, but with
No,
him,
you say prepare for the future.
I will. I'm gonna have enough money for all of it.
you.
Yes. Both of
So
us.
use that money and spend on a fucking wedding and just make it happen.
I will. Why you? I don't understand.
Do you get what we're saying here? We're saying, for example, in this
Yeah,
case,
it's crazy because we should have gotten married and we could have already gotten. And if he wanted it, then we would have. But it doesn't matter that much to both of us because we're already committed and we know we're gonna get married eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he's telling you, bro.
Bro,
So,
yeah, right.
that's what he's telling
It's
her,
a
bro.
massive, massive
Yo,
finesse, man.
yo, 8 years, no ring, red flag.
Remember we said earlier on the
Like-
show.
Who has red
Men-
flag though?
Huh?
Do I have a red flag? Who's the red
If he,
flag?
didn't if he didn't commit to you yet,
on
and
that
he's
level?
been with you for 8 years, you're not his fiance. Y'all just kind of live together and cohabitate. And like you're saying, I want a big expensive wedding,
no kids,
and I'm waiting. Like, I want to be surprised if he's like having second thoughts or something like that. Because I'll keep it 1,000. When a girl tells me I want a big extravagant wedding, she's more interested in getting married than being a wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you how
No,
men think.
But that also means that I don't care that much because I haven't done it yet.
No, but you still want to do it.
Yeah, eventually someday
and-
when we
and-
have a lot of money.
and
But I'm
also,
not pressuring him
what
to
if-
get married
what
right
if he
now.
never gets a lot of money? What if he stays the same? What are you gonna do?
He will, and so will I.
No, but how do you know that?
Because I have vision and I have
And the other
work,
thing too,
and
you
I
got to
have-
understand is that you're 25 now. You're literally at your peak fertility, your peak value as a woman. No offense, from a biological standpoint, maybe.
Y'all are talking as if I won't get engaged fucking tomorrow.
After this, you probably will.
I know. I already know that I will, but I'm just like, it's crazy that we're having this conversation because you guys are
And
just,
I'm
like,
only
tripping over
saying
8
that
years.
because he's gonna watch it and then probably feel
No,
like
it'll
he
be
has to-
funny. It'll be funny.
No, because she's gonna pressure him now.
Yeah.
After she has this conversation with him, she's gonna be like, "Why am I not engaged with you?"
Yo,
Blah, blah, blah.
Jenna Ortega. Shout out to Wednesday.
Yeah.
From the Ass Family.
Yo,
oh,
man.
What's on the future?
The ironic thing is he's the one that watches your show and brought her here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nigga, what are you doing?
No, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's
knows
pretty
what
smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
Oh, wait.
Remember when we can handle the truth? People
Yeah.
say, "Yo,
Yeah,
come on
yeah,
the
let's-
show,
yeah, let's
so we
use
can
the-
tell her
oh,
the
yeah,
truth."
yeah, yeah.
No, he actually told me I should go on the show because I give good opinions with things. So
No,
he'll be
no,
watching
no,
your guys'
he's-
show and then he'll
All right.
ask me my opinion because he's like, wow, your opinion's pretty different than
I'm
most
gonna give you the best advice you're gonna get because all your friends probably are too scared to tell you this shit. Don't worry about the extravagant wedding. Get married to the man. Have children. Focus on that. You could do the party and all the other bullshit later on because you're at your peak now. Get out the casino while you can, when your chips are up.
So I
Because
should
your
just-
value is only going down as you age.
But why would I? I don't understand why I would need to get married right this second. Like I could still have kids, create a house, do all of these things, and then have my extravagant wedding later. What's wrong with that?
I'm trying to give you the advantage here, but okay. You want to have kids out of wedlock and not be married?
No,
and
I'm
all-
not saying I'm not saying I will.
But you're saying you can have kids right now and you're not married. I'm saying
I'm
like
just saying I could.
that's not optimal in your situation. I'm giving you the game right now. That actually puts him at a disadvantage. What I just told you.
Yeah.
How is that pretty- We're already gonna get married and we're gonna have kids and we're gonna have a
You
house.
assumed that.
All right.
10 years later.
Okay.
We got chats on.
Yeah, yo, this is what I mean when I say women can't handle the truth, man. No offense,
Yeah.
but like it's like I'm telling you, bro. 8
We said
years,
earlier.
no marriage, crazy.
Bro, 8 years, man.
Monogamy,
Damn.
guys always want other girls. man.
Everyone's just jealous that they don't have someone for 8 years yet.
I mean, jealous of no
Trust
ring?
me, I'm happy as hell right now. Let's
Yeah,
go to,
guys want quantity. We don't.
Yeah,
You guys look for security and a bunch of one guy. Men want quantity. So
Lele Zero.
What?
Ladies, spit, swallow, cream pie, or facial.
this nigga, bro.
Leayo.
Leayo.
We'll just move on.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
No, it's from before.
All right,
By the
Fisher,
way-
Genesis 3.
Genesis 3. Marco. Shout out to you, bro.
What does that verse say?
Yeah, Paris.
To the woman, he said, I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but ye shall rule over you. Mm.
Okay.
Is that for
This
her?
right here.
Yeah, pretty much.
$500.
What does that?
So basically,
What does that do with me?
that yeah.
it wasn't for you at first, but you could apply it to you. So he shall rule over you. You're demanding him to give you a big ass wedding. But
I'm
is
not
that?
demanding him. I think that's what I want.
He said that chat much earlier.
But what does he want?
Huh?
What does he want? Do you know?
I know what he wants out of me. He doesn't care about a big wedding.
That's the whole point.
Okay.
He shall rule over you. So do what he wants.
Which is probably not a big ass wedding.
It's not.
Well, why can't I get what I want also?
All right, never mind. Let's just
We
move
can-
on, man.
I don't get it.
No, I'm just saying, right? This big extravagant wedding that you want,
Mhm.
it's gonna cost some money.
Mhm.
The money that you guys are gonna spend on that, I get it. It's your decision. You can do whatever you want. But from a holistic standpoint, why blow on one day? You can spread
Bro,
it over a period of time.
I'm a multimillionaire. I would never spend fucking even $20,000 on a wedding.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little bit of perspective.
Well, then I don't think you're looking at high value women who have high expectations.
No,
It's fine.
because I'm looking for a wife. I'm not looking for a girl that wants to get married.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I'm not looking to get married.
You want to get married. I'm looking for a wife.
I
And that's the
literally just
problem.
said that I don't care about getting married. That's the funny
You
part.
quite literally do. You're making the.
I said I want to have a big wedding, and I think that would be
That is
exciting.
the contingency.
But you want to
Yeah.
get married.
You want to get married. You want a wedding. You don't necessarily want to be a wife. That's what I'm trying
I'm
to say.
already a wife,
No,
and
you're
I'll
not.
eventually have a big wedding.
You're living as husband and wife without the paper.
Exactly.
So basically, yeah, I get.
So
what you're
one day we'll have a big celebration.
One
but
day. All right.
Until then, it's fine.
I'm just telling
She
you.
don't
bro.
want
This
to be
shit- this
saved.
shit
Don't
wild,
save
man. This shit
us.
wild.
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm just.
We wish you the best, by the way.
Thank
Just
you. You guys can have him on the show someday.
Chris, you brought on a literal retard.
Well, she left.
Yeah, she left.
Well, both of them.
Yeah, those bitches are stupid. Okay.
Xena the Witch. That's cool and all, but like, what the fuck is she wearing? Gloves? For? Please answer that. Also, Whitler in this bit. Yeah, 24 W misogyny.
Okay.
Why are you wearing gloves?
She was on the show before, wasn't she?
I mean, yeah, that's Xena.
She was on all the time.
Because I can do that. I'm a little chilly. I like to keep my hands warm.
Adrian.
Okay. Okay.
It's Asia. My name is Asia.
But your
not
fingers are
Adrian.
exposed and it's lace. Does it really
It's
keep you
fine.
warm?
It does,
Lace.
actually. Truthfully.
It's
yeah.
a cute accessory.
Thank you.
Okay. Her sugar daddies must have manifested a bitch with low IQ and high pH and got a 2-for-1 deal. Sanitize her seat, Chris.
High
God damn.
Yeah. Wow. That right there was a violation.
Okay, Dreamer says, ladies, which girl on the panel would you choose as your daughter-in-law? Which one do you choose to tell your son to stay away from?
Ooh.
I would definitely.
I guess we can start here.
Miss Clement
When you
over
would
here.
choose for daughter-in-law and want to stay away from.
You can
On
pick
panel.
the 2 chicks that got kicked out too if you want.
Daughter-in-law. Oh, and the okay.
You can use that. You can use them as in this
Okay.
example is what I'm saying.
Daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna
Okay, her. Okay.
Of course.
And then stay away from.
The one that was sitting in this corner.
Okay.
That's the
Why
one I
why
would
did you
say.
pick her? Give it raw. She ain't here.
The way she just composed herself, like she was over talking everyone, like she wouldn't let other people say what they had to say, like she just obviously wanted the center of attention. So that right there, I just feel like, and she said she fucks on 2 sugar daddies at the same time. I just,
Okay. Say it with your chest.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would pick Julian for the daughter-in-law because she's very feminine and beautiful. Or, I'm sorry, what was her name? Victoria, because you also are sweet and feminine.
Thank you.
Not saying everybody else isn't, but I mean we have to choose. And then
Stop the cap.
No, I'm serious. I
Stop
would
the
say her
cap.
because she's got trauma, and just with trauma comes that emotional instability.
Emotional damage.
All right, fair enough. That's fair. For you? Myself.
I would say myself or Jillian for sure as a daughter-in-law. As someone I would not want as my daughter-in-law, the woman that was next to me.
New York.
What was that?
The accent.
Yes,
Yeah.
only- yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We love it.
But I mean, someone promiscuous enough to have several sugar daddies, I would never want for my son to be married to. Absolutely not.
Just being real.
Well said.
Yeah. I think she's actually the perfect role model for a lot of women. You
Mhm.
know, I think guys secretly do want a girl that's more pure, that's less.
It's not a
out
secret.
there.
That's what we want.
Well, some of them do want hoes. They're like, hey, I'm ready to
You
get the
don't like
hoes.
those
Smash.
hoes.
To
But
smash.
okay, yeah, but
The
like
sex
that-
only category.
True. Yeah, but to actually wife up, yeah, they want a girl that's not out there catching bodies, out there partying every day. You know, somebody that kind of knows themselves. So she would definitely be the perfect, daughter-in-law for
Who would you
anybody.
not pick then?
I mean, she was traumatized, and it was bad. Like, 'cause it was just like it was projecting, and
Yeah.
if somebody can't, has been traumatized that bad to the point where they can't, maintain it in a public setting, she just needs some more counseling, some more work, so that wouldn't be what I would want for if I had a son, because I would want somebody that's,
Yeah.
more
More
so-
stable.
right, more stable.
Okay.
Yeah, trauma ruins women, man.
Yeah.
It makes men, but it
True.
ruins women. What about you?
For my son, yeah, that girl was I don't know, but this other girl, she was like on drugs, so I don't know that I don't
something.
know. I don't know what's worse. And then honestly, for my son, myself, or one of these two lovely women here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
For you?
I'd choose Jillian. She's really sweet. But she seems like she has no bad intentions. She seems like she would live a virtuous life, and she would.
All right.
Who not?
For trauma reasons.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Typical. And Jillian, what about you?
See, even girls know women are to be seen and not heard.
Says it all.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I would choose Melanie or Victoria for the daughter-in-law, and then probably the girl in the corner that left. She's just very combative.
That's an
I-
understatement.
Yeah, very combative.
Fighting with
and-
fists too. Goddamn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
We need to hire like a female wrestler to like fuck girls up. That
I
are
used to
stupid.
westle in high school. Me too.
Oh, you did?
I went to the.
Are you
We
gonna
got icy, man. We got icy, man.
gonna do
I
it?
wouldn't expect that.
I was gonna ask real quick, because we're would you be okay with your future guy having other chicks? Would you expect him to be monogamous to you?
I believe the only men really capable of having multiple women like that are the top 10, top 5% of men.
Yeah.
That percentage wouldn't be looking for.
Okay. You'd be settling down with a more average guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But those men, the top 5, top 10, they
Okay.
wouldn't look for someone like me anyway. so.
Okay. Well, how about if your more average guy says, "Hey, I want to have other women," or you catch him cheating, let's say, would you break it up or would you stay with him?
Is he my husband?
Yeah.
Is it a pattern?
Well, let's say you catch him cheating once.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're married.
You'd stay?
Yes.
Smart. Then you catch him cheating again. Would you stay?
Do we have children together?
Let's say yeah.
Yeah.
For the statistical benefit of my children, I would stay.
Okay.
Let's see you catch him
I
again.
would want to keep the family under one home.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see you catch him again though.
Third time.
Third time. You stay?
Let's say it is a
Do I have
pattern.
children?
Yeah.
Until they're 18.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them first.
Okay.
My answer would be pretty much identical to hers. I would have to know that he's bringing everything else to the table for me to be. I don't know. I believe a lot in polarity, And I believe that when the polarity is balanced, as it should be between the masculine and feminine, I believe that causes the two people to be really attracted to each other. And so I don't know.
One of the fundamental tenets of masculinity is having multiple women, though. It's literally put in our DNA. Like, guys are literally programmed to want to have sex all the time.
I'm part of a group that's a relationship group, and the men in there I respect, I trust, and I look up to them, and they just have a different opinion. I would like to share the group with you, actually.
They're telling you that.
They're telling you that.
But deep down,
Yeah.
they had a choice to make.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit.
I don't believe they're lying
Stifler's
men.
mom.
Huh?
No. Well,
I just don't.
They
I don't know how to
don't,
answer
though.
that without being in the position, because, like she said, I don't believe that the top percentage of men that are able to do that would be who I'm going to be married to. You know, so I would have to feel secure in every other way, and I would want him to be honest, because honesty is a big thing for me. So then I could cope with it how I needed to cope with it. I could talk to him about things openly instead of it being a hiding dark secret.
So are you okay with a man making maybe 50K per year, 5'7"?
Oh, if you only knew. Yes,
What's wrong with
my ex. Yeah.
How tall are you?
But you left him though.
Well, I didn't. That wasn't my husband that I'm talking about, because my
Okay.
husband was taller, and yeah, this is so complicated. I was hoping this didn't get this deep into it, but
Was he black?
every man I've ever dated,
She's from Iowa, Chris.
Was he
No.
black? I mean,
Oh, there's lots of culture in Iowa, but
Yeah.
diversity.
Was he black?
No,
Oh.
but
All right,
that's
cool.
not
That's obvious, nigga.
I mean,
All right. Sorry. Continue on.
What was I even saying? Oh, every man that I've ever dated, other than my husband, like did not make. I made more than
Okay.
money, and
right.
they were all my same height.
Okay.
Well, and I'm saying all, like there's a bunch of them, like 2,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, they were my height,
How tall are you?
5'6".
Okay.
But my husband was taller than me.
Mhm.
He is taller than me. I mean, he's still alive and everything. I'm talking
Mhm.
about him. But I don't blame him for our divorce, and I don't blame me. I blame the situation that has a lot to do with me being masculine in the sense of trying to fix things all the time. I believe men are the fixers.
You were the breadwinner in that one, right?
It's a very complicated situation because he comes from a very well-to-do family,
Ah.
so he didn't have to work.
Okay.
But
I call this a trust fund syndrome, where like the guy has money, but he didn't develop the character and the attractive traits from making said money.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's able to provision, but he's not masculine because he hasn't went through the making, right? He hasn't become the man to make that kind of money.
right. But he's still a very good man and has a lot, like the qualities that I would look for. It's just
Yeah.
that dynamic
Yeah.
of me going to work every day
Yeah.
and me being the masculine one of trying to fix our problems,
Yeah.
because the men are supposed to be the ones fixing it.
Yeah.
I kept trying to solve the problem.
He didn't suffer enough to be able to understand that he's got to be the leader.
Yeah.
And
And
I
that's
came
that.
from
This is why men need to, when I have my kids, my sons, I'll put them on my fucking parents. They're gonna live poor. Fuck that shit.
And I
You know?
grew up like in poverty, so we
Yeah.
came from very
Yeah.
different backgrounds, and so it's
You
not.
got it out the mud while he got it out the fucking kitchen.
But he's still he's a good man. It's
I'm
just
sure he is, yeah,
he
but-
also doesn't like the fact that he didn't experience that strife. He wishes he had more hardship in life in a way, you know.
And you still left him. All right, cool.
Well, I didn't necessarily leave him. It was more of a mutual divorce because we were living in a toxic
Oh,
environment.
mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah, you left him.
Okay. She left him. Yeah. It's fine. You're the more masculine one. He couldn't take that shit. So that's
But
what it
that
was.
caused my whole paradigm shift. So I'm grateful for the experience.
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason that I opened my eyes.
Okay.
Because
Alright.
I got involved in these.
So you want
groups.
monogamy though?
That's
But-
so hard to answer for me. It's very hard to answer because I want to say yes, I do, but in a certain situation, if he came to me honestly, like my needs aren't getting met, and if I'm with a man where all I want to do is meet his needs, I would be willing to sacrifice if it was the right situation.
Comes back to what I've said. If the guy's value's high enough, man, she
Top
gonna
G.
she gonna accept it. All right, cool. What about you?
If I'm okay with my man being polyamorous,
Yeah, or pop polygamous or having other girls.
honestly, I'm pretty. I guess I have jealousy, so
No.
probably
What if you
not.
didn't know about it? Like you knew he was doing it, but he didn't show you the chicks, or, or you weren't.
I mean,
doing
if I knew about it, I honestly don't know if I could.
Stay.
Yeah.
it. Okay. How much money do you want your guy to make per year?
At least over 100.
Okay. How tall do you want him to be?
At least taller than me.
Which is?
At least over 2 inches taller than me.
Okay, give us that height.
Oh, I'm 5'4".
Okay, so you want the guy to be 5'6"
or above.
Okay, give us the bare minimum. We'll keep it real. 6 feet, 5'10", 5'8".
Yeah. 6 feet. Yeah,
6 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have to be handsome?
No, looks is not everything.
So he can be ugly.
Yes.
Okay. Fresh. All right. So 6 feet, 100 grand per year. You know what percentage of men fit that?
No.
Take a guess.
30%.
Interesting.
30.
Is that your final answer?
15%.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah, the answer actually is more around like 2 to 3% of guys meet that requirement. 'Cause only
100,000?
well, remember, only 15% of men are 6 feet tall or above, and only 15% of the U.S. population makes about $100,000 or more. That's men and women. So if you cut that in half,
Mhm.
right? Let's say 7%, and then you go ahead and add in the fact that you're the filter of 6 feet. We're talking about like the top 2-3% of men.
That would be ideally, but I.
So let me ask you a
don't know.
question. Let's say you
Mhm.
get that guy. Are there more beautiful women? Or are there more guys that meet his numbers, metrics?
That's a good question.
Who's more common, you or him?
I feel like I would be more common than.
So
he would.
if you're more common, who
Mhm.
has the leverage?
He does.
So who really picks if they're going to be monogamous or not?
He would.
So would it be intelligent for you to leave that guy and find another guy that wants to do the same exact thing?
I'm not gonna put up with that for like. You gotta be making millions for me to accept polyam.
Even better. Do you know what
I
percentage of men make
guess.
$1 million a year?
6 feet tall too.
Less than 1%.
Way less.
Like 0.3.
Top 1% makes $400K a year.
Mm.
You want a dude that makes $1 million, and you think he's like, that's when they can accept the cheating? See how ridiculous you sound now?
I'm just saying, me knowing myself, like I would just be jealous and it would be toxic, and I don't want to, you know.
Why don't instead of trying to bend reality, why don't you just work on that and become like more accepting of reality?
Like work on my
Yeah,
jealousy.
why don't you
I guess
work
I would
on
have
that?
to be put in that situation in order to work on it, and hope that person has the patience
Okay,
to
let me
deal
ask you
with
a
that
question.
jealousy.
What if I tell you in
Mhm.
5 years you're going to get punched in the stomach? Would you go to the gym every day and do sit-ups and go train in the boxing gym and be prepared to get punched? Or would you just sit there and say, I'll deal with it when I get punched?
I guess I'd rather train up for that.
Exactly. So I'm telling you right now, if you meet that man, there's way less of him than there is of you. So why not be prepared now and accept the fact that it probably will come with the type of guy that you're looking for?
You might miss your chance, waiting for it to happen.
Facts.
I feel like I could
I know
build that man.
I know what?
Right? Like anyone you can help.
Nah.
Let me explain something to you. Guys that make a lot of money are never built by women.
So you don't feel like
That's an
women have
intrinsic-
value?
What?
Women have value. Women can bring value to the table.
Nigga, he makes $1 million. Do you make $1 million?
High earning men
Mm-hmm.
don't need women to become high earning men.
Yeah.
Do you not understand that it's intrinsic? It's in their mind. They're
Mhm.
go-getters regardless of their situation. So they don't need you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Not every man is a go-getter.
The man that you
The
want
guy
to go
that you
getter.
want is a go-getter.
Okay.
So what I'm telling you is that he's self-made. He doesn't need you.
Go-getter.
So since he doesn't need you, you're replaceable. Since you're replaceable, you need to act as if you're replaceable and understand that you're not special and get on his program. But women don't like hearing this, that they're not special. When you're with a guy that's attractive, there's way less of him than you. There's beautiful girls turning 18 every day. Be the main girl and be happy with that. But women don't like hearing this. I know.
Freshly 18? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
There's new girls turning 18 every day. Yes.
So, for example, like, okay, the man wants to be in a polygamous, relationship.
Yeah.
So, typically women, typically women were kind of like designed not to want to be in a polyamorous relationship. But
I disagree. You're designed to want to be in a polygamous relationship.
I don't know, not maybe me, maybe not me, but yeah, I guess I
Since
guess
the beginning
maybe
of time, women have shared higher status men. It's a survival tactic. The only reason that women are able to say stupid shit like you guys are saying now, saying I want monogamy and all this other stuff, is because of feminism. Feminism has told women that you can make your own money, you can do your own thing, you don't need a man. Well, since you don't need a man,
we need
can,
each other, but you know,
society tells you don't need a man. Okay.
I think we do.
Okay, that's fine. But society tells women in general they don't need a man. So girls take this indoctrination, say, I don't need a man. And they say, I'm equal to a man. I will not accept a man that's not monogamous to me. But what I'm saying is that before feminism, before industrialization, women needed men. So since women needed men, they had to deal with what men brought to the table. And a lot of the time that was infidelity because the man was providing for her. So girls understood, well, am I going to survive and be with this man who takes care of me? He loves me, but he fucks bitches from time to time. Or am I going to go ahead and break up with him and be out on the streets or have to go back to my family? Most women chose the former. It's a survival tactic. When a woman got conquered by Genghis Khan and his people, what did she have to do? She had to acclimate to the new people. This whole new concept of I'm equal to a man, monogamy, and all this other crap, it's a modern concept that, quite frankly, isn't how the world was built. Sorry, yes,
Well, I was going to ask if you think the survival thing is why a lot of men aren't becoming that higher quality man because everybody's too comfortable just across the board. I guess I'm kind of changing the subject, but
Yeah, I was going to say there's a whole other.
You were saying that.
I was talking about women need men for survival, which is why polygamy it's more natural for women. Like women are okay sharing their guy if he's high status enough, but men are never okay sharing their girl.
I see what you're saying.
That's why when she said that shit about those two sugar daddies and they know each other, I know that they're pussies. No guy that's worth his weight is ever going to allow his girl to fuck another girl, or they don't care about her, which I think it's actually they don't give a fuck about her. And they're just like, oh, this is some random bitch that we fuck.
That's more like it.
That's more than likely what it is. But once a man starts to actually put boundaries on you, here's some game for you ladies. Once a guy says, I don't like you going to a club, or I don't like these pictures, or hey, you shouldn't go leave the house dressed like that, means he gives a fuck about you. You should be happy.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, no, I'm gonna dress the way I want. Okay, I ain't taking this bitch serious.
Yeah,
She belong to the streets.
You're right.
When a man starts to put boundaries on you, that's when he actually cares. When he doesn't put boundaries on you, he doesn't care. So that's why it's one of the two things. Those sugar daddies either are simps and they're suckers, or, which I think, she's just a hoe that they're fucking. And that's how they look at her.
You tired, huh? All right, we'll do last thoughts.
She's not contributing anything to the conversation anyway, so it's fine.
All right. We got any more rumble rants, Chris?
Yeah. Well, but ladies, does that make sense? I mean, the whole men aren't designed to be monogamous.
I get it. I just don't think it's a safe lifestyle for me personally. That's why I wouldn't want to go with it. You know, if you're having sex with a bunch of, like, you know, I don't, if you're having sex with a bunch of girls, you can get a lot of them pregnant. You can catch STDs. Y'all can get
Just
drunk,
condoms.
all kind of stuff. What if
Condoms.
it breaks? You know, all kind of things can happen.
99%.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if something happens? What, you know?
Like what?
There's all kind of things. You know.
You know what I love?
What?
Girls always use the safety excuse for why they want to accept polygamy, but that's not the real reason. Your
So if
ego
it
can't
were-
handle him fucking another bitch. That's the reality.
Yep.
Well, what if?
It's not the
Okay,
safety
so
thing.
what if
To
he
be-
gave me something?
to be
Like, I
fair,
would be pretty upset about that.
Y'all be fucking niggas raw anyway.
Yeah,
so.
y'all be fucking niggas raw anyway. So,
not
yo, these girls, girls
That's not
always
good.
cite the diseases as the reason why they want to accept polygamy. The reality is, y'all can't fathom him having sex with another girl because you can't fathom having sex with another man if you're in a relationship. But we are not the same. We can have sex with other girls and love our chick the same.
Facts.
Your guy that's been with you for 8 years can go fuck a hooker, come back to you and love you the same. But you, on the other hand, can't go fuck another guy and love him the same. If you fuck another guy, you're checked out.
Bars.
Your argument was,
So-
oh, you're not special. You're replaceable.
Yes.
A guy is not replaceable.
Once you reach a certain level of guy, it's harder to
Once you
replace
reach
him.
that, okay.
The man you described is hard to find.
But that doesn't mean that just because he's a high status man that he's not loyal.
So if you, yeah,
Yo,
well,
I wish you the
if
best. I wish you the best, honestly.
Bruh.
if you don't make
Yo.
that connection,
Bruh.
you
Yo.
know,
I feel like when you're doing that with
Hold on.
multiple women, you're looking for something in multiple women because one woman doesn't
No, it's
have
just
everything
sex.
that you want.
No, it's just sex.
and that's it. Like it's just because we're just
Yes.
that carnal. We're that
Does it ev-
animalistic.
Does
That's
every
what it
pussy feel
is.
different or something? Like
At the
I
end
just
of the day,
Men just want to have sex with different girls. Like, I
Yes.
mean,
like I just they can just get that out of their way before they get in a relationship.
you know what?
Right?
I'm gonna do the candy store
feel like
analogy. Oh, you know
Right?
what? Go ahead.
I thought
Yo.
somebody said that after like 10
10 girls, a guy sleeps with 10 girls, like he's done.
You know, like
no,
we're
it's
just
not that he's
saying
done. It's just that
Yeah, it's harder to build a connection.
Divorce rates go down or something like that.
You know, it messes with the women too. Like if,
It messes with the man too, though.
You know what, ladies? How about this? I'm gonna give you guys an analogy. If you don't understand this, I fucking give up. All right.
Okay.
There's a candy store. All right. This candy store is highly desired. Everyone wants to go, but the women are allowed in at 18 years old. The men, however, can't go into this candy store until they're 35, have $100,000 saved up, and been going to the gym consistently for 5 years. Right. So, as you can see, the women go in, 18 years old, no line. On the guy side, there's a line around the fucking corner, right? So the guys, every now and then, 2 or 3 guys hits that number, 35 years old, $100,000 saved, the gym, etc. They let them into the fucking candy store, right? You've been in there chilling, figuring out, oh, I like this aisle. I like chocolate. Some of y'all figure out you like chocolate. Some of you guys like white chocolate. Some of you guys like Tootsie Rolls, which are disgusting, but whatever. Some of you guys figure out you don't like candy corn. Some of you guys do like candy corn. But at some point, you start to stick in the aisle that you like. You figure out what candy you like. You've been there for a bit. You know the candy store very well, right? You know what aisles to stay away from, which aisles to go to. The 5 guys are let in. Bang! They go crazy. They're swinging on the fucking rafters. They're eating all the candy. They're eating Tootsie Rolls that you guys left there 5 years ago because you just realized this shit is disgusting. And then on top of that, dudes are outside screaming, yeah, eat that candy. Woo! Cheering for them. They're going nuts, right? You, on the other hand, you've been there for 10 plus years. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys? So you pull these guys aside, like, yo, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, why are you eating all this candy? And the guy looks you in the face and says, you didn't have to bust your ass to get in here. Shut up. I'm going to have as many pieces of candy as I want. And that's what women don't understand. Men have to bust their ass to get into the candy store. You don't. So how are you going to tell them how many pieces of candy you can eat?
What is the candy store, though? What? I'm sorry, like
the candy is the
Bro,
women.
you can't be that dense.
The candy
the
is the women.
It's an analogy for life.
Oh my God, bro.
Did you come up with that
It comes
yourself?
with self-control. Self-control is a really good thing to have.
How are you going to tell him to self-control when you didn't
You're
have
in a
to control
candy store.
yourself?
You can eat all. You can get
stop. Hold on,
diabetes from all that sugar.
stop. You didn't have to work to get into the candy store. How are you going to tell him how many pieces of candy he can eat?
Well, that's
The
what I'm saying. I'm
women
not
are-
telling him what he can, but I'm just saying it's not a good idea to eat all that candy.
And I'm telling you, the guys are going to eat the candy anyway. So what do you
They
want to do
are.
about it? Like
Okay.
you got to prepare for them coming in. And you just got to make sure you're the favorite candy.
That's it.
But the women don't want to do the work and become the favorite candy. Y'all want to be able to
Yeah.
exist and act like, no, just like me, because I'm candy. No, there's a bunch of Tootsie Rolls in here that are just like you.
Why did he cheat on me? Why did he cheat on me? Oh my God.
I agree. Women should work on themselves. They got to be their best version. True. Everybody. You know.
But most women don't feel like they have to work on
They
themselves.
should though.
That most don't feel like
But-
they have to.
But they won't.
I'm special. Body positivity. Accept me as I am, nigga. That's how most girls think. The 2 bitches that were in here, that's how they think.
I think they'll be happier if you work on yourself. You'll be much happier with yourself and in a relationship for sure.
Once again, the moral of the story is this. You didn't have to work to get into the candy store. You can't tell the guys that had to work to get into the candy
get
store
it.
how much candy they can eat. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So I think, I don't know, I could be inferring, but I think what he's trying to say is it may not be moral, and it may not be moral in the eyes of God, but it's going to happen because of they're innately going to do that. So,
Mhm.
I mean, it is what it is. And if you want monogamy, be the best version of yourself. Work towards it, and
That won't even save you though.
no.
Monogamy won't even. That won't
Try
even save
and be
you.
irreplaceable. Then.
Yeah.
Just be the main
Be
girl.
hard to replace.
Be the main girl.
That was sweet.
Yeah, that was nice. But he's always gonna want new pussy.
Yeah,
bro.
make the
always.
best connection with them for sure.
But he's still gonna want new pussy.
Yeah, that won't help either.
Why can't y'all just accept it, bro? Why can't y'all just accept it?
I don't know. I would just rather just not deal with it at all. Completely. I don't
By-
want to deal with it at all.
by
I've been
dog and
single.
die alone. Kevin
I've been
Samuels.
single. Yeah,
He
it's
said it.
fine.
Called
Probably
it.
why
women
I
are
don't
starting
want
to
to
get
deal
so
with,
rude
with,
to
with
men.
that lifestyle. Truthfully, it's okay.
There's no saving him.
Fresh.
All right. I called the castle the black dude in bra. W big balls.
All right.
Morris, they know from Fresh and the one in pink are low key dumb as fuck. The pink hair keeps cheering the morons on. Kick them off. Fucking annoying, bro. Yeah, they're gone, bro. Dreamer says, blaming society. If I was raised in a rough environment, taught to sell drugs, and they got in trouble for selling the drugs, who's to blame? Society or my decisions?
That's going back to that girl because she kept saying I'm a product of my environment, which is a typical nigga thing to say. Like, oh, yo, I'm a product of my environment, bro. Sorry, I'm a criminal. Like, no, you can do better. The fuck?
Thing says, I just have to donate for Miss Canada. She's representing us in the North flawlessly. More like her on the panel in the future. She gives us hope. Yeah, bro. Don't. Hope is
Yeah, we've interviewed. You know what? We've interviewed how many girls on this show? 1,900, almost
1,900. But there's 2 virgins right here.
I think we've had less than 10 virgins on the show.
less than 10.
So that should give you guys, that should live. And then 2 on one night is fucking crazy.
Represent.
Yeah,
that's different.
Breaking records here, girls.
It's Kuma says, Kuma-san says, yo, Kelsey, go see a therapist. Stop being a headache. Walk around the world broken as hell. Get your shit together.
I think that was the
part of the Jamaican girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then modern traditionalist says trauma should have humbled women. Instead, it made her a pain in the ass and headache to deal with.
Humbled.
Bro.
Says, bro.
Somebody paid $10 to say bro.
Yeah. It was probably when that chick was wilding out. So,
It's got some when
all right.
she got kicked out.
She got kicked out. Oh yeah, because she wouldn't fucking leave. Yo, guys, do me a quick favor. We got 22,000 y'all watching right now live on rumble.com/freshandfit. So guys, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help us hit 100,000. There's 22,000 you guys in here right
almost
now.
there, guys.
Yo, subscribe to the channel. Help us hit 100,000. It'd be great if we could hit 100,000 while we're live on air right now, man. So do me that favor. Yep. 22,600. Yeah, 51 watching live
Guys,
right
we're
now.
almost at 100K,
So,
man. Help
yo,
us if
that's
you don't
more
mind.
than CNN, bro. All right. Yeah, guys, what the hell? It's 98.9. Get us to 100,000, guys. 1,000 y'all can hit that follow button on Rumble and help us hit that 100K. Go ahead, Fresh, your favorite part, right?
Okay. Well, I mean, you want to do another hour?
Hey, man, I'm always down. I'm always down.
Yeah. I mean-
well, we should turn to ladies to ask a question if they want.
Okay, ladies, questions, comments, or last thoughts on the show. We'll start right here.
Not right now. Not that I could think of.
You gonna accept cheating now that you know the numbers? Are you gonna accept cheating now that you know the numbers that your guy is?
I'll work on my jealousy.
Okay.
That's all we asked for.
There you go.
I would just like to say that I do not believe there's any such thing as toxic masculinity.
Oh, cool.
People are just who they are. There's masculine men, there's masculine women, there's feminine men, there's feminine women, and there's toxic people. But there's no such thing as toxic masculinity.
I like that. Okay. I like that.
Well said.
Has got
Yeah, and I don't think there's
going on.
toxic femininity either. I just think
No.
there's toxic people.
Yeah. Bad people are everywhere.
Yeah, trying to say something is I mean, yeah, whatever. It's stupid.
What about you?
You said last thoughts.
On the show, questions, comments?
Oh, just thank you so much for having me. I've been watching this podcast for a little over a year now.
Oh shit.
Awesome.
And I think I was silent for the most part because I agree with most of what you two gentlemen say. So
Continue to preserve your value.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Good
appreciate
job
it
for
very
you.
W in the
much.
chat for the virgins, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Making virgins cool again.
Yes.
And don't let and here's the other thing too I want to say. Don't let no other girl fucking try to shame you and tell you,
Facts.
nah, whatever. Women
I've
be
been-
sabotaging each other, man.
Yeah.
That just means they're jealous.
You did a good job.
honestly.
You did a good
Thank
job.
you.
What
Thank
about
you
you?
very much.
Yeah, so I appreciate being here. It was great. It was fun. I think just kind of I just think a lot of it comes from just maybe it was just my perspective, but I do appreciate hearing everybody else, what they know, what they've experienced. But what I found in the past is, sex does complicate a lot of things. When you have sex with somebody, it just is what it is. You can't go around it. So that's where I come from when I say I want monogamy, and I do want to be realistic at the same time. I want to be able to try to cater to whenever I do get into a relationship, to my man's needs. So I'll definitely put it into perspective. However, me personally, with what I know, people, when it comes to sex, they're not very educated on what it is, what it does. And I just think from there, that's where things can start to, be, mended between men and women when we understand what we're doing. If we're just banging people senselessly, we just get lost in the sauce.
Yes, girl. Yes.
Banging people senselessly.
Bang them senselessly, and it's just like, okay, all right, I've got another appointment. There's a lot to deal with. I would rather just do something, just more creative with my brain, truthfully, because like sex energy, it's the energy.
Yeah.
You can convert that into better things. Just, sometimes you have to tell yourself, hey, I don't have to do this. It's okay. I'm going to do something better. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what you want though. That's what.
And I know
not
I'm
what men
speaking
want.
for myself, but but I'll definitely keep that in consideration.
But the man doesn't want that.
Well, some of them.
Most guys want to fuck girls, bro. Like,
I agree.
get this through your head.
I get it. It's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, if you argue like this with your man,
Bro,
I'm not.
bro. Here's the other thing too. You're 30 years old. You ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
Like you out here with these demands and shit like that. Like, bro,
I don't have demands. I just don't want to like have sex with somebody that's having sex with a bunch of people. That's it.
I mean,
he can hang out with her. They can hug. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Just
30 years old.
If you were 21 making these demands, it'd be different. But bro, you 30. You got to take what you can get at this point.
Yeah, facts.
The casino's about to close soon for you.
You're funny. You're funny.
Adrian.
You're hilarious.
I'm being honest.
You're funny.
Adrian.
Haha.
Are you not aware? That's Chris in the back.
That's Chris in the back.
Chris in the back, fucking talking shit.
Trolling you,
trolling.
He's so funny. That's so cute. I missed that. Good point.
Men overwhelmingly prefer women between 18 and 24.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's the truth.
I get it, but
you're not winning this battle.
We don't have to talk about this.
And this is another
But
reason
I'm
why
great.
guys don't like older
It's a-
women,
there's-
because y'all are stuck in your ways.
I don't-
I'm telling you factual things, and you're saying, "Well, I think so." It's like
I get it. Look, I told you that. Hey, I'm gonna keep an open mind about men if they want to be polygamous.
mind,
That's
really?
it.
What-
That's all I said. Keep an open mind.
Okay.
I just don't agree with it, but I'll keep an open mind. Sometimes it happens.
I swear to God, bro, you talk a lot, nigga. Anyhow, what about you?
I don't know if it's funny. It's funny. I don't know. I missed it.
Go ahead.
Like people quiz. Do I seem old? Like okay, 30 is okay.
It's Rumble.
Wow.
Tell us your thoughts.
Big deal.
I was just gonna say that I liked his little candy shop analogy.
Take it to the candy shop.
But I also would think that it would be interesting to think of it in a way like the girls that you guys are looking for. Maybe if you only allowed those to enter the candy store, then maybe it would be even. Because
we can't control the candy store who goes in.
No, I know what I'm saying. I'm saying there would be less options for you if you were focused on what actually like tasted good, essentially. The kind of girls that you guys are looking for, right? You guys are looking for
but let
women
me ask
who
you a
haven't
question.
slept around, right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna eliminate candy in the store, right?
No.
Okay, you're literally going immediately off the, like, you're taking the analogy a bit too literally. But since you want to go that route,
No, I'm just curious, you know.
Well, the point is that the women are allowed into the candy store at 18.
Mhm.
Nothing else. So they're just allowed in.
Okay.
So whether the woman is aware, hey, she might go in a candy store and not eat a piece, but she's still in there and she's able to see what's going on.
Mhm.
That's why a regular 18-year-old girl that does nothing can get invited on a yacht with millionaires. A regular 18-year-old guy will never get invited on a yacht with millionaires. That's the difference.
Okay. I thought you guys were talking about like when it comes to being monogamous, like as a guy, you know, in the candy shop, it's going to be, you're going to have all these options, right? If you have all these women. But I think that the women that the guys are looking for, if I'm thinking of it in the candy shop store, if they have a wide variety of women who haven't slept around, haven't done all these things, haven't been on these yachts, have been very, you know, raised correctly, then there's a lot less options. And I think the men would be loyal. Because
The candy is the
there's not
women.
as-
The
there's not-
you're making the candy, it represents the
Right.
women.
So
you have
there's
to-
a lot less candy that
so
you guys actually
Fresh.
want.
No. You want to try every candy because you just got in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've been waiting for 17 years to get inside.
Oh, what's well, like 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah.
Well, no, I said,
Yeah.
well,
her
oh,
boyfriend.
ha, 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 ha. But yeah, the point of the analogy is that men have to bust their ass to get in the candy store, which is a dating marketplace, versus women don't have to. So of course you guys aren't going to appreciate it to the same degree, and you would think, yo, I want a guy to be monogamous to me, but you can say that sounds great, but you didn't have to work to get in a candy store.
You had to stay. You had like
we have to work on something.
I'm talking about like the girls that you guys actually want, right? As wives, not just have sex with.
When a man is attractive enough to be able to get a girl or girls, they're going to want to explore and have those girls.
So they don't care about body count.
No, they're going to wife up the best one, but they're going to
Right.
want to have other girls.
But do you think the one that they wife up is gonna accept that?
Most
Because
women.
I'm talking to the girl. Like we just interviewed the girls
You know
who
what? Let
haven't
me
had
ask you a
sex with
question.
people,
You're
right?
with your man right now, right?
Mhm.
Let's say you guys went on vacation and he decided to propose to you,
Mhm.
right? But before he proposed to you, you knew it was coming because he took you to the place that you guys met, right? Before he proposed to you, you find out that he used to be a porn star and he did a gangbang with 10 girls. He banged all of them. He was the only guy in those 10 chicks. And he said, hey, I got the money for the wedding. We're going to get married. Would you break up with him?
When did he gangbang these girls?
I'm asking you, 10 years ago.
Oh, I wouldn't care
You wouldn't care.
because it was before me.
Thank you.
You triggered my trap card.
Duh. Because a woman's past, well, women don't, sorry, excuse me, because a woman doesn't care about a man's past. Let's reverse it,
Yeah,
though.
I'm talking about in a relationship.
Hold on, let's reverse it. I guarantee you, if he was going to propose to you and he saw a video of you getting banged by 10 guys, he would call off the wedding.
Okay.
So
I'm
you-
talking about in a relationship though, not like before or after.
do you not
Like these girls just said that they would rather have a guy who was loyal to them only. So that's what what the girls that you guys want to wife up are looking for. Does that not interest you to know that?
No, because women don't. You quite literally proved my point a second ago. Ladies, do you not see what, like, I asked you, he fucked a bunch of girls 10 years ago on camera.
Mhm.
You don't care. You're still doing the wedding because women don't care about a man's past when it comes to
They
sexuality.
care about the future.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, but a man, on the other hand, cares a lot about a woman's past. So, women, you could say, oh, well, girls want the guy to be loyal, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter if he was loyal before or if he had sex with a bunch of girls.
I'm talking about in the future relationship.
Even
You're
if
trying
he-
to get with girls who have a low body count.
Wendy.
You're trying to get with girls who have a low body count, right?
Yes.
Wendy.
Okay, and there's not going to be a lot of them. And the ones that are that way are looking for
Wednesday.
men.
She's
Wednesday.
saying that if there was
Honestly,
another
Jen is
shop
hot.
full of creme brulee and the most immaculate desserts that are not just candy, but completely above candy. That's what she's trying to say.
We understand what she's saying, but she's not understanding the foundation. Yo, I mean, at this point,
Those women aren't looking for the guys who are going to sleep around.
They don't want the men in the candy store, is what she's saying.
They don't want the men that are going to be
That's not
cheating on
true
them.
because,
They
hold
don't
on. Here's the thing. The men,
They didn't save themselves this entire long just so that they could get in a relationship with a guy who's going to
you
cheat on
just
them.
heard her say experience is good.
She said that she doesn't. I'm not talking about the past.
Man.
I'm talking about in the future. She does not want to have a guy who's sleeping around while
What
he's
she
with
doesn't
her.
know won't hurt her.
Oh my god.
yo, like, do you not understand? Like, you're saying, I don't want a guy that's sleeping around, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
The most attractive men sleep around.
Yeah.
The most attractive men sleep around.
Okay, then
For the
they're-
guy to be
they're
attractive to
sleeping-
you,
they're sleeping
he probably
around
was
with-
attractive to her, and to her, and to her, and to her. The most attractive men are playboys. Playboys are attractive because they have attractive traits to a multitude of different women, and their ability to attract and have sex with other women is what makes them attractive in the first place.
Okay, well, I'm just giving you a tip on what girls who have low body counts are looking for, and it's not that. Even if they are
You
attractive.
have a low body count, right?
Yes.
I just asked you a second
Stop
ago.
the cap.
You found out your husband fucked 10 girls 10 years ago on camera, and you said you would still do the wedding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for contradicting yourself.
I have a low body count. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
How does that contradict myself?
Watch this back with your guy, and then you're gonna understand.
Yo,
what we're
chat,
saying.
what the fuck is going on
I
right
don't
now?
know, bro. This is
You're
this
talking
Delusion
about the
101.
past, and she's talking about being
in a
cheated on
current
in the
relationship.
relationship.
Yo, Mara.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about a current
go.
relationship. Women with low body
Okay.
counts from the past
Okay, you know
in
what?
the current relationship are going to
Yo.
be looking for a man who hasn't slept
Yo,
around.
let's say you guys have your wedding, and then you find out they had sex with 2 girls after the wedding. Would you realistically leave him?
Yeah, most likely.
You wouldn't leave him. You would not leave him. At that point, you'd
That's
be 27
embarrassing.
years old.
That's
You guys would have
embarrassing.
been married. You guys been together for 10 years. You would leave him?
Most likely.
Yo,
The answer is no. You would not leave him.
yo. Someone said no. I know why she's still not married. Okay, we go.
Because you're saying that you would leave him, but you wouldn't. Because when you proposed to him and you found out, or when he proposed to you and he had 10 girls that he fucked on camera, you didn't care then. I promise you, you would not leave him if you found out he cheated on you. And if you did, you ain't like him that much. Which might be why you're trying to get him to pay for an expensive ass wedding.
You guys can bring up the expensive wedding.
Listen, man, when a woman truly loves, admires, and respects you and desires you, she don't give a fuck. She just wants to tie you down immediately.
Hey man, we wish you the best.
Yeah.
Send us some.
But sun's off here. Sun's off.
Some of that
Something's
wedding
off.
cake. What about you?
I kind of understood what everyone was saying, and I understood the message.
What was
it
the
wasn't-
message?
basically, okay, I'm saying in general about the whole podcast. I
Sure.
didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
I wasn't really talking that much.
Misogyny.
And you were shaken up by the whole grape stuff.
Misogyny.
We get it.
Whatever. But
Good show.
yeah, good show. I mean,
No, I still want to
you
know
just
what the
have to be
message
quick
was.
with your words too. Like,
What was the
I'm not-
message?
Pause. Let me talk.
You ain't saying none.
I'm saying how was it overall?
How
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
What was the best part?
Probably when she walked out. Yeah, that was.
All right, what was the
Relief.
message overall?
The message overall.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of things. Okay, what we were speaking on right now was if you would be okay with.
All right, we'll move on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
You stupid.
All right.
Time.
Good.
Thank you for having me. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
First one, I go to the club, guys.
No, I got a flight to catch. Anyhow, Rumble guys.
Yeah,
once again,
rumble.com/freshfit. Yo, help us hit 100K. Where we at now?
99.3.
Yep.
Yo, there's 22,000 y'all in here, man.
Come on, bro.
Subscribe to the goddamn channel.
That's what we asked for.
Yeah, subscribe. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that show. Pray for my hair, because those two girls fucking definitely made me lose some more hair follicles. Yeah, fucking ratchets, man. No, shut up, Chris. You invited those fucking harlots. All right, guys. We'll
All right,
catch you
man.
guys on Monday
Monday.
next week, probably around 7:30 or 8. When